He said, hey, look. He said, hey, look. He said, hey, 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 hey.
Welcome to the Snark. You're about to get your ears glazed by the great Chris Raygun, Derek Blackman, and Tom Sweeney. Sit back and prepare for some action. Sit back and prepare for some glazing glory.
You're like a child. You're like a scared child. With your big ass glasses, dude. You're like a little
Where's
kid.
my train? I need my train.
I'm scared I lost my train. That's body language I haven't seen in a long time. The absolute fear. It's no safety at all.
I don't think I've ever done that. I don't think I've ever been that scared.
If I have, I don't remember. You know, like I was like
I
young.
put it away. I put that
sure,
away.
my brother was terrorizing me with something because he was a dickhead when I was a kid.
Stop! I'm scared.
That's like you're sleeping and a bear with clown makeup breaks into your house.
No, the bear breaks in and applies the clown makeup. Because if it just has the makeup on, someone probably did that.
It's like the beginning of Joker with a bear sitting in front of a mirror. He's just crying while
That's
he's
crazy.
putting on clown
Walking
makeup.
into an Arby's bathroom and seeing that, it must be a wild experience.
Arby's.
Welcome to the Snark Tech
Like, you're in a place
Podcast.
a bear shouldn't be, you know?
Yeah, but also that would never happen because who walks in Arby's?
I know,
true.
but
Only
that's
the
why.
employees.
Yes.
But that's why it's so crazy, because you're just kind of like, oh man, I really got to take a piss. I'll stop at Arby's. You go into Arby's and the bear's just,
And it just
you're like,
he's dancing. He's dancing. Yeah, that, I mean, at least it's an easy, like, I'm walking out and not like the bear's like, you know, and like tries to get you.
what if it does? What if it like it
Oh,
final
so-
stretch, it locks eyes with you?
So yeah, it's doing that. If you stay in there for like 5 seconds too long.
It's not a push, it's a pull. So
You should have walked out at 4 seconds. You stayed 5 seconds, and then it like
It startled.
aggroed it, and you're like, oh, then just immediately.
aggroed the bear.
I know aggro is like a generally like just popular gaming term.
Yeah.
But every time I hear about it, I think of Army of Two.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they use it as like an official term in the game.
I don't remember that.
I haven't
remember
played
it
Army of
specifically.
Two in so long. I loved that game though. I love third-person shooters. I've always enjoyed them. That was the first one I really think I played.
That was the one where
though,
you
I
guys
think.
shared a health bar, right? Was that one?
I don't remember.
One of them, I'm pretty sure you did. I don't know if it was the first or two. Or
It was the one that had like the back-to-back mechanic.
Yeah,
where
isn't
you
that-
could,
yeah, I
where you
think
could, you would lean on your friend's back and then shoot people. You'd be in the center of like an arena shooting people, and you would somehow remain safe.
You get a buff.
Really
you get a,
stupid.
You get a buff
Yeah.
from leaning on your homie's back, man. So when you fall, he would stop you. You know the people that go back to back and then clock arms and then climb up high places.
Yeah,
You've never seen that?
Huh?
I've seen it before, but I've never actually seen it in practice. I've seen it in movies.
I've never seen them finish the task because I feel like finishing the task is the part where it's like
They did in you play a way out. You do it in that. You do it in that fucking game. I never finished that game.
I never played that. That's the only one of that studio that I haven't played.
Oh,
A Way Out.
Oh, because you don't have any friends, or
No, it's because they're too Jewish looking.
That's coming from you. It's crazy. That coming from you is a wild
he
thing.
just inherited his essence.
Crazy. That's
look
crazy.
too
I
Jewish.
passed out. I'm like, I'm done with like this. And then it was just a little darker ball was on the ground like the symbiote. And it was like, damn.
Can you fucking no? I don't know why. I think it was just it looked too realistic for me. Like it was just like too real. You know what I mean? Like it didn't feel like fantastical or weird enough for me. But I heard that it was good. I do want to jump into it because It Takes Two is great.
As I get older, I'm getting less and less like I don't want to play games that are realistic because I'm like I live on Earth.
It depends.
If I want to kill somebody, I can do it in my house. You know.
I feel like if you can offer me something like a Red Dead 2, I'll be in. But like,
yes, but you see what that means though, right? You understand why? Like why that would work in Red. The other things won't because like Red Dead is like.
I understand what
Do you
you're
mean
saying.
like a modern Red Dead? You would like not play that?
That's why I don't like GTA so much. But granted, I'm excited for GTA 6 finally because of the fact that
Why?
I've just looked at so much. One,
Porn.
Obviously, but one, I know someone that had the alpha build, and I heard something about it, and I was like, "Oh, this looks insane."
Okay, but like,
And then
What does it look insane?
How does that-
It sounds insane.
well, this seems insane. Like, sorry, look is like a degenerate. My apologies. You're right.
what, why did you apologize to him?
Because I said the wrong thing. So I'm like, oh yeah,
Gay and
got it.
semantical. Who cares?
He pointed out clearly he cared.
Listen. Before we get too crazy, this is, welcome to the Snark Tank podcast. Patreon.com/the Snark Tank. SnarkTank.shop. This is gonna be a weird episode. We're gonna do things a little bit differently. I have a dentist appointment, so we're gonna record the first hour on one day and then the second half on a different day.
Yeah.
It might be jarring or weird. I don't care. We got a lot to talk about. The Game Awards just happened.
For sure.
And I think most people were expecting somewhat of a lackluster show, as is usually the case.
Yeah.
But I actually feel like this year was pretty solid. It's probably the best Game Awards I've seen in a while.
You know why? I think it's because clearly people were so underwhelmed with the candidates. The games that dropped this year there was nothing they could have done with the drops that happened in 2023. So just by default, like proxy, it's just gonna be lackluster. Like, oh, we're not as excited about this year because there was no fucking BG3, there was no Spider-Man 2,
There was no
Wake.
clear winner. I think there was no obvious one. I think it was a competition this year.
I hate to say it, but none of those games last year would have held a candle to like most of the games that came out. Like this year's games wouldn't have held up against last year's games.
Well, that's what I mean. Like
they would have been like, oh, these are fine.
Like I think because I'm thinking of
Metaphor was great. Let's continue.
Yeah, there's so you had a Final Fantasy remake, or the second whatever
Which
the
I think
fuck it
was
is.
great, but yeah,
It's I whatever. But big game. Damn, fucking Dragon's Dogma. No one even talked about that.
No one gave a fuck about Dragon's Dogma.
I was like, damn.
Yeah.
And
yeah, they put a DLC up there.
They put and they even of course were self-aware about it. Those fucking puppets talked about it.
Yeah, Statler and Waldorf.
Yeah,
dude, there's a shot where they're talking about like, oh, Hideo Kojima's or like Jeff Keighley is Hideo Kojima's best friend. He's like, oh, does Hideo Kojima know that? And then they cut to Hideo Kojima and he has no fucking idea what's going on.
I mean,
he is bewildered.
What makes it so weird is that like he doesn't speak English up there. I know he speaks English.
He speaks English enough to understand what's going on, but he's not like, I don't think he's ever cared enough to be like, I'm gonna like thoroughly be able to communicate with you in English.
Because my friend Joe, he went to E3. Remember, he told us, he was like, oh yeah, I was just having a conversation with Kojima for like a while. Because of course Joe's the kind of guy.
That's not what happened at all.
He literally was like, oh, I was like literally at the booth with him talking about him, and I was like, oh shit, you're Hideo Kojima.
Okay.
I swear it was the year that they revealed.
I know what you're saying. I think you're misremembering this. He saw him at a urinal.
That's not what happened.
All right. I'm actually dead serious.
And his pants were completely not down to his ankles.
And he was like, Kojima's dick was inside, like laying against the urinal.
Laid in, and pissing out because like it was a little folded.
Like a fucking
over his shoulder with his same demeanor, just
resting in the bowels of a urinal like a basilisk.
A basilisk wouldn't be in a urinal. I'm like, that's too low down dirty.
I mean, physically, the shape of it.
And fucking Joe is traumatized and remembers having a thorough conversation with Kojima. But what really happened, there was this piss all over him.
Piss all over the fucking room except for Kojima. Kojima was
he perfected not getting piss on him, but every drop of the room is coated in piss except for him.
That's the nigga that made Metal Gear Solid. Of course he knows how to avoid piss. The fuck you mean?
So the Game Awards happened. And there were a lot of things there, dude. It was an uncharacteristically, I think, strong year for the just for the shit that was shown
for
I
drops.
think.
Yeah,
it's very like surprising things, like shit that I genuinely was like, what? They're making another one of those? Cool. Didn't know that was allowed. Still, like seriously. Like the first thing that I thought was like the first thing that I saw that confused me was like Turok. I was like, Turok? In 2024, there's a Turok game? When was the last Turok game? Like 1916?
N64 or so? I don't even.
The last one was
1916.
Was definitely a PS1 game that I played and it was not great.
Was it PS1?
I'm pretty sure it was PS1 was the last Turok.
You have to forgive Sweeney's dementia.
Was Turok really the last one to 60? It couldn't be. It was definitely on PS1, I'm pretty sure.
It was 64.
I remember.
really was?
Yeah, I specifically remember
64,
playing Turok because I didn't have a 64, so I was at my neighbor's house playing Turok. And I remember this was the first time that I ever noticed that you had you can turn the blood off or turn it green. Because
yeah, that's right.
And I was like, what the hell? I was just like. But then I was like, I guess some parents are. And that just weirded me out because my mom never said anything about anything like that. Like, because to her, video game violence wasn't real. So who gives a shit?
It was so obviously fake. Imagine looking at imagine in the 90s.
Yeah.
Looking at the Tekken 2 FMV opening cutscene. You're like, what movie is this? What live action film are you watching?
I cannot deny that everything looked way more real back then to me though. Like it wasn't a video game.
Better, but it wasn't real.
It looked, like it wasn't. I wouldn't say real, but like some 360 games looked like real life to me.
That's
almost.
That's like
jump.
10 years later.
I was like, once we started getting in there, fine, yeah.
But this looks like real world.
I remember playing Resident Evil 5, and my mom or my mom's partner, one of them, was like, Jesus Christ, that looks so realistic. And my gamer brain, I'm like, I mean, the lighting looks pretty good. But the people, their hair is kind of stuck, except for Chev, his hair's moving a little bit.
They have Lego hair. With
I was like, that's not how hair works.
Yeah, the most maybe Fight
man,
Night. The Fight Night that came out for 360 was like the first time that I was like, ooh, if you had taken still images from it. It would take at least like a couple seconds for you to be like, oh, that's not real.
Bro, Champions looks fucking amazing still. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like looking at old, I was like, yeah, you're right about Fight Night.
But nothing on the PS1 looks real. Like it looks impressive for what a computer could do. You know what I mean? Like I remember thinking that, like, man, I can't believe computers can do this. But like under no circumstance was I like, whoa, Nina looks real.
I thought
even the fighting games that have like more to work with, they don't have as huge environments to fucking put with the memory and shit. Nah. No. Like, there was a point where I remember Tekken 3 looking phenomenal, but that's because comparatively, when you're thinking of the older Tekkens, because
Tekken looks insane. The first Tekken looks insane.
Tekken 1 and Tekken 2 look hilarious.
It's
the smiles, the golden moment.
The bear, Kuma looks.
I don't know what to describe. It's not a bear.
It's a Dementor.
Kuma looks like various cardboard boxes. Like straight up, it looks so fucking stupid.
The scene where he dances for Heihachi, I was like, "What is that? What is happening?"
That like, if you tell somebody like, "Oh, I want to get my mom into like Tekken and stuff," and she's like, "You can't," because as soon as you're like, "Well, what is that thing?" Oh, it's Kuma. Like, why is there a bear in there? Well, see, there's this guy that trained a bear how to. She's gone. She's already walking on the fucking
trained a bear how to do fucking Krav Maga.
So this guy, right? He had a son. He didn't like his son. He killed his son. Then he adopted a dude, right? He liked that guy but didn't love him. But then he adopted a bear.
A bear.
And he really loved the bear.
He really loved the bear.
So the bear's his best friend. But then he got his grandson and he beat his grandson up for like years to go beat up his son. But then his son kills him.
It's such a psychotic story.
It's so stupid. It is so dumb, and I love how a lot of Japanese media can get away with just being so nonsensical, and we're okay with it. We're like, when American media has to make so much more sense, and it kind of annoys me, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like I'm like, all right, give them a little bit of slack, guys. It's still a video game, except for Naughty. Oh, I was just gonna say Naughty Dog. Fucking they did it to themselves.
That's true. They kind of set a benchmark for themselves where it's like we're making realistic stuff now.
I think American things have to be like grounded and gritty. Japanese things can be fun but absurd.
Yeah,
that's the thing for Japanese things, and then like European things can be whimsical.
What is the most serious like Japanese title you can think of?
The most serious?
Yeah,
one?
like what is
probably
one
Yakuza moments is way too serious.
No, you're
no. At moments.
What was
overall,
Crash Bandicoot is serious at moments.
overall, it's like really insane, like cartoonish shit. But there's moments like, your dad got cancer, like for real. Yeah. Like no joke, your dad's dying from cancer.
Right, but that's,
don't see him. And
there's
it's like,
moments, but like
that's like saying SpongeBob is serious at moments because that scene where like he denies the pizza and Squidward stands up for SpongeBob, It's like that's not a serious show just because there's a moment of like
heartwarming.
I agree.
Yeah.
I said this. I agree. That's why I said moments. I didn't say serious franchise.
But like, so it has to be reversed, right? It's overall serious. Like, it's a very serious game.
I don't know.
I feel like this is off the top of my head because I can't think of anything.
Silent Hill probably.
Maybe Resident Evil.
No. Fuck you. Fuck you for saying that. Silent Hill might be it actually.
It's probably Silent Hill.
Although even Silent Hill ends with a fucking Shiba Inu behind a fucking computer controlling everything. So
That's
like
one, right?
that's two. That's like
Fucking
one of the
little
endings
doggy.
for one of the endings for two. Spoiler alert for fucking Silent Hill 2. Stupid
20-year-old game.
Yeah. But yeah, there's like a secret ending where like a Shiba Inu is behind all of it. And like Ethan's having a fucking panic attack.
That's hilarious.
It's really fucking funny. But
That poor guy. That's so not funny.
it's extra funny. It's extra funny because the rest of the game is so serious. But that's like literally like maybe 0.2% of that game.
Yeah.
Like the rest of it's so depressing. You know
So you got him. I was just saying.
yeah, I wrote a list of all the stuff that was announced. We covered Turok already.
Turok.
Turok looks weird.
It
though.
looked very weird. I didn't because I was not paying completely attention, right?
Yeah.
So then I'm seeing the footage before I knew it was Turok. If the dude announced it before, I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
So I was looking. I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was.
Like I saw it in the beginning, I was like, "Is this Turok?" Like the second the dinosaur had a glowing bow in him, I was like, "Is this fucking Turok?" That's crazy. And then it showed the guy with like the stripes on his face, and I was like, "Oh, I think this is Turok." And then it cut to third person gameplay, and I was like, I don't know about that. I feel like Turok should be a first person shooter.
Traditionally it was,
Yeah.
so why not?
Yeah, it could be cool. I don't know. I was wrong about Indiana Jones. Like I thought Indiana Jones would suck in first person, and it turns out like I can't imagine.
It's a very good point.
I can't imagine that game being third person now. But
Yeah.
But
a good point.
it could be cool. I was just happy to see Turok again. I loved Turok back in the day. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Turok, I fact checked this to make sure that I wasn't misremembering it. There are dinosaurs with Gatling guns
Yeah.
in Turok. I thought I maybe made that up in my head because
Yeah.
it sounds so stupid.
Yeah.
But like it is absurd.
That's where the idea came from, I'm pretty sure. Let's put a gun on a dinosaur. They were like,
Oh, you mean that's how the plan formulated by
like-
saying that was the first thing they thought of,
Yeah.
and then they made a game around that.
like let's put a gun on a dinosaur.
Let's give a gun a dinosaur.
Let's give a gun a dice.
Here you go, Gunny. Here's your pet Triceratops.
I don't know how that's gonna do though. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. It
Who the
looked kind of.
First,
I would love for it to be great or even just good because just playing a cool Turok game would be awesome. But
it's got to
we'll
be
see.
at least for people because I feel like that's a hard nostalgic base, and
yeah,
it's gonna be. I feel like that would be hard to convince other regular people who've never heard of Turok to play. Especially some asshole's gonna be like, "Oh, I played Horizon already" or some shit, you know?
right. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm curious about? I think it's interesting. It's one of my favorite things about humanity is that we learned a while ago that dinosaurs looked a certain way. Like we learned a long time ago that dinosaurs had feathers and they looked this way.
More
Pretty
bird.
much
and then
birds,
and we all were just like, that's neat. We're not going to change anything about how we depict dinosaurs in media from now on, though.
You know why? I think it would make dinosaurs less whimsical and more like terrifying. I think, honestly.
I just think we have a cool design already that we've kind of settled on, and it's just so iconic that like if you replaced it with a fucking chicken, it would just like imagine if they remake Jurassic Park but with real dinosaurs
Have you heard the sounds
with feathers
they make?
and shit.
Like
It would
the actual
suck.
sounds they make.
Well,
Like
the
projections-
theorized
projections
sounds.
of the predicted ideas they make. That shit's not like there's nothing funny about that.
No.
The only cool about that.
Yeah.
That's just really scary.
I feel like the only thing that gives me solace is that like gators sound terrifying and they're ancient.
Yeah.
So it's like some dinosaurs can still sound fucking terrifying and
Well, I
not
think
more
I
squawky.
think it's not like
You see that
I
bird?
think they sound more cool. Like now they're like, oh, that's like a monstrous sound. In actuality, they sound like echolocators, but evil.
Did you?
They have like these weird glow
Yeah,
groaning
I saw
ping
that-
sounds, and I'm like, that doesn't sound like that. I feel like we have like ancestral fear to that sound. That we're like,
I remember seeing a video recently. I don't know what kind of bird. It looks like one of those like prehistoric birds that like you'd assume would be dead. You know, have you ever seen those like videos of like just like with the giant bill and it looks like almost like a Muppet
yeah.
or whatever?
You mean the I've never seen it.
You don't know it. I don't know it either. But
it
like,
has like a really big fucking.
it's
bill,
weird
though.
looking.
It's like a
but like
monster.
the noise it makes, I'm not even exaggerating. It just sounds like machine gun fire.
Oh, you're probably talking about the shoe bill one.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever. Like
It's just like, and it
Yeah.
sounds like a fucking machine. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Oh my! That bird is crazy. I do remember that.
That's how they all sound. They all sound terrifying. Like it's not.
It's
you
like a
can't
Final
make-
Fantasy creature.
You can't make a Jurassic Park about that because that's a real horror movie, not like a suspenseful
Yeah,
moment.
right.
You'd be
I know what
like-
you're saying.
Like
Yeah.
a fucking
It's also-
velociraptor with fucking like damn near wings crawls over the thing and then sounds like a screaming baby as it eats you.
Here's the thing, like, but I also because I love birds. I'm not, even though a giant one would obviously still terrify me because it's giant. What terrifies me a lot more is like a giant gator because how like ferocious and ornery and just like some of the noises that they make is like
They confront metal bands.
really like there's
The hisses they make are insane.
There's a
dude.
guy that basically literally he learned how to growl like a gator and put it in one of his songs. And so buddy took this one. There's a very specific clip of a gator doing this, like his mouth's not even moving, but it's making this just terrifying noise. And this guy emulated it. And I was just like, fuck, man. Like hearing that is I'm not gonna fuck with that thing ever.
Yeah.
Even if I feel like I'm stronger than it, I'm like,
The fact that gators are still the same is crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like they haven't really changed. They just got smaller.
You know what's crazy about that though is like I saw a video of like some guy tossing a gator meat and it just misses it entirely. Like it just like it throws it and he dives almost away from the meat to try to get it and falls down a fucking hole. And I'm just like, man, that's millions of years of perfect evolution.
For killing, not for catching.
I guess
Absolutely
so.
for killing. No,
I guess so. I guess it's not used to like having food
Something
tossed,
tossed
at
at
it.
it.
Oh,
It's like I don't understand charity. I don't.
You can give. How do you give?
it does not know the meaning of give.
you
Genuinely,
just take.
yeah.
I don't even think they
You see-
feed.
you see
I don't even
them-
think they feed their young. I think they just leave them.
I think they eat them. Maybe
They
That
might
wouldn't
actually
surprise me.
They might, yeah. And then
They
the ones
don't
that
have.
get
They don't
the
have
ones
any
that
of
get
those
away.
feelings. They don't have any of those like nice feelings. You know, where it's like
Yeah,
lizard brain. So they're like, oh, I'll eat you.
Yeah, it's not gonna cry to a song.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, they give them Gatling guns. When
That's
they
true.
turn
That's
by
what
year.
Turok is based on. In fact,
Gators born.
real rearing practices
Yeah.
of gators.
A gator's born, the other gator here.
Anyway, so Turok's coming back in some weird way that's interesting. Fucking Virtua Fighter. And
I heard about it for a while that they were talking about doing another one, but
I had no idea that this was happening.
I'll be honest, I don't. I had 4. I don't. I'm trying to be nice. I don't
Right.
get. It's never been my favorite fighter at all. Like it's. To me, it's barely okay.
Really,
Even-
Virtua Fighter?
Yeah, because like
There's nothing wrong with it.
It functions well, but I just never. It never stuck with me. Like I've tried all of them. I played all of them. Like I even bought the last one. It was like PS2 or something.
No, that's one for PS4, which I have.
So
Is
did
there?
I? There's one. They've made one.
There's
for
a
PS-
remake of I think it might be like a remake.
It may be a remake. Or
Oh,
something,
did they
but
make
I
a
have
new
one-
one?
I have one for PS4.
I want to fact check that.
I don't think there's a new
If
one.
there's
for
one
PS4.
on the later consoles, I absolutely did not fucking play that.
Last one I played was really fucking old, but I remember liking it.
PS4.
I'll tell you what, like, yeah, I mean, I was more interested in the fact that, like, oh, Virtual Fighter's back. That's really interesting because it's been a long time from
Yeah.
my perspective. Maybe that new one on PS4, like, but I'll tell you how you would have got me. You would have got me with a Bloody Roar. You would have got me pumped beyond
I think
belief
that
for a
IP
Bloody
is
Roar.
gone.
I think my
I
face,
know,
I think my
exactly.
face would have melted. Like that would have been because that's it would have been like genuine. Oh, we did will this into existence. Also,
Yeah, that's crazy. That would be crazy. Yeah.
would-
Well, dude, speaking of, I mean, I don't think we have much to say about Virtual Fighter.
Yeah.
I don't have that much experience with it, but like, dude, speaking of willing things into existence, we were just talking on the show about how unlikely this was, but Animusha is back
bro, that was crazy.
with like
I
a
saw
new
the
one.
hand. I saw the hand, and I was like, no.
To me, it was before that.
I was
As soon,
like,
as,
the
as
red
soon as I
orbs?
saw the orbs, JoJo's on her computer, right? I'm like, no, like yelling. She's looking at me like, what the fuck? I was just like, I couldn't fucking. I thought I was getting trolled when I saw the orbs. I was like, no fucking way. And then you saw more of the feudal Japan shit. And I'm like, and then of course, then he starts sucking them up. I'm like, oh my goodness!
We were
I
watching
couldn't
together,
fucking
and I
believe
was
it.
like, what? Wait, no, wait, what?
I saw the orbs in my eyes. Like, was like, is that like? Because I remember a little bit of Onimusha, not much, but I remember that, and I remember. But I also feel like, that could be other things. Like, I don't know, maybe. There's like feudal Japan. I was like, is this Sekiro maybe? Like, because I remember you absorbed shit in Sekiro.
As soon as I saw the hand, I was like,
that was the complete giveaway.
Yeah,
what
the hand.
No way.
The noise. Oh, I love that noise when you start sucking, especially when there's a bunch of them everywhere, and it just starts like it's beautiful.
I can't believe it's a new one. Like, because I expected maybe if Onimusha would come back, it would be. Here's a collection or something. You know what I mean? Here's remasters of 2. Because they did the first one. They ported the first one to PS4 and I think modern hardware in general.
Yeah.
But then they just didn't do anything with 2 or 3 or 4.
Nothing.
That's 4 Onimushas?
Yeah.
I think so.
Four I didn't finish because it was so fucking different. It was more like how do you didn't really, it was more of like a boss gauntlet almost. And like and you're some blonde white, I don't know if he was Japanese or white, I don't know. But yeah, it was Dawn of Dreams was it. I didn't like it.
Is that the one with the French actors in it?
No, that's the third one.
Oh yeah.
That's the third one. That's the one that I really like. They fucking got John Reno.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Reno's in it in the future in 2004 in Paris. Time shit happens and they get replaced. So Samnosuke goes in modern Paris, and then this French guy is in feudal Japan. And he's
That is
like,
awesome.
what the fuck is this? I do not know. And then like, and he's like, oh, it's just a French woman. It's okay.
Yo, that is an awesome idea. I didn't know that about that game.
Ideas like that are so cool.
I only played a little bit of the first one, and then like I think snippets of the second one at like a cousin's house a long fucking time ago.
I feel weird
I played
about the
1 and
second
2.
one because I was such a Samnosuke Akechi simp that the second one didn't focus on him, and I was like, I'll just dabble with it. It was one of those things to where it didn't really matter how good or bad it is. One of the reasons why I liked this so much is because it was the first probably Japanese game that I ever played where they looked Japanese. And that like actually meant something to me because of course I've accepted it. I watch anime, right? But I've just never liked how Japanese look like fucking Western Europeans, like in their media.
I feel like that's how people think they look. You know,
I think
that has to be it.
It's a desired look, which
I'm not even desire. I just think that
they don't think they look like that.
I think they have to.
You
think
think they're all insane?
They're the only place I've experienced a particular event that nowhere else has experienced.
That is true. So maybe
I
don't know. The people in Chernobyl don't think they look like fucking Muppets.
No, but Chernobyl.
I guess we should verify that first.
Yeah. Anybody from Chernobyl, write into the show. If you live in the Chernobyl exclusion zone right now today, and you're also you happen to be a subscriber to this podcast, write in and let us know your experience and whether or not you see yourself as a floating Muppet.
Draw us how you think you look.
All I gotta say is that Chernobyl didn't reach over 1,000 degrees for a few seconds. You know. So I think that
I think it did.
No, it didn't. It didn't blow up. It melted down.
Well, maybe not the temperature, but maybe in that machine.
Yeah, something happened.
Highest average temperature in Japan, it's still about 300 degrees, which is insane. Insane still. It's wild.
I feel like there should be an exception. I feel like they should get rid of that day because it's clearly
no. If you're gonna go by math, go by math. Don't accept some of it. Be like, oh no, that doesn't count. So shout out to y'all for having that average.
But yeah. Anyway, I'm sure there was other Japanese media before that looked more like realistic, I guess. But it was cool to see that. And then, of course, at number 4, they just went back to this guy that looks like he's in Final Fantasy. And I'm like, oh, great. But I love that series. This means that they have to bring back the other ones.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking the problem, how are they going to do 3? We talked about it before. Also, are they going to have to give residuals to fucking John Reno?
That's the kind of thing, too. It's like, well, that's a point of curiosity for me, too, for Indiana Jones. Because in the beginning of that movie, because in the beginning of Indiana Jones, there's like a remake of Raiders, like the opening scene of Raiders as the tutorial.
Yeah.
And so like Alfred Molina's in it, and that other guy, the 2 people guiding him through the woods.
Yeah.
And they look exactly the same. And I'm like, did they What's the situation with that?
They probably signed some sort of contract when they first do it.
Something.
even
They
ahead of
probably
time.
maybe.
They're
gave him
like,
a couple bucks and nothing. They probably fucked him, but gave him a couple money. You know, they gave him like 2 penny.
Yeah, it's just weird because I remember seeing that and being like, oh, I wonder what the residual situation is here. And then you brought that up, and I'm like, yeah, I wonder if they could just like maybe like could they get away with just like recasting it? Like I don't know.
I mean, they
changing the model maybe.
The problem is they absolutely. Well, it's not even a problem. It's the unfortunate thing is they absolutely could.
Right.
It would be very unfortunate for me since I'm a fan of John Reno.
Right.
Like to me, I'm like, look at this French guy that's a serious actor, but sometimes action star. But he just looks like just a French guy.
And he was just in an Onimusha game.
Yeah. So I don't know how that happened. I just think they wanted to do Paris, France, and they're like, and then you know how the Japanese operate. Well, we'll get a star. It's like Norman Reedus. Go get the star.
Yeah,
Like,
but Norman, but that's like.
I wouldn't even.
It's
think
more
Norman
common.
Reedus-
It's
Norman
more
Reedus is
common.
the star now. But
well, it's more common now. That's true.
It's more common now, like because
That is
I
very
remember.
true,
I
actually.
remember, dude. I remember when Willem Dafoe was in. Willem Dafoe and Ellen Page, at the time, were in that weird Beyond Two Souls or something.
That's it. Yeah, that thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was like 2012. I want to say something around that time. So
I guess it is.
we've been doing the real actor thing here for a while.
Yeah.
So it's just fascinating that like even back then,
All the way back in the day.
like Onimusha just has this real fucking person in it.
That is actually, yeah, it's literally, it just looks like him. Like, you know, just PS2. It's pretty, that is pretty wild. And he gets a really cool fucking weapon. It's almost like a Ivy's fucking sword whip. And, which
crazy.
I was just like, this thing fucking rules. That game rules. I'm so excited because they have to bring those back.
Yeah.
Because how are you going to prep for the new game?
It has me interested in playing like the at least the first one again.
Yeah.
Because I did play it a little bit, and then I thought like, oh, they're never gonna come back to this. So I just kind of put it down. But now that I know that I guess they're continuing it in some way. I don't know if it's a reboot or what. I didn't read like the press release for it or anything.
It said it sounds like it's just going to be I don't know if it's going to be a soft reboot, but it sounds like a a sequel because of just the language of saying that continuing like the story.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, interesting.
Did you like what you saw? Did you think it looked good?
So the combat seemed a little interesting. The world looked fine. The combat, I'm actually more curious about that and see if it feels more because like I feel like in 3 they really perfected it, and I'm sure it's probably gonna be pretty different, probably a little bit more modern. Mm-hmm. I'll wait, but even if it somehow sucks, I'm still gonna be like, hey, A for effort.
Yeah.
At least they even fucking tried.
It's surprising, man.
Yeah.
I did not expect that at all. I didn't expect the new Ninja Gaiden either. There was a Ninja Gaiden at the very beginning of the show, like for the pre-show.
Yeah.
Right.
That looks awesome. Because it's like old school, like the 2D Ninja Gaidens. It's
Who
like
was
all
that
pixel
by?
art.
It was by the people that made like was it the people that made like Blasphemous and stuff, or was it them? I can't remember who.
Oh, this one?
Yeah. The people
I don't I think they made I knew it. We just
I don't
talked about
remember.
it. I don't remember exactly what they made, but they're I feel like it's in good hands.
Yeah, I remember it was a good studio. I just
Yeah.
don't whatever. But yeah, that's cool. I'm sure it's gonna be hard as shit, so there you go.
Yeah. Ninja Gaiden's back. Witcher 4 had a trailer. Already people are fucking stupid.
Yep. I didn't even look.
I knew it immediately.
And I was like,
I knew it
God
immediately.
Damn it. I was like, damn it. Why can't we just have nice things?
Did people not play
Can I say
the
something?
last game?
Can I say something too? It's unfortunate. I saw some girl on Twitter talking about like, oh, she's not hot anymore. But look, with all due respect, if you're gonna make, it's gonna sound really mean.
Siri is objectively hot.
She's hot in that trailer too. Like, so I don't understand that either.
So I don't know what that is, but I want to hear.
If you are a woman and you're saying this, and you have your profile picture up, you cannot look worse than the thing that you're talking shit on. Like
that is objectively
Like,
that should be the rule.
I'm not in that camp.
Where's your
Exactly.
A9?
You disagree?
Look, man, I think if you're making that argument, you have already lost the fight for so many women. You've
Right.
already like for so many women, you've already lost the fight for them. You are part of the reason. You are the coon of the women
You're
group.
the coon.
You're the coon of the women group. You're like okay, clearly you're just saying shit to be appeasing somebody because what does that matter?
Oh yeah, it was
What
probably
does that matter?
it was probably one of those. Was she a regular person or just a grifter? Do you think?
I don't know.
no,
I don't think
no
she,
regular person is saying that.
Well, I don't think they made content or anything. I think they just like
So they just might have gotten swept up in that
Yes.
bullshit.
maybe, but
What?
it's just like I just remember being like, "That's so unfortunate, man. You can't be.
Like why would
She's
you
hotter than you."
Yeah, like why would you? Why would you? It's when I see regular people talking shit about like UFC fighters.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like rarely any of them clap back, but sometimes like there's this one guy, I think it's Chris Curtis. He stopped caring. He's like, I'm gonna start fucking posting these people. Like some guy that looks like someone was like, this nigga looks like he fucking like fries bacon at 3 a.m. talking shit. You know, he's like talking shit.
I like that sentence though.
It's like I was like, dude. How is this guy? He's so out of shape and he's so just a plain. And then he's like, oh, this beta male, like Chris Curtis is like fucking jacked and he's in the UFC. And like, where do these people get off doing that? It's like that chick. I guess zero self-awareness. Maybe they think they're hot. Maybe they think they're jacked. Maybe they think they're tough.
I don't know, man. It's just it's so
mental
weird.
illness.
It's very weird because like I don't know. I watched that
definitely
trailer.
mental
And
illness.
I watched that trailer and it's funny because the first thing I thought was like, oh, they're gonna call it woke because it's a woman protagonist. But I thought like specifically, it's like, oh, it's interesting because I feel like they still kept her pretty hot. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like a
She looked hot. I was like, I'll fuck the shit out of Cersei. Like, what the fuck? What's her name again? Siri?
Siri.
I said Cersei. Siri.
It's all
I'd
right.
fuck Cersei too.
I mean,
though.
I'd fuck Cersei too. That's why that was on my mind. You know, it was a little Game of
I
Thrones.
hate
shit
I
going
would.
on.
I hate that I would, but
anyway,
I would.
Yeah.
But anyway, Witcher 4
shouldn't,
looked
but I would.
Witcher 4 looked really cool. They did it. It's a CGI trailer. Not really much to go on. I think we get The Witcher though. Like
Yeah.
CD Projekt Red is weird though because they Cyberpunk's great, but that launch was fucked.
Same thing with Witcher. Witcher
And
3's
so-
launch wasn't the best.
Yeah,
It
so
did have some problems for sure.
so,
yeah. Absolutely.
I'm on board with it. I think,
The thing
but
I'm
it's a
conf-
wait and see.
I'm confused about something. In the game, Ciri isn't a Witcher.
Is she not?
She's not a Witcher.
What is she?
She was trained by them. She has ancient blood, but she's not a Witcher. She didn't go through the mutations.
So clearly at this point she did though.
So I'm assuming she went through the mutations by now, and I'm like sick, but also, okay, because clearly Geralt's gonna be in the game unless he's got fucking ripped in half. by
Well, they
something.
gave. It would be stupid if they wanted to completely distance himself from Geralt. It would be dumb to give him that little voiceover that he did at the very end.
They're gonna.
Yeah,
it's,
that's true.
It's probably not in the same part of the world, very likely, but he's gonna be
He's gonna
in
be-
the game somehow.
It would be stupid for him, like I said, for them doing that and to not have him in the game at all would be really fucking dumb.
He's gonna take that uncle role. I think
He's gonna be
Yes.
the Vesemir.
Yes.
now.
he's gonna be Vesemir, which is awesome. I like the story of Witcher a lot. I don't love that combat exactly, but I think enough time has passed from The Witcher and like through Cyberpunk that I feel like maybe they can. I feel like a more modern Witcher would be cool. Clean up some of that stuff because Witcher, Geralt moves so weird in that game. Like I can't get. It's like he's got butter on his feet. I don't know.
It's like a bruiser ballerina at times. It's like weird. Like he's like so like agile, but in a way it doesn't make sense exactly.
He's agile in a stiff way. It's strange. Like I don't know how to.
He can like prance around the battlefield. Like clearly, it's like the way because it's incorporating like the way humans move, the way that he moves, right? Like clearly, if he was on the field fighting somebody, you'd be terrified of how quickly he can like jump from side to side.
Yeah.
But it's like Batman. He's like Arkham Batman. Like,
No, he's not. Arkham Batman would beat the flaming fuck out of Geralt. It'd be insane.
I don't know if anyone can beat Arkham Batman, like for real.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's just
I don't think Galactus has a chance against
nah,
Arkham Batman.
no way.
I think if you put Arkham Batman and Marvel Rivals, he'd put everybody on a fucking t-shirt.
Yeah,
I love the idea. I love the idea that he would be just his Unreal Engine
Version of
Like it would just be the same. It would be that him walking. He wouldn't.
be him as Conroy.
He wouldn't adhere
Vengeance.
to the style of Marvel Rivals at all.
Yeah,
he would just be Arkham Batman
He'd be
straight up
climbing on
walking.
shit.
he invented something that kept him.
Him.
Like according to the
I'm transported to this reality.
Vengeance.
Yeah.
He's just interrogating everyone and killing them.
He grabs a Punisher. He breaks his kneecap. Talk.
Talk.
Boo.
Kills him. His head's gone. He's like, talk. His blood. He's being very difficult, Alfred. We're gonna have to take him back to the
Master
Batcave.
Bruce. That's a cadaver.
He's blue, Master Wayne.
So yeah, Witcher 4, CD Projekt Red. They're in a weird kind of shit list / A list kind of territory for me, where I don't know if I trust their first launch of this thing, but I think it will. I think whatever they make will eventually be amazing.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel
will
about it.
end up as one of the greatest games.
Yeah,
ever. But it's just it won't start that way.
I'll probably pick it up 4 years later.
I'm gonna get it immediately. I love me some Witcher.
But this game's years away, by the way.
Oh yeah,
But
2028.
that's kind of the thing that's kind of the thing I don't like about a lot of this stuff is like
That's true.
a lot of this stuff is just like why you talk. So there's one specific one that I think we should talk about. Okami's back.
Insane.
Okami, that's a wild pull, and it's from a studio that like was gone.
Yeah.
Like he left that studio and now he's back. It's very strange. And they're making a sequel to Okami. Okami's like a really like kind of really artful. It's like one of those like early games or art games.
Mm-hmm.
But this announcement was like, oh, they're back together and they're starting production on Okami, and it's like, okay, what is this, 2030? 2029 at this point? Like, don't tell me this now. I'm still annoyed that they fucking talked about Fable in like 2019 or 2020, and I'm still I think it's this year, next year coming up, but like holy fuck.
Metroid 4
Metroid Prime 4
coming
like
out.
Yeah, it's
They
getting
tried to put on the most anticipated game. It's like Metroid 4 isn't coming out.
Yeah.
That game's not going to exist.
yeah, it's
Why
like
would they
saying
put it there?
Silk Song like okay.
That's
Yeah.
JoJo every fucking year.
Silk Song?
She's just like,
Wolf
I'm
of
not
Silk
even.
Song?
Yeah, she's like, I don't care anymore. I mean, she cares obviously, but it's that one of those things where it's like, why did you even tell us this is a thing?
They pushed
And
their luck
What's
real hard.
crazy is
with
that they showed shit from Silk Song so long ago.
That's what I'm saying.
They
It's like,
showed shit from it so long ago.
I already had
what?
in that time I had a 5-year-old son and he passed away already. In the time they've announced Silk Song, I never talked about it. I kept it secret from the public.
Yeah,
I've been making fun of Chris about it
for the
whole
best.
time. I make fun of Chris about it for years. It's pretty funny.
But dude, like, yeah, I don't know. Like a lot of this stuff is just like,
Honeymoon to
man,
the 2026. To me, I'm like, man, you know how cool it would have been if in 2025's VGA they actually showed some shit.
Yeah.
And then like, oh fuck, it's coming soon.
that's what I appreciate about that studio that made oh my god, It Takes Two. They announced something too. They
that
announced
shit's in March.
in 2 months. They announced it, and in 2 months it's out.
I mean, he's
fucking great.
He's famously a grinder, though. He famously like hits the grind and he puts shit out.
Right, but like I mean, like, dude, that's great. The same thing they did with Fallout 4, where they announced it, and then like 4 months later it came out. It's like, this is how all of this should be. And then
Yes.
meanwhile they're like, Elder Scrolls 6 in 10 years is coming. It's like, shut the fuck up! Don't tell me about.
Oh my
Because you know how
God.
much
I
can
forgot
change.
about that.
You know how much can change in like the time that like it takes people to make a game now. By the time Okami like let's say Okami goes through 3 years and they're like, fuck, it's not working.
Yeah,
Cancel it. Like that happens a lot.
that's very true.
So why?
Look at the whole fucking Star Wars thing. You know
Oh,
how
yeah.
mad I am about KOTOR never playing.
Oh yeah, Knights of the Old Republic.
Dude, KOTOR, that gave me so much excitement to
That
play that
is
game.
trash that happened. That's crazy.
It's still on the floor right now.
And that was a game that was already done. All they had to do was take what was there and make it pretty.
Essentially.
Modernize the mechanics. That's
Essentially.
Just make it play like a little bit better, and then everybody would love it. Because it's the
That
story.
game would have been so good. It would have been so good. You played the finished KOTOR, right?
Of course.
You know what's crazy? That studio that was supposed to make it ended up making. They made the Tomb Raider remasters and the Legacy of Kain that just came out.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
what's the problem?
These were great.
We know what's problem,
What's
my bros.
the
Problem
problem?
is definitely Disney was involved in that problem. 100%. You have to. You can't act. We can't act like they
George
weren't.
Lucas.
Lucas
No.
doesn't own it anymore. He's probably like,
Yeah, but he's probably still there. He's like,
No,
I'd like to be a part of the conversation.
I want
that doesn't rhyme.
doesn't rhyme. He walks in first frame. Doesn't rhyme.
It doesn't rhyme. He just
There's no rhyming
starts
here.
taking like notes and
It should
shit.
be
And
nice.
he's like,
It should be Knights of the Old Republic, Nike, because that'll make it rhyme.
Knight of the Republic.
Mr.
Doesn't make
Lucas.
sense anymore.
security.
That's not what.
Can't kill me.
Security. George
Excuse me,
Lucas
the
is
National
here again.
Guard.
The National Guard.
He comes in. You all remember what I want you to remember.
That doesn't work in real life, George.
But he can force choke somebody.
George.
He can't make somebody forget things, but he can choke them with his mind.
But only a little bit. Like
Yeah.
it's just uncomfortable.
You feel slight pressure, but like you could easily just walk away.
You're actually not sure if like
It's
wait,
him.
Is he? Wait,
It's like placebo. Like, am I just like a little bit more stressed right now than I like more? Am I just?
you feel something on your brain. If you let it linger, it can be bad. Is he trying to give me an aneurysm?
Yeah.
the fuck?
It's.
And you stay too long and you die. That's how he kills you. You stay there too long.
But so yeah, I don't know, man. Okami,
I'm eternal.
Witcher,
I'm Luke Skywalker.
I'm Luke Skywalker.
pretty good shit. Elden Ring.
Elden Ring
has a
fucking
new. They have a new asset flip.
co-op. Yeah, what the fuck?
I mean, it's fine.
It's Boss Rush Co-op, which looks fucking hilariously cool.
I don't like that. New standalone. I'm like, yeah, I guess. I guess.
Yeah.
Is this because was it gonna be DLC? And they're like, oh, you complaining about fucking DLC? Game of the year?
No, we'll get Game of the Year for fucking nothing.
Now we'll really get game and you guys can't do shit about it. You fucking
I was
dumb
like,
bot.
this is the thing, like the charitability of From Software that I always talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, if this was anybody else, everybody would be like, "What the fuck is this dumb, stupid shit?" Like, people were giving, like, and that's not to say I think it looks bad. I think asset flips are actually completely fine.
Sure.
If you like, Yakuza is entirely asset flips. Like, the entire series is literally that.
Very true.
So it's like, it's fine to me if you can make something cool, and I'm sure that this is gonna play differently and do its own kind of thing. But like, dude, I remember Santa Monica Studio getting shit for like using the same boat animation between the God of War games, because it's like Kratos takes the boat and pushes it out, and like, that's the same one from the last game. They barely fucking worked on it.
There's a very unique thing that happens with Japanese media in general, where they can do a lot of the same shit and not get criticized for it, and it's like, this is.
Do you think it's like residual sympathy because we fucking nuked them?
I honestly think it's just
there's something.
I think it's just
why.
gay culture war stuff right now. I think that's all. I think it's.
Oh, because Japan isn't woke or whatever,
Yeah,
right?
I think it's just right. That's why, like, oh, they're attacking Black Myth because it's not a Western game. And I was like, well, no, actually, it turns out a lot of people didn't like the game. Like, it's true. There's people that just didn't even finish it.
It's entirely fine.
Yeah, it's one.
I would say it's good.
It's good,
Yeah,
but
it's good. It's like a 7.
I would give it a 7 because I even thought to myself, I was like, do I want to play that again? No.
Yeah.
I actually did. I was like, I had fun with it, but it wasn't like, say, when, oh man, Elden Ring, I can't wait to do my next playthrough, or I can't, Dark Souls, I beat 1 trillion times. You know what I mean? Like, so it was good first attempt. Maybe they'll make something a lot better next time. That'll be
the second
compelling.
game. The first one is fine. The second one is going to be something to really be like, oh, this is going to be crazy. Because they'll hit their stride. They really got what they think.
Nigga, they better. I want to fight some giant gods. That's what I'm like. Don't fight. Don't tease. Don't dick tease me these big ass gods in the beginning of the game, and I don't even fuck with them.
Yeah, give me the Give me some Asura's Wrath shit, bro. Where
Dude,
I want to fight like mountains.
What's crazy is I saw people talking about like, because obviously Astrobot won Game of the Year, which I'm stoked about. I loved the Astrobot.
I'm fine with that.
But I saw people be like, I can't believe Astrobot won over this, and it's a clip of Black Myth that is literally a cutscene.
Isn't that what happened with Spider-Man 2 last year?
It's literally what happened with Spider-Man 2. It's like, oh, I can't. How could Spider-Man 2 not win Game of the Year? And then they like, look at this, and it's like a cutscene, and it's like, this is not the game that you're showing. There's a reason. Like, Astrobot is all video games.
So I guess
that's why
movies should be in the running now.
They should.
Yeah,
as they should.
The substance wins Game of the Year.
You just put a fucking controller into the theater.
Monkey Man wins.
Arcane should win because it's kind of a game, because there's like a QuickTime event where you have to skip the fucking intro as you're watching.
He hates that show so much. I think it's crazy.
I don't hate it. I like the first
it.
season's good.
I haven't seen it. There's something about, I don't know.
It's not about female main characters. That
Absolutely.
Like,
There's something about female main
one
characters
of them's
for
gay.
sure.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, I
don't jack off to it.
I never
Not
got
as
into law,
happily.
man. I just, for some reason,
You shouldn't. You shouldn't.
I also feel like weird that I was like, this shit ain't gonna pop off. I remember when that shit launched.
You were one of those.
I was one of those people.
I don't know how you could.
I felt the same way about Fortnite. Like when they first showed Fortnite.
He did. I remember in 2012.
Yeah, in 2012. And I was right, to be fair, because like that version of Fortnite, no one gives it.
Save the world. It's gone. I don't think you can play
No,
Save
yeah,
the World anymore.
but that's what they showed. I remember they showed Fortnite, like, and it was from the dude. What was so bad about it is that it was from the Gears of War studio. It was from Epic at that time. You know what I mean?
right.
So like we were like, oh shit, a new thing from Epic, and it's just like this cartoony fucking like, let's build a base and shoot a little goblin.
That's right. It's coming back to me.
It was terrible, and I remember I posted on Facebook. I was like, this Fortnite shit's never going anywhere, and I was wrong, but so right at the same time. It was weird.
It's insane. Fortnite's not even Fortnite anymore. It's just a fucking the first person shooter. You know what's crazy? It's fire.
Is it?
I
Damn
played
it!
this morning. It was like this morning. Last night. It's fucking.
Those are two very
dope.
different things.
It would also explain like
It blurred. Lines get blurred.
I just woke up. This nigga's like fucking matches and shit.
No, yeah. So there's like a first person like 6v6 like
5v5
FPS mode in it now. And it's
crazy.
Like, and I looked at it and I was like, that looks pretty cool actually. I might give it a shot, especially because it's free. And,
I think Fortnite does this thing where it isn't gonna die anymore. I think
it's just gonna keep evolving with like whatever.
It can be anything.
It's a movie maker.
It's like
more than a
Roblox
video
kind of.
game.
That's what
Yeah.
Roblox is in certain corners.
I just hate that so many companies are trying to like get a piece of that pie. That's all.
Yeah, it's.
I was like, just let them have it. Just let them have it and do
Everybody
something else.
wants to do it, but they're not hitting.
They're not equipped to do it.
They're not gonna do it. Like Fortnite can do everything, so it's like you guys are fucked. It doesn't matter. Like even say, Warzone was pretty successful for what it was doing, but it's also like people are gonna stop playing Warzone after a little while because it's not Fortnite. Like it's just not.
Yeah, it's like
You can always just go back, and then when they added the non-build mode too, that just gave everyone that was complaining about the shit about building being like, oh, you can just play without.
Right, you can just play without
now.
this gay tower bullshit.
I hated the building.
I don't even know what what does this even do at this point? I don't.
Yeah, with the shit
you just
you can do in
build
the
it
game,
and you
that-
just get sniped, and
the
I'm like,
shit
I
you
don't
can do
understand.
now in the game is like, go ahead, build something. I'm gonna get in there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna invade.
Like this fucking Magneto, just like I don't like what does this even mean anymore?
It really is insane when you think about it. It's just like, yeah, I can build a condominium in 4 seconds. So, oh yeah, I'm Goku.
And then he just
like
it doesn't matter.
The game is so because that's Lily's favorite fucking game. That is her game. It's like, hey, play Fortnite so I can watch you play Fortnite and play through you. And I'm like, honey, I don't want to play. She's like, please. Like every night before I go take a shower, before I go to bed, she's like, can you play like at least a game of Fortnite? And I'm like, I really.
That's
don't
so crazy.
It's like therapy to her. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I
She's like,
really don't want to.
violence.
No, it is.
So,
it's like,
all right, yeah.
Okay, yeah. What else we got? Wait, we got
to speed up a little bit, but yeah. So Elden Ring, I don't know. It'll probably be fine. I'm not interested. I put too much hours in Elden Ring already.
I'm definitely playing a new one.
I'm set.
Of course.
Yeah,
There's no way I'm not.
There's a
playing.
Game of Thrones. There's a Game of Thrones game that they showed like that nobody cares about because they're fucking way late.
Yeah,
it
what
also
was
looks
that?
like a PS4.
It looks
game.
like it looks old, and
Yeah.
I was like, is this like mobile? What the fuck is this?
How do you?
Like,
I don't know how you play a Game of Thrones game.
You just play as Tyrion and you just roll around in the fucking.
Dude, I like the
you get
fucking.
attacked by rabbits.
Was it Telltale?
That's interesting.
I like that.
Oh, really? Was that good? I
the
never.
fuck happened with
I never
it?
fucked around with it.
It didn't finish, right?
No,
Yeah.
certainly. I know. Well, they went out of business.
That's true. Dude, because so it was like it took place at the side of the Red Wedding. And I was like, this fucking rules. You get to hear the music when the cue, like you
Yeah.
get to hear. I was like, this is sick. And then it's,
Yeah.
it's done.
Yeah. So I don't know if
Sick.
there's much to
Love
say
it.
about it. New Mafia game that looks cool. I like Mafia a lot. I just like they're really intimidating games to me. I don't know why.
Yeah, you play as you play the moment where Jay Leno gets pushed down the hill.
Yeah. That's the final boss is the final boss is elderly Jay Leno.
You see that?
Winner.
It's like that fight in Spider-Man 2 where you fight Mysterio in the convenience store
one
and he's just one hit. He's got like the health bar that grows like 6 times and then you punch it once and it all goes away.
That was like who was that? Somebody they did that in an Arkham game too.
They did, yeah. They do that in a couple of games.
Yeah.
I feel like they did that in one of the more recent Star Wars Jedi games too, where there's like a boss and he's got like a really long health bar and then you hit him once and he dies.
He's just done.
Oh yeah, the fucking mech dude. And you hit him
Yeah.
and he just falls off the thing.
I like that gag. It's a fun gag. But yeah, Mafia looks cool.
Mafia's-
it's
yeah.
just a CGI trailer though, so not much.
I never
to say.
actually played those games.
I played Mafia 3 for
I liked
Xbox.
2 a lot.
Is it because that's a Negro in it? Was that one?
Yeah, that was that one.
Was 3 was the black guy?
Yeah.
Actually?
3 was the black guy. Yeah, that was the guy in New Orleans. You don't remember that?
Holy shit! I think.
Hey
yeah.
man, I'm in the Mafia, and they're
That
like,
game's apparently really good. Like the story in that game is
the
apparently
best
really
guy around.
He's the best guy around. What murder?
and that's basically the entire game.
Yeah,
It's just that
it's me rolling
that
my
recycled.
eyes. It's me rolling my eyes till my eyes rip out of my head.
Is that all we got him?
We got 10 minutes. I want to talk about this Naughty Dog game.
Oh, right.
Because Naughty Dog showed off a new thing that's not The Last of Us. Thank Christ. Because I was so prepared. I was just gonna be like, oh my god, it's gonna be The Last of Us
remake.
It's gonna be The Last of Us 3.
I mean, they literally did announce that they're doing the remake for the
remaster. Well, the remaster is coming. Yeah, the remaster is coming to PC.
A remaster, a 4-year game, a game that's 4 years old, is getting remastered for the PS5 and PC and shit.
Whatever.
It's
I don't know.
4 years old.
Dude, it's better than the first one. The first one was remastered a year later. So
Very
but
true.
That's because
at least it was a new console.
Still, that's egregious.
Yeah, but at least I understood.
You guys ready for the Substance remastered in 3 months?
Yes.
The remaster of that movie? No, so there's a new Naughty Dog game. So
what is it? Intergalactic, right?
So this is my main contention with this fucking thing.
Yeah.
We this trademark for this name leaked a couple months ago, and we didn't realize it was a Naughty Dog game at that time. We covered it on Sacred. We were talking about Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet, and we were like, "This name sucks.
Fuck that.
This name sucks, dick. Like it is a terrible name. I think
it is
like one of the worst names I've ever heard."
It sounds like a fucking technique that Cell would describe.
It's just a bunch of Halo words thrown together with no.
The problem with
adherence.
Intergalactic is not. That's not even a title.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem. I'm like, Intergalactic what?
Yeah.
like it's just
the Heretic Prophet.
You got me. Intergalactic.
Even just
the Heretic Prophet.
Even if you just said, I don't know, even like something like intragalactic or something, like something else, like something that
I don't know. The name is pretty weak.
You know what's the biggest problem for me, being fucking an old ass millennial? The Beastie Boys fucking intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic.
Yeah.
All I think about is
it's
that.
all I think about too. Yeah.
You're old.
Yeah,
You're old. Holy.
You don't know about that?
That's what, of course I know about that. I have a sister that's in the freaking 40s. But it's like,
stick around and make it work. Yeah, wow.
But I haven't thought about that song in so long because I wasn't around to be able
well,
to.
To be fair, I
my
haven't
ears.
either until this fucking game dropped.
That song is fire though. That song. Shout out to the Beastie Boys. Bro.
I'll be
Shout out to
honest.
them.
That's probably one of their. I'll be nice. I don't like them. I think that's a really good song. Like people really like Sabotage. I think it's a terrible song to be honest.
I like Brass Monkey, bro.
I fucking hate that song.
That song is so fucking.
I think
silly.
the beat's kind of cool, but
I kind of like
the song.
Sabotage.
I don't. There's something about. You know what I think it is? I think it's just me being a fucking. What's the word I'm looking for? Hipster.
Right.
It's just me being a hipster. There's so many people that really like this song, and it ends up in way too many movies and shit. And I'm like, all right, fuck off, Sabotage.
Having sex and sabotage.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like
but
them.
So
They're cool.
but so this game, man. I think it looks cool. I like the sword that has like the volume. I don't even know what to even call it. Like the digital volume kind of thing is the blade. I think
that look cool.
It's cool. I like the retro kind of style of it. It's got like it's like retro future, but like 90s retro future, which is interesting. There's like CDs and stuff and like tape decks.
I was thinking at first,
I'm into it.
Is this because I was like, is this like an old like Battlestar Galactica? Because you were looking at how everything looked old.
Yeah,
and I was like, is this like, what are they doing? Is this? And then when I saw the jacket, I was thinking like that horse thing on the back. And I didn't recognize the symbol, but I was just thinking, I was just going Battlestar Galactica because they have a Battlestar Pegasus. I was like, is this a fucking battle? I was just like, I didn't know.
They wouldn't do this, right?
The one thing I knew for like, there was way too much like 80s nostalgia at the point. I'm like, okay, they wouldn't do that.
It's
Obviously, it was a 70s fucking show.
It's apparently very heavily. I think in the write up they said something. It's like it's very very Akira. Like it's drawing a lot from Akira.
Oh, interesting.
Man,
which is kind of cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
kinda dope.
that makes
Bad, but
sense.
good.
That makes sense.
I'm into it.
I knew it was Naughty Dog though when I saw the shirt mechanic. Did you see that on the bed?
Yeah.
Like I saw that, I was like, oh, I know how they are about their shit. And the shirt, it crumpled in a way that I'm like, only Naughty Dog pull that off.
Yeah, only Naughty Dog would bother to do that.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, Naughty Dog or like Rockstar maybe. But like it's not.
It's not.
It's not. Obviously, it's not.
Yeah.
But
they're not making new IP ever again. I think
probably not.
Why would you?
Why would you?
Why would you?
They have probably the two of the biggest ones under their belt. You want to
just
go to the Old West again? You want to? Maybe they can do a space game.
I would love Bully, man. I would love like a next gen Bully, dude.
I
love Bully
so much because they should have killed that nigga. They should have that dude.
They should have
That
killed
kid
him.
was so fucking like. If you did the fucked up stuff, they would have killed him. They would have put him in a fucking cell.
Hey man, he learned kung fu from a bum.
Exactly.
You couldn't fuck with him.
he was so overpowered.
I love that
in
game.
his universe.
I at least want them to do all of their old games. All of their old games were.
You had the stink bomb. With the stink bombs,
The Warriors was really good.
Yes.
Fucking Manhunt was really good. Like
Manhunt's theirs.
Huh?
Manhunt's theirs.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I didn't know Manhunt was there.
Like it's all of their old games. I wish they would just at least bring them back and give them modern controls because some of the ports they have are fucking awful. Like I can't even play Bully. It crashes.
Yeah,
Yeah. So whatever.
I don't know.
But yeah,
I think I don't know. I'm happy to see them not do the. I feel like we've just been in such a glut with Naughty Dog for like a long time. Where it's like Uncharted was swashbuckling for a little bit, but then even that got a little bit like self-serious.
Mm-hmm.
And then Last of Us was just dire the whole time, and it's been like what since 2006 that they made something that wasn't that. Because they started Uncharted in 2007.
I wouldn't say Last of Us was. Uncharted.
I guess
was,
that's
You say
it.
Last of Us wasn't dire?
Sorry, that's a change to one of me. Uncharted had a serious tone kind of shift in like the last one.
Right. So think about where The Last of Us is 2012
13.
or 2013. You're right.
Really?
So it's been 11 years.
It was the very end of the PS3 cycle.
Tail end?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember reviewing my friends' people. Yeah.
So it's been 11 years since they've not done something like this.
It's very true.
So the fact that they're into sci-fi now, dope. I'm into it. I want it.
That's great. There's a lot of sci-fi stuff coming. Exodus, which is some of the old BioWare people. That's
that's right. I heard really interesting things about that one too.
That's cool. I'm actually I'm listening to the lore right now because I want to.
Oh yeah, they got good shit.
I need something. I'm like Matthew McConaughey. He did a little voiceover for one of the trailers. He's like, I'm fucking high school girls.
I'm in space and I'm fucking high school.
I'm high school space girls.
I'm fucking high school space aliens. It's interesting.
I can't do his voice at all.
This is my buddy George Lucas. I think he might be a pedophile. I think
I really don't. I don't.
Let's get out of here before you're late. Let's get out of here.
All right, I gotta go get my teeth ripped out of my face.
Yeah. No anesthesia.
And no anesthetic. We're gonna cut. All right, we're back. Hey, it's been several years since we last recorded. It's pretty crazy. We're gonna get into your questions now. You guys ready?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm good.
I don't know who I am.
Oh man, a lot has happened in the last minute.
I'm drinking a lot of.
And Mike, oh man,
Poppy.
he's got. Damn, you can't put down the cup.
What is that?
You got the. Yeah, you got the.
Is that a probiotic soda?
He's sipping on
Yeah.
promethazine.
Yeah, you've had these at my house.
I have not.
You can't put down the cup.
I have not.
You can't put down the cup.
That poor guy.
That guy is gonna
That
die
poor guy.
fast.
Who are you talking about?
Dave Blunts.
Oh yeah.
Poor guy.
That he literally just got out of the hospital, and then it's funny that he records in the hospital too. So that's pretty cool.
That poor
Do they
guy.
soundproof his room?
No, it doesn't. I think just the beat is so loud that it masks how terrible the fucking audio must be.
Yeah, there's just like beeps in the background of like heart monitors and
it must be. That's crazy they just let him do it. Fuck it.
yeah.
I feel, man. He got me. He scared me straight. Literally,
He scared you a little bit?
He
You're like,
scared me into being healthier. Actually, I take walks and shit like that now, and I do yoga.
that is good. Hey, shout
Yoga
out-
hurt, dude. The first
You
few
do
times
yoga,
doing that shit, it
or
hurt.
you attempt.
I'm attempting. I'm doing yoga at my best right now.
Right.
There you go.
Have you mastered sucking your own cock?
Nah, I'm just not trying to go there yet. This is
Yet.
not where I'm going.
Yet. As long as you said yet. Okay. Just as long as you're being honest.
I'm trying to strengthen the lower core of the the pelvic wall.
Yeah, your
and
ass.
then
I get it.
my asshole. Just putting my hand up my ass. That's yoga for the day for me. That shit hurts really bad at first, man. It's like a really painful experience when you first start doing shit like that.
Of course.
Because your body's just not used to it, so it sounds like someone's constantly breaking shit in a China
You're
shop.
talking about butt sex, right?
We got some questions from our patrons over at patreon.com/SnarkTank. Go over there and ask us some questions. 50 Shades of Gay.
Boom.
50 Shades of Gay wrote in. He says, what are your thoughts on the drones that have started invading New Jersey? My hometown. And if this was an alien invasion, what would your dream invasion look like? You can be the invader or the invadee. I'm going to start with just what's going on there. It's clearly our government.
I didn't care about this at all.
Me neither.
Until
really.
I saw Joe Rogan get involved.
Oh my God, of course.
He shared a fucking 9-minute video of some asshole on TikTok. This guy, I'm a CEO of a drone company. Let me tell you what I think what's going on. I'm like, I didn't know owning a drone company means you have any fucking like intel on what that is. And he's like, something about there was an unexploded nuclear warhead that they're searching for, and Biden is not taking it seriously, and now it's almost too late. And then Joe Rogan's like, nothing bothered me until I saw this. Now I'm really concerned.
I did see that. I watched that video too, and it basically comes across like you watch this whole 9 minutes, and then the thesis is they were looking for something.
Yeah. And
Whoa! No shit.
Just to spice it up, though, it's got to be. It's not a nuclear. It's a nuclear warhead.
Oh, a nuclear.
Yeah, it's a nuclear. I was
gotta
like,
love that expertise.
That's why I was like, this. What? I'm not. This isn't the point. Every time there's like a point of like, Joe, it can't get worse for Joe. It's how does it keep happening? How does it keep going lower? There's got to be a fucking floor, no?
Dude, the bar is so low, man. They're
He's
playing
stupid. He's like actually like for real dumb. Like not jokingly, like haha, kind of silly. He's like stupid.
The bar for Joe Rogan is they're playing limbo in hell with that line. It is insane how far down the line for Joe is. It's just like, yeah, if he, I don't know, man.
I don't get it.
Good luck.
Good luck, man. Like, good. I mean, that's all you can say.
I would love to have Neil deGrasse Tyson go back on his podcast and just
that'd be so
listen to
funny.
him.
None of those.
Because Neil don't never go back.
Oh no,
they'll never go back.
They want to, but they're not invited.
Yeah,
really?
Joe Rogan is living. He's fucking. This is what I would call fantasy maxing. And what I mean by that is
that's pretty good.
This is what I've invented a new maxing. It's called delusion maxing.
It's delusion maxing, fantasy maxing.
I like fantasy maxing.
He's trying to maintain that, so he doesn't. There's certain people. Say for example, Vladimir Zelensky was like, "Please let me come on the podcast." Fucking one of somebody that Joe Rogan respects, who's one of the lineal heavyweight boxing champions. Oh my God, I forgot his name right now. But he's that Ukrainian dude. I can't believe it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Nobody listens. Nobody watches boxing that's listening to this.
Yeah.
But it's just annoying that it's anyway. He and Zelensky both begged to come on Joe Rogan's podcast, and he refused. Yeah. And the only reason he would refuse is because he doesn't want to learn like what's really happening in Ukraine. Because he was like, "Fuck you, Zelensky," and like almost crying to be like, "You're leading us to World War III, not the people who illegally invaded a sovereign nation."
Yeah,
Zelensky is leading us to World War III.
So crazy. It's whatever. But good luck.
Good luck, Joe. Good luck.
There's literally a whole war separating them. Like, we're gonna have our faction. That just, I don't know, man.
Vladimir Klitschko.
I
just remembered.
It just takes reading a little bit, you know. Like a little bit.
Not even.
Like a little bit.
It really is common sense. It really is common sense where it's just like, you have a podcast where you let anybody on, supposedly. Mm-hmm. One of the most relevant people in the world, ostensibly right now, the president of Ukraine.
Yeah.
Who is undoubtedly like one of, at this moment in time, getting him on the record is a matter of historical significance.
Yes.
Like, that's going to be in textbooks probably. Actually,
just the way that like having Trump was.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like.
So why would you not do it? It's like,
it is, you know exactly why.
Obviously, yeah. Obviously, we know why. Tulsi Gabbard's paying him to not have him on. We can make our own conspiracy theories. Why not?
Did you see Russian media was even joking? They're like, she's one of us, right? Like they were making jokes like,
really?
yeah, because they're like, she's so obviously an asset that even they were like mocking her for how like you're too on the nose.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
too obvious.
Yeah.
She tricked us, man. She tricked me.
She tricked everybody.
I was on her side.
I don't
man.
know. See, here's the thing.
Well,
That's why
she didn't trick me for that long though. Like, I
she-
feel like she fell off pretty quick.
She
She's
did.
still hot, in my opinion.
Right,
But,
like she still is like whatever we were calling her back in the day. I don't remember something about mom or mommy, or
Something like that. I don't know, whatever.
You'd still hit, but you'd feel gross after you busted. You know, you feel a little disappointed. Like I really.
I don't think I have that, but I guess
No,
I'm lying.
Well, it's more because, like, say, look, there's some terrible people out there that are really hot, and you would probably, in an animalistic setting, right? You just go for it, and then afterwards you're like, I hate this bitch. Like, it's kind of gross. Why'd I do that? Kind
Yeah.
of thing, you know. Like, why'd I
You know
do
what's
that?
crazy? What's crazy is that I don't have that because I always fear, God forbid, if I somehow impregnate this person, I'm gonna have a kid that's half them that I have to be involved with, and I don't want that.
Why don't you just not do it?
Exactly. That's
No,
it.
I mean
It's
just
like,
don't impregnate the person.
shit happens, bro.
No, it doesn't.
No, I'm
For you.
For me, I have like double. Like I think my nuts were already fucked up, my sperm or whatever, and I'm on TRT. It's like I'm solid. I can rope all day.
I've
It's awesome.
impregnated my floor, bro. It's terrifying.
It's gross.
The
floor
toilet.
incubated
Yeah,
the
it's
fucking
tight.
baby
I had to
somehow.
I had to stomp it out.
Brother,
Ugh.
So yeah,
What's that guy up to? Does he have any more quotes? That guy was cool.
he's just being Islamic and kind of
You
peaceful.
think he's like throwing stones at gay people or something?
of course.
Like right after that clip, or he was talking about gay people, brother, and then he just threw a stone at a gay guy.
It makes me really sad because like there's always like some morsels. Like Islam has so many like morsels of like wisdom, and then it's like, all right, and then I'm gonna proceed to go beat the fuck out of my wife, and it's like, come on, dude.
That's why I feel
Just give me the full package. Be good enough. I want to wear that stuff. I want to be you.
That's why I feel like Buddhists are. I give them the biggest pass because they don't historically in the public's eye. They don't go hard in the paint on women or gays or whatever. Now
Yeah.
we don't know exactly what's going on with all but let's say in a public setting,
Of course. Yeah, if you heard about a Buddhist terrorist attack, you would immediately be like, well, what did they
do to him?
Yeah.
Like,
what did they do to him?
What
Yeah.
did the other people do to the Buddhists for them to react so clearly in kind?
I'd be like,
Right,
why?
right.
How did he make his key blow up like that? That's impressive.
made
That's
his key blow
that's insane. He learned how to do that.
Anyway, yeah, the drones, I don't know. I didn't care about this. My mom sent me something about it. It's like, oh, there's drones or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I don't know, man. Whatever. It's clearly, the thing about it, it would be interesting if it was an alien. It's not. it simply isn't. It's not a foreign government
yeah,
because that shit would be shot down immediately.
yeah.
You'd
So
never
it's-
see it. Yeah, we'd never see it for.
It would be like even when they had that balloon thing, that Chinese balloon thing, it got fucking dealt with pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Once they figured out what it was, they dealt with it immediately.
Yeah, I don't know. So it's the fact that it's clearly us and they're clearly, I don't know, scouting or testing technology or looking for something, like whatever. Like it means nothing to me because I have no concrete, any information as to what that could possibly be.
Right.
So whatever.
At that point, yeah, it's like not care about it, you know.
It's just not care about it until something interesting actually happens.
Like privatizing the post office is a real more intense thing. People should be
that
caring
shit was
about.
funny. You know, what's
Shit's insane.
The funny thing was, even in your comment section, there was somebody like, "This is a good idea."
Bro, I don't.
And I'm
know
like,
how-
what are we talking
I don't
about?
know how people. What I
don't even know about this.
understand-
So let's back up real quick. So Trump came out saying that he was looking into privatizing the postal service.
Oh my God.
Like USPS is one of the few things in the government that actually, despite what anybody says, works incredibly well against all odds. Because with the amount of people there are and how consistent people get their mail, and it rarely gets lost because there are things that get lost. People,
Yeah, my mail's gotten lost recently, but like relative, yeah.
When you think about like the amount of times, it's not like this is a consistent piece of shit. To me, it's miraculous that it even works. Because I'm like, think about the amount of mail that has to get sorted out and distributed every fucking day.
Yeah.
And so now let's privatize it. Oh, it's gonna get much. Yeah, that's a great fucking idea.
I'm not paying for fucking mail.
No,
First
I'm not
off, First
paying
of all, let
for-
me tell you this. No, I'm not paying for anything. If you need to reach me and I have to pay to get it, I'm not. You're not reaching.
suck my
me.
cock.
Suck my cock. Text me. What the fuck are you? What are we talking about?
That is so insane because that is just the start. That is just the start of that. And they're gonna privatize school, of course. That's gonna happen because why not make people dumber?
We're gonna try to privatize everything. They're gonna try. I don't know if they'll get everything done, but
They're gonna.
try.
They're gonna. This is what happened, right?
Here's what I'm gonna say: privatize the fire department and privatize the police. Go ahead, do it. Do it.
That would be great.
I bet. I would love to see.
Yeah, if you hate
I would
socialism-
love to see how many people
Die.
in. I would love to see how many trailer park people are going to love that.
Yeah.
They're going to love it. It's
They're
going to
gonna
be
love
great.
it.
I'm sure you'll be well treated.
Yeah, pay like $3,000 like you do for a fucking ambulance.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Like-
we showed up and we filed a report. That'll be 16 grand.
Yeah,
And we're not going to find your stolen shit.
I'm in favor of that because those people, they hate socialism so much,
Yeah, go do it.
They hate socialized
it.
systems. So I'm like, yeah, we shouldn't have a socialized system like the fire department or a fucking library or the police. Nothing like that. It's stupid. What a dumb thing. Why are we
the
you know
idea
how,
that-
you know how that bad that would, New York would fall apart.
would be hilarious.
Everything
New York
be-
would fall apart in a day.
Well, dude, the thing about it is just like not everything needs to be a fucking grind set, fucking capitalistic fucking thing. Some things I think benefit from it a lot, and then other things don't.
Yeah.
It's not difficult to comprehend. I
Public
really don't get it.
protection should not be privatized.
There are certain
Right.
things.
That's just how it should. Like you
We
can
should
like,
privatize the prisons. It's like, oh well, I got some news.
Yeah.
For you. I got news for you.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, why do arrests increase? Why? Like it all trickles down to everything. It's like
I can't figure out why people are incentivized to lock people up for the dumbest reason. I don't understand.
yeah, it's
Fucking
it's-
retard.
geniuses.
It's all those arguments where it's like the same motherfuckers that say that. I'll be like, oh my god, 50% of the population of prison is black, and it's like,
Well,
it absolutely isn't. First and foremost, the arrest rate is 50% is black, but like also like 45% of them get exonerated for not doing anything.
yeah, unjustly.
well, it's
Unjustly exonerated is crazy.
Unjustly.
And then it's like it's.
Ever hear about OJ?
OJ is say what you want, all right? That was a groundbreaking moment. That was Super Saiyan. That was Goku and Super Saiyan moment. It was like, oh, this is
I mean, look,
this is a once in a lifetime moment. You
retribution-
got to be there.
If you could see any moment in history from like a complete, like let's say there's like a time machine that it doesn't send you back in time necessarily, but it sends like almost like a detached like spectral camera to see the past exactly as it happened. Would that be one of the things you would see?
No,
I would be so curious.
I like the mystery of it.
What is it's like? It's an Agatha Christie novel. What do you?
Yeah, I like the mystique of it. I would want to see.
fair enough, I guess.
I'd want to see. I don't know. I want to see the moment where Judas is like, "I'm gonna do it." Fuck
Yeah,
this
yeah.
nigga.
I was gonna say
Fuck
the
this.
crucifixion.
You want to see the moment?
Then when he was
Yeah.
like, "Fuck this nigga," yeah.
So are we just like in like
We're like a bird fly on the wall.
we're just in like things that like
Protect us.
we're just like pretending? Or I don't.
It's-
what reality are we in right now? Are we like in a reality where that's like real, or what?
No,
are
it
we
happened.
doing?
Well, yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Obviously.
I'm just trying to figure. I'm just saying, like we're talking
We're in
about
a
this like
reality
this is
where-
like in a fucking history book and not a Bible.
Look, man.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not being. I don't want to be anti-Semite, but like, I'm pretty sure there were no magical Jewish people. I'm just saying.
I want to see. I want to see the moment where someone decided to write "Jesus walked on water," and I want to see what that is.
I do
You know
wanna-
what I mean?
I do want to see the like. Let's say you know how there's like a writer's room when
Stop.
they have a pizza. They're all fucking like all gross and sweaty.
They're bouncing ideas off each other.
Yeah. Like, because that is literally what else could it be? Especially when they rush to finish it because probably like one of the emperors, like Constantine or whatever, is like, I want my Bible now, and they just started stitching shit together. That's why.
It's like Song of Ice and Fire. They're just like, "Where's the fucking Bible?"
It's. I mean, look, when you read through that shit, you're like,
It's
okay, I
a-
see the editorial mistakes where they're conflicting things throughout the because like it wasn't like reviewed. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It was just slapped
Yeah, it's a
together.
hastily edited
also,
mess,
There's also books, so every person had a different hand on each book.
It's just
So
like
it's like you can
hot off the presses, dude, and then they just started
shit's
talking
steaming.
that
Shit's
shit.
steaming.
They're just like, oh, please, I hope he doesn't kill me.
I hope he can't read this. Actually,
you know he couldn't. He was just like, excellent. He just,
Is that my name?
It's
Good.
Sure.
He scrolled through all the pages.
how
this
used to,
is great.
like how little kids read comics when they just look at pictures.
Yeah, they don't
And it's
fucking-
like, this is fucking lit.
That's
Look
how
at
it
this
was-
part.
I remember that my first comics, just looking at the shit and having no idea what's happening. I was actually when the first Spawn comics came out. First, it was a little bit.
You were alive for the first ones?
Yeah, so like there was a little bit
Because
like
it was like 90, right? I think it was the first one probably
yeah,
dropped. and
something
you were,
like I was way too young to.
You were 96, right? Or 94?
What do you mean?
You were born, when were you born?
No, I was born in '88.
88? Oh my God.
Yeah, are you
that's
dumb?
what I
Are you
meant.
stupid?
Yeah.
Shoot him. Kill him.
A rifle comes in a frame.
I just remember looking at some of the ones
Vaudeville rifle.
that whoa. I'd be frightened because I'm like, am I next? What do I do? Like at that point, I don't know.
Am I next? Not can I help my friend?
Right.
Oh shit, am I next? What do I do?
Well, there's just this fucking mysterious gun that just came out and blew your head off. Now, what I'm sure I'm gonna say something to offend that entity. Nah, fuck all that.
The rifle. You ever heard stories
Yeah.
of the rifle?
We can't.
It shows up and blows people's heads off if they say something a little too stupid.
I like the idea that it would slowly creep it. It would be like a really long barrel that would slowly like creep it, just like the hook,
Yeah.
and just like place against the temple, and then just blow.
That's fucking scary, dude.
That's so scary. It's not even worth being afraid of it. You know?
That loops around to being silly. From,
Yeah.
Guys, I had a crazy dream. I don't like seeing like gruesome scenes and like murders or whatever, but like I don't know what was happening, but something happened to a lady and the husband wanted to get revenge on the guy that did something. So the guy rings the doorbell, the guy that wants revenge. The guy answers the door. This dude hits the guy with a 2x4 so hard that it snaps off his fucking wrist and his head's barely hanging on.
Wait, he breaks his wrist?
His
He
wrist
does so much recoil damage?
The guy fucking like puts his hand up to like try to block it. It hits his wrist and hits his head so hard that it's just hanging on by a thread. When he falls on the ground, his head just falls off. And I was freaked out in the dream.
Tom and Jerry ass fucking moment. You had
Except
in
for
a dream.
rated X, I guess. Fucking the TVMA Tom and Jerry.
That is fucking crazy.
It fucking like disturbed me. A 2x4. I was like, how did he do this with a 2x4? And then when I looked at the body on the ground, I don't know why I was there. I'm like a camera looking.
Right.
And I was grossed out, like seeing this guy's head off from just being hit so hard.
I have something similar to that where it's not a dream, but it's like someone showed me a picture of Mussolini and his wife after they did what they did to them.
Oh yeah.
Dude, his face looks like it looks like a imagine a cherub but bad. Like his face is so swollen and battered that it looks like someone's like it's a Buddha, you know, like the Buddha at like Thai restaurants where it's like that, but it's just imagine that, but in a destroyed sense. And I was like, oh my God, they really got. For a moment, I was like, I think they might have took it too far.
They really booted this motherfucker up.
I thought I was like, maybe they took it too far on it. Maybe they
they took it
deserve
too
all
far.
that. But I was like, nah, this is like top 7. of
Look,
the worst
ultimately, just kill him.
Yeah,
You know?
I'm not a huge torture person, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm not really even like the worst people, like say if there were certain CEOs, like at a certain point I'd be like, all right, let's wrap it up. Let's wrap
people. No,
it up, man.
torture is just simply for for example. That's it. That's the reason why you torture. You
Well,
don't,
there's a lot of people that torture then kill people.
oh yeah, I think torturing is brutal, but I think you torture to prove an example. You know, it's like you do this.
Are you justifying torture right now?
Not
A little bit,
justifying it,
kind
but,
of.
like, I understand what it's used for. I wouldn't torture somebody, but clearly, like,
Do you think that the serial killers that torture, like rape, torturing, and then murder, they're trying to set an example for their next victim, or what do you mean?
I think that people that do shit
Or
like
you just
that,
think of it in a political sense?
well, yes, I'm not the people that do that in general.
Yeah, okay.
If you do that in the first place, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Just eliminate the person that's being the problem to you. But clearly, people torture to be like, oh, I'm going to do this. So, like, obviously, scarecrows, you know, or like where they
Yeah, or
came
it's-
from.
it's
The
like-
hangman, you know, like they do that to make it a sign for
It's
other
like
people.
You impale a motherfucker like and they're like on the stake and you're like, let this be an example that
Yeah.
if you eat my fucking sweet roll, you're
Yeah. You're just sitting there impaled. You're like,
I just ate a fucking honey bun,
Oh,
bro.
my ass.
This is so annoying.
Can I get down now?
You clench your ass so hard you break the spike that you're on and pull it out of your mouth, throw it on the floor.
That's crazy.
Damn,
Can I leave now? It's
surviving
like,
that
that's
would be
horrible.
fucking wild. Maybe back in the day, there were some hard men back in the day because they had to be. You know, they didn't have any medicine or anything, so you just have to be a little harder.
I don't think they were harder. I think they just meant it more, you know? I don't think they were like more durable. I think they just like whatever they did, they meant it harder, you know?
No, I don't know what you mean.
Because like throw an average man and then like a fucking like Mayan warrior at somebody, right? Like physically, probably a man, like an average, like decently in shape man could probably kill one of those little fucking lily-sized Mayan motherfuckers. But what happened is that they mean it, you know? Like they're like, oh, I have to kill you because if I don't kill you, you're gonna take my home and my food.
They weren't like Oompa Loompas.
Nah, they were tiny.
I don't think they
weren't
weren't
that
fucking
small.
midgets, dude.
Lily's not a midget. She's short as fuck though.
This is like that Napoleon thing where they're like, Napoleon's like 2 foot
yeah,
6.
he's
He's,
not-
he's actually average.
I think it was like
normal height.
5'9" or something.
Why? Which one?
Yeah, he's like 5'8" or something.
Yeah, something like
This
that.
could be an incorrect statement, but there was a person that apparently studied it his whole life. He's a fucking.
Was he on Joe Rogan?
No, he wasn't. He wasn't on Jogan. No, he wasn't on Jogan.
He could have been though.
But he was like, they were like 5'2", and I was like, oh, I'd kill the fuck out of one of those little tiny
don't-
niggas.
you
But
know-
then the thing is that when they would fight me, I don't fight with the like I have to fight to kill. I don't have that switch flipped yet.
They
do.
They were all of them 5'2".
They were
I
about
just
the
don't.
average size. He said.
I hear so many things like that, and
That's
then
true.
It's just like we spread misinformation like crazy, man. It's crazy,
Especially here.
Yeah, I mean, this is the
we
podcast
do it
for
by
it, yeah.
mistake, but people do it on purpose, and it's
Yeah.
funny. It's funny by mistake.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
I say to the people,
Yeah, we
that,
don't do it on purpose.
Yeah, we don't do. Even if we do it on purpose, guys, if you're listening,
You
to
know what?
this
Even if
and,
we did do it,
like,
So
you know what I mean?
Bill Burr
this
ass
is
fucking
called the
statement.
Snark Tank Podcast.
Yeah, this is not. You should never be coming here for news.
Like, it's not like if you should be able to tell the difference between when we're just giving you some like, oh, genuine insight on something we're passionate about versus we're talking out of our ass and it's like, oh, grain of salt.
I'm not passionate about anything.
Okay, we're gonna get to the next question then.
Pretty cool.
Because that really.
I really want to die. I really want to die. I really don't want to be here.
But you still want to kill yourself? Is that it?
Every time I close my eyes, I get really happy. I'm not gonna open them again. Then I open them again. It's crazy.
What the fuck did you just say? You
I try to sleep. I try to sleep forever, but it don't work.
All right.
I don't want to be alive anymore. I'm in a lot of pain. I'm in extreme amount of pain. I don't
all
want
right,
to be.
so hold on. We got a question here that made me giggle when I was going through
That
this.
shit's great.
Kevin Durant's feet wrote in. He says, "Hello, fellers. First time, gay time. I follow up to the sweater weather singer gender thing.
Oh, nice.
The first line in the song is literally, and all I am
is a man."
is a man.
Yeah, which could be ironic. That is not the first time a woman has done something like that.
Is it?
You're right.
no.
There's definitely songs where I've heard people say like.
No, it's not even like actually. This was
It's like Michael Bublé singing Santa Baby.
like on a. I mean, could be, but it's like.
Homo.
But the thing is, there's a thread actually that when the song came out in like 2014 or whatever, so like 10 years ago, somebody even the first thing that they did was use an example of a different song where a woman, because it's obviously out of the thousands and thousands of songs that have existed over fucking time, of course. So like somebody says, oh, that's the first lyric, and I'm like, that's not. When you're hearing a voice that sounds like a female, that is just it. If you hear the lyric, that doesn't automatically mean, oh, this must be a man. Then.
Look, I will say people are latching onto this.
Oh,
particularly like in a weird way.
Well,
I think it's
I know
funny.
why they are. I know why they are. Because this, look, man, one thing that, again, this is something, I respect our audience and everything, right? I respect everybody here. Appreciate you guys listening.
He does.
Yeah.
I don't.
But there is a thing that some people, I know how people, I know how egotistical people can get. And they don't remember how they first found out about, like, say, there's a lot of people that just know this band. They know the artist. So they're just like, oh, I've always known. I would bet any amount of money the first time they heard this song, they didn't know. Because that would be like, say, just think of any guy singer. Think of like fucking Freddie Mercury. And if you're just
Right.
like, oh, I knew that was like say Freddie Mercury was a woman, turns out, and you're like, oh, I knew it was a woman. You'd be like, from the way the voice is, like, no.
Yeah.
If you just heard Freddie Mercury, you'd be like, oh, I assume that was a guy. And then, so I'm just saying, in that tone,
Right.
tonally, I don't know why there's any contention other than people probably misremembering that the first time they heard, they didn't know unless they either saw the guy singing it, like
Yeah, they might have seen the music video or
they
something.
saw something, but just hearing, because me, I only heard it on the radio. I heard it on K-Rock. And I was like, oh, this is a great song. Like, The Neighborhood. And I just thought, shit, because the literal tone of the voice is not how a male sounds.
Yeah.
Like, and now you can go out of your way.
It's like Shirley Temple.
What do you mean?
That's what he sounds like to me.
Does he?
Yeah.
Not at all, but I understand what you mean.
Edible quick.
That's what I was like trying to. I was like, wait, how's she
Monkey
sound
didn't
again?
I still have that image in my mind of her with blackface on, bro.
Yeah. But, like,
never seen a more guilty looking
That is
person in my life.
so unfortunate because it wasn't her choice.
I know she looks like she did. She knows she did something bad.
It's just like you doing it to a kid. It's so and people like sometimes you see kids in like clan outfits and shit, and you're like,
You mean
damn.
dripped up?
Yeah, I mean it's some
Clan
cool
drip?
wizard shit. Yeah.
Look, man.
So like they're
I
in.
will always think it's cool because the Power Rangers ninjas.
They grow up. Those kids grow up not being racist because they hate their fucking parents,
just like-
and they're like, "Fuck, there's a picture of me
You know,
with
when
the
they
clown
when they
outfit
marry
on."
their black partner, like it happened, like the classic when they marry their black partner,
I love that.
and then they're like, "I'm so sorry. There is a picture of me in a clan outfit out there. I did not put myself in it, but I do look good."
Well,
in it.
you know what
Why
I
not?"
would. Well, you know what I would do is like just because I don't have anything like that with me at all. So like when I have a kid, just to make sure that I maintain the upper hand,
Oh yeah, blackmail.
I'll put him in. I'm easily gonna put him in blackface.
Oh, that's pretty smart.
Easily.
Your kid's
I like
probably going
that.
to be half black. I feel like that's going to be an unfortunate cause for you.
Nah, I don't think so.
I think it might.
I don't think so.
I think you're going to fuck up and it's going to be. It might be for the person you decide to marry or whatever, but it's going to be, and you're going to be like, damn, dude.
Yeah, there's already some
I just
little.
don't think so.
There's
And then
already some
I'm-
little ray guns running around.
And then I'm going to call your kid the N-word all the time. Hard R. I'm like,
You would do that regardless.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes,
yeah,
you
I
would.
would. Yeah, I would. I would like hold the kid and
That's
whisper
true.
it in his ears. I'm like, you say this word a lot when you grow up, right? Get your dad in trouble. Say your dad made me
Say this
this.
like it's a victory jingle. You know?
this is the cool way to say hooray.
Oh my god, man.
Oh my God.
man, I can't wait, man.
Destroying a child like that would be funny. That would be really good.
It's really funny until you like take a moment to like realize you,
To digest it?
set them down a really unnecessarily bad
Funny.
path.
So what you should do is adopt, and then you just practice on another person's child. Is you feel no connection to it because it's
Give it
not
back.
yours.
Yeah, you feel no connection. Like most people feel no connection to their adopted children.
Yeah, right. Isn't
right?
that's the norm?
It's entirely synthetic, all fake.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That is so outrageous.
You have no attachment to
Anyway.
adopt.
That's
It
crazy.
is
get
pretty
another
much a
one.
roommate.
Oh, yeah, let's
You
go.
ask it for rent.
Yeah.
All right, Balls wrote in. Says, you guys talk about how old people aren't going to be as decrepit and all that in the near future, but I think you're forgetting that most of these issues we face with age are because of the genetic information lost each time our cells perform mitosis, so we're probably just cooked.
I disagree with that. That's
so-
pretty obviously not true.
I think just by looking at certain people who take really good care of themselves
Yeah, that's
versus who don't, like the medicine that we have available. Because I'm one of the people leading the charge of talking about this because people say I want to live fast, die young, and I'm like, just wait and get older. It's not going to be as bad, I promise you. First of all, if you look at just an old person, I know what this guy's saying because no matter what, you're going to start to deteriorate, but you can definitely slow it down.
Yeah.
And one thing that people forget, and why I think like endocrinology is so important, and we're like so fucking far behind in it, is by what do you call it? What I can't think of the word I'm looking for.
Oh, I don't
describe
know.
it.
Yeah, what is it?
Regulate. Sorry, I just couldn't regulate. Was what I was looking
All
for.
good.
But regulating the hormones, like as you just get older, right? Because one of the things that make people so fucking brittle and fucked up is by their testosterone just plummeting, and then they get old, they fucking fall, they break their hip, and it's over. And then your immune system sucks dick because of other things. It's just like it's
Dude,
just there's so many things that hit you.
I think that like he's right that like as our cells divide, they break down. We lose more code as we divide over and over again. We have a relatively fixed amount of cells that can divide over and over again as we can
Just get more cells.
Well, the thing is that if you can look simply at like people that are 65 between now and 35 years ago. There's a significant difference in the way they're able to move themselves around and exist.
Yeah,
it's an extreme amount of difference.
I think,
but there's also like better ways to get work done too.
I mean,
because I do have a theory.
Well.
I do have a theory. I think a lot more people get work done than would admit
to be. Oh yeah,
but
100%.
I think the ones that we see or that we notice are the
the fucking
botch
botched
jobs.
ones.
Yeah.
No, it's obvious when like who did I see recently? There was a celebrity that's in their 60s that looks phenomenal. I can't remember.
I don't know.
You would know who they are because I saw them.
You mean Tomei? She's not in her 60s.
Who?
Marissa Tomei. She's in her early 50s.
Oh, Marissa Tomei. Yeah,
Maybe it's that.
That is the most recent thing that I saw.
Maybe it's her.
Where I was
Maybe
like,
it's her.
Jesus
I remember seeing
Christ.
someone who's like really old, but they look like not. And I'm like, oh, that's just beautiful work. Like, obviously genetics play a part, just like in everything. But then there's also the people that don't fuck themselves or who add, like, I was just looking at Will Sasso's wife. She seems lovely, but she has fake cheeks and it looks stupid. And it's like, I'm sorry, it's never not going to look stupid if you add like cheeks or something. But if you're just, I think a little Botox, that's not like a little bit of smoothing or whatever the fuck people use.
It's the same thing as anything. Moderation is the key to a lot of that stuff.
I think we are gonna. Or
dude, like people who do like the hair transplant and then they just give themselves an unreasonable hairline. It's just like, just give yourself like a normal, give yourself a normal
give
hairline.
yourself the fucking Marcus Phoenix.
Yeah,
dude, it is fucking the widow's peak of his hairline goes down the bridge of his nose.
His hairline is
Phoenix.
For
it is
real.
ridiculous.
His hairline is for real right here. Like dead. I
think his big. He just has no forehead. I think that's the biggest
I don't know.
problem.
He has
I have a very
like a
small
one
forehead.
head.
I have a very small forehead compared to most people.
Yeah,
I don't have a big forehead, but that guy is absurd. His shit, there's like.
It's
like if
half that.
Like if his
a choice.
eyebrows, if they furrow, touch his hairline.
What I like is how would he look if he didn't look like say if you gave him a normal size forehead, would he look fucking weird because we're so used to seeing him like this?
He would look so wrong. He would look so Marcus Phoenix with correct hair would probably look so fucked up and so uncool and dumb. But the thing that's funny about it is that like they probably couldn't figure it out either, which is why they gave him the bandana for the entirety of the scene.
They were like, oh,
that is true.
They were just like, we can't fucking figure out this guy's head.
I think that's completely
You're like,
true.
okay, what are we gonna do? It's just like, I don't know, man. Put a fucking bandana, put a do-rag on.
Yeah. Oh, I do want to say one thing though about to this person's point. It is possible. Say if somebody only took advantage of the medicine that prolongs their life, they can still be very old and decrepit. They would just live longer because obviously that's the reason why people got old and decrepit. At a certain point, the ones that were able to live up to 70s, past 70s and everything. And now since that's the average, you're at that age, you're going to be old and decrepit. Yeah. Now I just feel like technology is going to break through to make people not as fucked up like that. But however, say if somebody lives to 120 now, like probably when you start getting up into like 115, 100, you're probably going to start looking like that.
The thing is this, right? Our bodies, as everything gets worse, right? The thing. This is like a really dumb, silly thing to like add into it, but it's like the idea of like vampires. Vampires, they live forever relatively, right? They have that like, oh, they just live and keep living, but they go crazy because the brain isn't meant to go on that long. By the nature of experiencing all the shit they do, they go nuts. That's just how it. Even if they can heal time and time again, they just kind of go crazy. And that's the problem for us. Is like if we live too long, we have to make sure our brain stays intact as well, which is the thing we know so little about, or we'll just end up becoming healthy people with fucking dementia. We'll be physically fine.
It should be noted though that vampires are not real.
That's true.
That's a very good point. I'm glad you brought that up, Chris.
I literally prefaced that. It's like having a debate about like the Bible and someone being like, I understand everything you said, right?
In fact,
I get it, but God's not real, and I assume you're gay.
The Torah is actually the only real thing. Yeah. In fact, I hate the way he says in fact.
You see him getting in beef, obviously for the views with Bill Burr.
Like no, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, so he's just been.
Oh wait, no, I did. I heard something about this, right? Where he's like, I went to a Bill Burr show. He's one of my favorite comedians, and it was just terrible. He's infected with the woke virus. In fact, his wife is black and dumb and gay, and I'm so upset, and I'm short, and my penis fell off. In fact, my colon fell out yesterday.
I'm short and my penis fell off.
Really
He
upset.
didn't know where
Really
it fell.
upset.
He didn't know it fell off. He's like, oh man, my dick's gone.
I rolled down my
sister-
pants and awkwardly down a vent.
My sister cut me off. She said, "Hey, we can't do this anymore. It's actually against our faith."
My sister broke up with me, and I'm so sad.
I'm so
My
upset.
sister broke up with. Dang, bro, Abby Shapiro, man.
I
There's
joined the
no-
Daily Wire for a crack at Abby, man.
Yeah.
Uh,
I would
For one crack.
right now, Kingston.
You only
She
get
sprayed
one
me
shot.
so hard with boob milk that my yarmulke flew right the fuck off.
Can we go to next? That was so absurd.
Wow. Outrageous. Cowabunga.
Amado.
Who's saying cowabunga? Him?
Him. Because he's a fucking nerd.
I say cow. I want to say it. I don't say it because I get scared. but I wanna
Cowabunga,
say
in
that.
fact.
Yeah. Bill Burr fucked my sister. Bill Burr fucked Abby. I'm very upset.
There was so much
She cheated on me. She cheated on me with Bill Burr.
Yeah, Bill Burr cucked me. More like Bill Bull.
Bill.
There was so much milk in the bedroom. I lost my footing a few times.
Oh my god.
Oh man, what's Abby been up to, man? With her
don't know.
stupid gay husband.
Did you see that that other woman left the what is it? There was like some lady.
Oh, the clone. Brett something.
Benjamina Sapiro or whatever the fuck her name is.
Benjamin.
Benjamina. It's
Yeah, she Brett Cooper.
Brett Cooper.
Yeah, and she left, and I think
She
they
left.
replaced her already.
Did they?
Yeah. They
The
got
crazy
some
thing
new
is
blonde
that
lady.
they kept this. She got nothing. They owned everything about her. So then now that she started over with a brand new channel.
and a brand new name probably because they probably own Brett Cooper.
Brett Cooper.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I feel like they would have changed her name to something more feminine.
Yeah.
If it was like fake, because like Brett Cooper, I'm like, what the fuck?
I really thought that was a guy for the longest time.
if you
Sounds
hear
like
the
it.
name, that's like Brett
Even
Cooper.
when I was watching, I was like, who is this guy?
Who's this dude?
I just hate that she's in a studio that looks like a room. It's so obnoxious.
Oh yeah, it looks like a normal.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, but it's clearly a set, and there's like studio lights above it.
It's so obnoxious.
It
We're
is
like,
pretty fucking obnoxious.
I'm just like you guys. I'm in a fucking room recording.
It's me. I'm Brett Cooper. I'm just like you, in fact.
I really.
Would
hate
you
that.
actually?
Sorry, I have to
honestly-
take the week off. My pussy is bleeding profusely.
Jesus Christ.
Bro, I wouldn't be surprised at all if that literally was Ben Shapiro in drag.
It's just.
I wouldn't be
Does
surprised
she look
at
that
all.
much like him?
She looks like she actually looks more related to Ben than Abby does.
Yeah, she does. I think you could beat Ben Shapiro up enough that he looks like her.
Just beat him up and then slap a wig, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden, like,
Just bash his skull into a specific kinds of corners.
yeah,
and I think it would work pretty.
we're kind of in business. I have a weird thing where I want to just. I mean, I don't know what they're probably on to like, blonde hair, blue eyed guys, but still.
Probably not.
But, well, I mean, at the same time, I feel like they could. I just want to ruin these people.
You want to like convert one of them?
Yeah, I want to that's the only, it's not even about like, oh, she's hot, I want to fuck Brett Cooper or whatever. It's just, no, like just fucking.
Just the premise of turning.
Yeah,
someone.
you stupid
We'll just
bitch.
rough him up. Just give him like one good.
I knew
shitting
you
at
were
him, just
about
rough him
nothing.
up, like just leave him there like the fucking proverbial freshly fucked cat.
Yeah. Cat.
Like the
cat.
the squirrel with the two condoms that just left dead.
Yes.
Even
Do that to a woman, but
so
like
kill them.
No, they're not dead. They're
The
just
squirrel's
out of the
dead
fight.
in that photo.
They're
You know
just-
that, right? He's
no,
not
like
that photo's. The squirrel's not just taking a nap.
I know, but the idea of having someone be heavily fucked to a degree, which they continue to live afterwards, at least.
Okay, I guess. I mean, but no, yeah. You fuck them stupid, and then you be like,
You fucking stupid. and
I knew
leave
you were
them.
about nothing. You spit on them and then leave. Yeah, you hot. You spit on that, boy.
Hey, spit on it.
You spit on that.
Alexa, play Stupefy.
Oh my god!
Oh my God.
She's
All right,
in so much trouble.
Let's move on.
I feel bad for her actually.
That is-
because she's just a moron that ended up in Moron Street. You know,
Who?
the fucking
Well,
hot tour
the-
girl. She's
yeah,
in
the-
trouble, dude.
Oh well, it's idiot.
I mean, I understand that because she's being taken for advantage of. So it's like, oh, you dumb poor bitch.
Yeah.
that sucks.
Yeah.
Like, you stupid bitch. You literally had it good.
You literally got pumped and dumped on like an economic scale. It's crazy.
How do you? One of the few people who made it outside of the 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
And then fucked it up royally.
She had at least 25 minutes.
Dude, she had
Yeah.
a little bit. She kept getting famous people on that fucking podcast. And I didn't understand why.
Yeah.
Like,
Introducing our guest for this week's Talk to a Podcast, Noam Chomsky.
And you're like, why?
and then Norm Finkelstein.
Yeah, Norm Finkelstein. Introducing the
Oh, Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, Vladimir Putin. Introducing Neil deGrasse Tyson and a dinosaur.
And it does. So Haley, I don't think dinosaurs. oh, Jesus!
And he grapples it. He starts getting.
He's fucking fighting the dinosaur.
like, yo, what is he doing? Why is Neil deGrasse
and then
Tyson out fighting a dinosaur?
Haley's there, just like, are you gonna spit on that thing?
Astrophysics
meat
can't
canyon-
help me here.
Fucking meat canyons, fucking thing. Hot tour, spit on that thing. Spit on that
Neil
thing.
deGrasse is trying to make an equation to fucking fight the dinosaur.
I understand.
Oh, I think if I carry the two,
It's got it like been pinned under his foot. He's like, based on where Pluto is, in
I can
the
do
orbit, and then
this.
it just completely kills him.
Neil deGrasse Tyson using science.
well, that's it for today's episode.
It's a fucking terror. The Tyrannosaurus Rex.
The Tyrannosaurus Rex killing Neil deGrasse Tyson on Talk to is great. Oh man, I wish I was an artist because I would just. I feel like I would love to just make comic panels.
Dude,
Of some of the things
stop. I would never leave my room. I'd never stop because I would just keep drawing shit.
God damn
I would
it,
just
that's
keep
awesome.
drawing more fucking insane shit.
just a T-Rex first just being kind of like
Chill.
chill. and then at a certain point,
snaps.
oh yeah, I'm a dinosaur.
The second Neil deGrasse Tyson opens his mouth,
well, and he's like grabbing onto the teeth. The jaws just like
there's moments where there's way too much strength from Neil deGrasse Tyson,
Yeah.
where he's like it's like
Yeah.
trying to bite him and he's holding
you
it
see,
back.
like he actually starts give. It's there's a little give, and then he's just done.
Even the dinosaur's like that
he's wearing
shouldn't
that
have
fucking
happened.
big hat that he wore on one. Oh my god, I can't remember what show he was on. He wore this really weird like cowboy hat or something on some show. Did you see that?
Which cat? Like, cause
Neil deGrasse Tyson, he was wearing like a really big brim, like for detective hat. It was
I
very
definitely
weird.
didn't see that. No, I'm trying to like. I was trying to. No.
I'll look it up.
Was it a Yankee hat with no brim? Was it a brimless Yankee hat?
First of all,
You've never seen a no brim Yankee
no,
hat?
no. What I'm saying is the idea of like a top hat or like a fedora with a Yankee symbol on it is incredible.
Wait.
Those exist.
That there's no such thing as a coincidence. Have you seen that guy on TikTok or Instagram?
Oh yeah.
He has one. He
has
literally has
a
a
top hat?
fucking like 10-gallon hat with the fucking Yankee. With the New York Yankee.
That's amazing.
It's actually like I was like, dude, that's I like that a lot actually.
All brim, a Yankee hat, all brim, and a Yankee hat, no brim.
No brim.
what is that?
Yankee hat, half brim.
What is that? What
Isn't
is
no
that?
brim just a beanie? Isn't that?
Is that
No,
like
it's like
a
that
giant
without the
yarmulke?
brim. You cut the brim off of it.
But isn't?
Is that a giant yarmulke? What is that?
Is that a giant? Pretty sure yarmulkes have to be knitted. I could be wrong though.
Give me that. I literally have no concept of
I
what's the
am-
point of. I don't even know how the fuck it stays on people's heads. I don't even understand that.
It's supposed to shield you from the demons.
Is that what it actually is?
I don't know. I have no fucking
I want to ask
concept.
Ben Shapiro and then slap it off after, like after like I'm like
I know that's very disrespectful. I know slapping someone's yarmulke off is very rude.
just listening to him. Yeah.
Actually, slap it off his head.
Because it's not even like one of these where you can theoretically do it without touching the person.
Right.
You have to
Just
be.
drag all of
You have to really get in there.
Ah, what the fuck?
Ah, what the
now
fuck?
my brain's exposed.
Fleshy.
He's like a Jewish Mojo Jojo.
Oh my god.
Mojo
Mojo Jojo.
Oh my god.
Mojo Jojo is so fucking crazy.
Mojo Jojo?
It's Mojo Jojo.
It's me, Mojo Jojo.
It's me, Mojo Jojo.
Oh my fucking
Is it
god.
the
We gotta
Mojo
move on.
Jojo or is Juju Juju?
No, I love Mojo
Mojo
Jojo.
Jojo is pretty great.
Mojo
Mojo-
Mojo. That's so hard to say.
Mojo Jojo is amazing. That is a fucking fantastic creation. Holy
That is
shit.
an all-time
Oh my
artist.
God.
Get on it.
Get on it now.
Anyway,
You'll
we
never
got some
defeat me.
questions.
The Powerpuff Girls have nothing on me.
They
I
can't stop me. I'm politically correct.
I'm literally going to kill those Powerpuff Girls. I swear to God. In fact, I have Professor Utonium locked in my basement right now.
He's in there with my sister. I don't know what they're doing in there, but that'd be funny.
He's in there with my. I had my sister guard him. There's some weird sounds coming from there, but I'm gonna trust her. I love her.
Yeah, I love her so much. There's no way she would hurt me like this.
Dude,
She wouldn't bring a nerd here.
dude,
The rest of Utonium fucks
he's
Abby
fucking
Shapiro.
her hard.
He's
dude.
going bananas. He's got his Samurai Jack garb on for some reason. He just finally admits it. Back to Jack. Gotta get the Jack.
Jack.
He opens the door.
Professor's Jack.
He opens the door. It's like, I can't believe you would do this to me. Both of you in the brass bowl now.
he's got a fucking
He's
brass,
got a brass bowl.
Yeah.
Have they ever mentioned why he looks just like Samurai Jack?
Ben Shapiro?
I think we.
No, you fuck.
He's kind of yellow, and he's got a little yellow tint to him, right?
What are you on right now? What are you?
I mean,
on?
look at.
Like a Simpson?
I mean, like a
Imagine Samurai Jack, but
a
Simpson
Simpson
colored.
with food poisoning. That's basically what Samurai Jack looks like,
Green,
like a little
green
sick.
Simpson.
dude. Because he's like, I was like, can you do this? He's like, if you look at original Samurai Jack, he's fucking yellow, and I'm like,
He is, I know what you mean, yeah.
He's like a weird tannish color, but I wouldn't say
he's
yellow.
yellow.
I've never attached that.
just
to
like there's
myself because I
different
don't like
there's
that.
different shades of green.
He is a shade of yellow.
He's
He
a
is.
shade of yellow because
It's
he's
very slight.
Asian.
It's very slight. And it's very subtle in some ways.
I don't think he's as subtle as you guys remember.
He's not a Simpson. He's like
He's not. That's why I said.
on, look it up right
with
now.
food poisoning, like he's like pale.
don't
He's
like
sick.
this.
He's a pale yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot more yellow than it should be. This is basically what I'm saying.
Right.
It's like Yoriko in the
Samurai Jack
93.
goes, I'm ready.
I'm just gonna saturate him and then I'll
He's not that yellow, but
look. Yes, he is,
Well,
dude.
he's colorblind also, unfortunately.
that's not that. Like that's a slight tan.
Well, Kingston, I'm saying if you
My guy-
that's actually more yellow than I thought.
yeah, it's fucking.
So if you did the color thing, if you did like the eye drop tool, that would be yellow. That's a shade of yellow for sure.
I don't like this.
I mean, I always thought it was funny.
This
where
is
I'm like-
bothering me now.
I was like, whoa. I feel like they could have just made him neutral. And
But is it not?
Like they could have just
Asian-
made him.
but-
They could have made him a
but
peach, like
usually Asian people
what is
have
it called? Beige. You know, like say with
Yeah.
But usually Asian people have more color than white people, though. I guess a little more color than
yes,
white
but
people.
racists make. I like how the Simpsons kind of flipped it around. Like so, you know, you're white, you're yellow, and then the Asians are like super pale.
I don't remember any Asian Simpson at all, if I'm being honest.
No. The,
The Asian
the
I know was
Yakuza,
Apu.
there's a fight where the fucking Italian mob in Springfield and the Yakuza fight together. It's great.
Is that real?
Yeah. It's fucking it's a great episode. Marge gets into the pretzel business, but then she goes to the mob to borrow some money, and then the mob fucking starts like destroying other businesses so the pretzels can like profit more.
Oh, me, the mob.
And then these chicks that had a falafel like wagon or hut or you know one of those trucks fucking hires I think the Yakuza to fight the Italian mob, and they have like a war in front of their house.
Oh, homie, the Yakuza killed me.
They killed me. That That reminds me of Farmsworth, the professor at
Oh, yeah.
Leela,
Good news!
Leela kicks him into a man-eating anteater pit.
Oh, yeah.
And then he's like,
Man-eating anteater is
man-eating
awesome.
anteater. And he's like, you killed me. You've killed me. He's like, oh my God, what have I done? I just told you. You killed me. And then he's just bones.
Good news, everyone.
I fucking love that guy.
I'm dead.
That show is so. I really think that show is like a fucking relic, dude.
It's
A what?
Like a relic.
What do you? What does that
Like-
mean?
Not a relic. I guess like a artifact. I don't know.
The
really
fuck are you
good.
talking?
Really
I know what you
good.
mean. I know what you mean.
None of those are synonyms.
Really good. Artifacts are like,
They're not inherently good.
aren't they?
No,
Aren't artifacts?
they're inherently valuable. I guess
That's sort of good.
I know what you're trying to say.
that's an insane way to say that.
Yeah. You should have just
There's
said
a better
gem.
world. Yeah. Yeah. Gem. Precious jewel.
Yeah, yeah.
Very good show.
It's a very good show.
Yeah,
it made me
love that
cry. That show made me.
There's a couple
very
episodes-
few things.
I
have
still
made me
won't
cry.
watch the Seymour episode with the dog.
That shit is.
I still won't watch it.
hard. You've never watched it?
No, I skip it every time.
Yeah, I can't watch that episode. I laugh too
always
hard.
skip it.
That shit killed me, bro. He
Fucking psychotic.
He found him. Their family. His family sucks so much. Nick. Fry's family sucks so much.
Oh, of
Nick.
course.
Because they went there. The dog found him. It was like he's right here, and they didn't look
give a
up. They
fuck.
didn't even look up and be like, oh,
I don't
want
want to reminisce on that episode. I don't like thinking about it. It's a terrible episode because of how sad. Like they knew what they were doing, and I'm like, fuck you guys.
It's such a tonal
I'm
shade
trying
of
to
sadness.
laugh and have a good time, and then this is a really heartbreaking episode.
It's tonal whiplash of sadness for
Yeah.
sure. It's like, oh god. And an episode with his brother, another fucking good
That's a
episode
great
too.
episode,
I was
man.
like, holy
he fucking
shit.
hated him and resented him this whole time, and then he figured out like, oh no, he loved him, and then he named his son after him and shit. Oh, great fucking episode, man.
Yeah.
Fucking dumb ass show.
Anyway, Trump.
And then, have you seen the new season? It's so fucking bad.
I haven't.
It's like wildly bad.
So
I would imagine.
So season 10 ended perfectly.
oh, the actual ending?
I don't want to see the other shit. I just
Yeah.
refuse.
Yeah, how
to
bad
see
is it?
It's really bad. There's like jokes about there's jokes about the internet. There's jokes about wokeness.
What?
It's really.
In what way?
It's just like there was a joke that Bender made about like, well, everybody gets offended about everything. No, I'm Bender. My ass is shiny, and it's like this is really bad.
Was he being ironic or
I think it's me around. I don't think they'd agree with that shit enough to be like.
no? Matt, no, they've always been very like not that. Like the
They shouldn't talk about contemporary stuff on Futurama. It defeats the purpose.
yeah they.
That's kind of the.
I don't think they ever did.
Yeah, they don't
before.
really.
At least I
Maybe
don't
like
rem-
bits and pieces.
Yeah, maybe
There
little,
was contemporary
like say,
shit there for
oh,
sure,
when
but
Al Gore was driving was the taxi driver,
Yeah.
and then like fucking he.
They shouldn't do NFT stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. I just remember there was like they were just making fun of the whole thing, like the inconvenient truth.
Oh, yeah,
And he
yeah.
got like $100 tip for me, and he was like, "Oh wow, $100! This will get me." He looks at the camera, 1 gallon of gas. I was like, I thought it was pretty good. Like,
Yeah.
shit like that's cool. And of course, fuck. That show is great, man. That show
1 gallon of gas. Oh my God. Trump deep throating Baronex wrote in.
nice.
He says, hello, that's wild. Long story short, and the idea of. Was there a gaming centric content creator that you fell off of or just found annoying in general? After 10 years, I finally unsubbed from Angry Joe because it went from genuine passion to just rage bait. What did it was his what the fuck? Oh, was his take on Astrobot not deserving Game of the Year and how games like Balatro shouldn't be nominated? Oh, that's a stupid fucking
said
thing.
that?
That's if that's real, that's insane.
Angry Joe said that shouldn't be Game of the Year.
I don't know. I mean, this is like secondhand information. Who the fuck knows?
I mean, to be honest, I only watch. He has a lot of content, so I only watch his big reviews of games that I care about. Like, I've seen every single one of his Dragon Age reviews.
Yeah.
And he actually was one of the more honest reviews that I liked about Dragon Age 2. Remember when that came out? And he was like, the game has a lot of problems. It's short, blah, blah, blah. You know, this is back then when the reviews were like fucking 10, 15 minutes. So it was like barely a review.
Yeah.
But it was like enough to where he's like, all right, this game, if it has a lot of issues, but I'd give it like a 7. It's still a pretty good game. It all the problems we know about it exist, but don't throw it out and be like, this game sucks.
You remember that? You remember back when something could be good and flawed
Yeah. yeah.
instead of perfect or shit?
Yeah, exactly. And so that's it was refreshing watching his Inquisition review. I liked it. I agreed with him on a lot of the shit because that was a weird one too, where people were being a little bit too hard in the paint about it.
Yeah,
I still see some people saying some weird shit, and usually has to do with like the more multiplayer stuff that I didn't give a fuck about because it's Dragon Age.
I never played any multiplayer shit in Inquisition.
I didn't either because
there's multiplayer in Inquisition.
There was a multiplayer thing. There was some
like microtransactions.
There was like
Was it like a Mass Effect 3 multiplayer?
I think so. I think it was just like that. Yeah.
Oh, weird.
And I didn't give two flying fucks.
Very, very similar.
I bet the Mass Effect one was better.
The Mass Effect one was fun as fuck. I actually really liked playing it because it was
that shit was good.
I never experienced that.
Yeah.
You know what it actually reminds me of? It reminds me of I mean, and I guess this was kind of a throwback in some way, but when Ghost of Tsushima had that Legends mode, that like kind of side multiplayer thing.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it just
Really
it was
good.
like a free update, and it was like this is good, but it felt like that kind of scale where it's just like
see.
here's an arena, here's you and your friends or whatever fight, and it's just like this is dope. It's good shit.
Okay.
But
Who have I unsubbed to?
well, on the subject of Angry Joe, like the thing, look, God bless him.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a good thing going. He wants to include his friends.
Who's Joe again? Is that
They
video game
all
nerd?
suck.
They are the only reason I know one of the other guys is named is because his name is Joe.
Right. It's
Otherwise,
also Joe.
I wouldn't know who.
Is that video game nerd? Is that your video game nerd or is it a different guy?
What the fuck? Are you
No,
talking
we're
about?
talking about
Angry Joe.
We're talking about Angry Joe.
He's the guy with the jacket.
You don't know him?
Um,
he usually wears a Superman shirt and
He's
this
not as
black leather
online.
jacket.
He's kind of offline compared to that. I don't think he ever watched really anybody outside of like comic people.
Oh, I see.
I was like comic people, like Pokemon stuff like that, like anime things. Like I was never really into the video game aspect of the thing because I was just kind of like I made my own opinion about games. I was like, oh, this is a game I like, I'd buy it. And then I'd watch like GameStop reviews, stuff like that.
That is crazy.
I did about GameStop reviews for a while. I was like, this is where I got my idea of video games from. And I was like,
hey,
oh,
I mean, yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
make fun of me.
I don't care about those people at all. With all due respect, and I remember like they just kept being in there, and I was just like, I don't want to watch this anymore. Like this is kind of annoying. It's Angry Joe. I want to see what he's gonna say, and then it's always like, here's my friends who have no presence and no charisma.
Yeah.
in my opinion, at all.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I kind of fell off him a long time ago for that reason.
Yeah, I mean, to be real, like it's one of those things to where he releases a ton of content, which I didn't realize that he played. Like, say, when he plays through games, he streams them and has all that content available. I had no fucking idea.
Yeah.
Smart.
It is smart, but I just never see any of his shit other than just, oh, I want to see what he has to say about the Dragon Age franchise. I know he's a huge fan of it.
Right.
I want to see what he has to say about the new Madden because they suck dick, and I want to see how much more it sucks dick because he cares about American football. I wish he would review 2K, NBA 2K, but he doesn't care about it, so he doesn't. Because I want more people to. I have to go into the QK community to get the hate that it deserves.
But
You should do it.
But they don't hate it the right way.
Well, a lot of them,
They hate the wrong direction.
a lot of them are fucking idiots, and they also still buy like $70 worth of microtransactions because you have to max out your character.
Well, dude.
to play. It makes me so angry.
Well, dude, that sounds to me like there's a vacant spot.
There is, but also I kind of I would have to break the pledge because I was like, I'm not buying anymore. I would buy these games when they would become like $8 because they would always go under $10.
Yeah.
And the problem is now I don't do PvP. I don't give a fuck about it. Most of them do. I would play the season and the story shit.
Right.
It's gotten increasingly worse, and they also put in the fucking the anti-cheat shit.
Yeah.
To where the story mode is locked is tied to online, so I can't even fuck around in the story anymore. When I'm just like trying to just do wild shit, like I'm gonna try to score 500 points and see if I can keep these people as low as possible. Just fuck around. I'm just having fun because I don't care about simulated basketball.
Scoring 500 points,
Dude,
it's
it's so
crazy.
fucking funny.
Have you done that before?
No, it's too hard. I've gotten like 300 or something. But then I found
it's so insane.
I found there's a way that you can actually, but this is like you have to completely cheat because I'm talking about within every quarter is 12 minutes, like a full game. So within that, no, I can't get that, but you could freeze the quarters Like, so there would be trainers to where you would literally just freeze the time and just score 1,000 points and then let it, or you could just fucking like in the quarter by pushing a button. So you would just score one bucket and then keep pushing the game's over. And so like, I love like being able to like do.
What is the point of playing a game? That's not even basketball anymore.
The point of it is fun. I don't care about simulated PvP. Ooh, look how real this gay asshole is. I don't care about that. That's fun. I'll go play out basketball outside. That is way funner than me pretending. Oh, look how smooth this emote is. This animation. I don't care.
Yeah,
it's just having. It was like the old basketball games. They weren't realistic. They were way funner in my opinion.
Yeah, I missed NBA Streets need to come back. The NFL NBA Streets
awesome.
need to come back. I don't know where the fuck those games are. There's a huge vacancy for it. It'll get people that are not into basketball, like sports games, back into them. I just don't know why they're not around
by the way,
now.
On the subject of like say where things are, I heard Activision might be bringing back some old like titles like the Deadpool game on 360.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and there was some of the there was some Batman shit. There were some games that were like in that era that are just fucking lost to time that some people were seeing that something was like activated.
Oh, was it like a trademark or something?
Yeah, something was like activated to where, or saying like, oh, this is available on, I forgot what it was. There was a handful of games that, probably one of them I imagine was the X-Men Wolverine. I can't, I wish I remember.
Don't say that. Don't
I mean,
that.
if it's
don't say that to me. Don't
if
tell
it's
me
got
that.
any merit to it, we'll probably be talking about it on Sacred. If that's,
Yeah,
because that's kind of the thing that we would pay attention to, like trademarks and stuff.
Right.
But that would be great. Like, dude, X-Men Origins Wolverine, figure out the licensing stuff on that IP or whatever, and put that game out because that shit was good.
Totally, I missed that.
I would love to play those original Spider-Man games too. Like those were
the ones. That
really?
was another thing that people were saying something's going on with that.
Yeah.
It's
a shame that that's a game that's kind of like not. Because it's a PC version of that game that is not the one that everybody remembers.
Which one?
Spider-Man 2.
Yes.
There's like because I remember
a Windows Live one, right? Is it Windows Live?
I think it was before that.
Shit,
but
if it's Windows Live, that shit's gone, bro.
It was. I think it was before that. But like there was that was back in the day when like if a game had the same title but was on a different platform,
It was a different game.
Chances are it was a completely different video game. Like actually, and so I remember there was a Spider-Man 2 version. Obviously the Xbox and PS2 one, and I think the GameCube was it on GameCube. I can't remember.
Spider-Man 2? Yes.
Yeah, obviously that version is the one that everybody hails as like that's like the fucking, what do you even call it? Like the grandfather of open world games, really. And the one on PC was fucked because it was like a completely different company that made it. That you could only like grapple onto certain, like there was like points of interest where you could web from.
Oh,
it was completely different. It was crazy.
Damn.
But so that game's just not on PC outside of like an emulator. I don't know why I said it that way, but that was a weird pronunciation. An emulator. But it's a shame that those games are like stranded because those are some good games, man. Actually,
yeah, they got to do something about that shit, man.
But Angry Joe.
Angry Joe, yeah, he's someone.
I don't know.
Sparingly watch him.
I watch him when there's like a game that comes out that I'm curious. I do my whole review roundup though. Like I watch every review I can if it's something that I'm on the fence about or curious about.
Yeah,
because I want to get as much curious.
I would say, I think he should stop doing skits. I will say that. I will say
it's part of it though for him.
It is.
It's why people like him.
It
in
is
some way.
I don't understand those people's sense of humor. I mean, like, I feel like I would say I find the skits cute, but they're not funny.
They're too long.
They're very long.
They're like fucking nostalgia critics.
Yeah, like where it's just like
those shits go on so long, and I'm like cringing all the time, and I'm like, please, like I go there to laugh. And then by the time he's done, I'm like, I really don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah. They're too long, and really for me, like, look, man, I'll take the skits over just these other people just being like, I can't. Imagine if somebody logged onto my channel, if somebody jumped onto Chris Reagan and they just saw this fucking guy, you know?
They have.
Well, like just, you know.
You guys are cunts. You're a fucking.
Yeah. Anyway.
Was the question like open ended? Like, was it just a YouTuber in general, or was it like just a gaming YouTuber? I can't remember.
I think it was a gaming content creator, but like, we could stretch it, like whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I will say there's people that I found recently that I unsubscribed to pretty quickly because they realize that if they kind of lean into a certain direction, that they'll get more views. And so I can tell that they normally didn't really care, but then the culture war brings in a little buck. So they'll talk about, they're not straight up saying everything's gay and woke, but they'll complain about the same games. No, I don't think they actually care. They're just like, I'm going to complain. It's like, say, a lot of people that probably didn't care. They made content about the Veilguard knowing that I'm going to get rub off of people who hate it because it's woke and gay.
Right, yeah.
And I was like feeling this like inauthentic. I was like, I can tell like they're not passionate about this at all. Like they're just talking about it because they feel like they
phoning
need to.
it in.
Yeah, they're phoning it in. And so I was noticing stuff like that, and I was like, fuck these people. There was like two of them. I can't even remember their names because I only found them recently, and then I was like, fuck these guys. Because I saw one review, I'm like, this guy, like I like this guy. There's pretty level headed, but then, I'm gonna talk about this, and then I'm like,
You don't care about this.
yeah.
At all.
It's like
the
you're not
fuck are you
even
talking about?
there's no insight or anything. Like you're not even one of those people like, I played the old games and this. They're just like,
It's like fucking Grums.
Oh,
and
God.
all the bullshit because I remember he was dude, this whole year he was talking about like Black Myth Wukong and how like, it's fucking, this is anti-woke, it's great, it's so fucking good, there's no representation in it, it's fucking amazing. And then somebody, I think Ian Miles Chong asked him like in the last week, he was like, have you finished it? And he was like, I hope I get to it soon. So he hasn't even played it. He said something too about like Indiana Jones where he was like, oh, this is a great indie experience, but he said like indie is in like independent game, like INDIE, which is not how you...
What the hell?
That's not how you spell indie.
Yeah.
Even I know that, and I only watched those movies like super recently.
That's crazy.
It's just like absolute tourists. They're just like, oh, this is like a fucking...
That's everything, dude. Everything is full of people that go through it. Like, dude, me talking about comics, people, the motherfuckers that talk about X-Men without understanding what X-Men's about is like, there's so much, there's gay characters. Like, do you understand? This is about marginalized groups.
Yeah, that's
this whole story.
That's insane.
Rage Against the Machine.
That's too
The
stupid.
machine.
It's too
a
stupid.
government, and it's like,
it's too dumb.
What are you? Where have you been?
I'm glad that you said that because, I Witcher 3, I played through it one time. I don't fucking really remember. I actually started, I was like, I barely remember the plot. I remember it now, what the Great Hunt is or what, the Wild Hunt.
The Wild Hunt. I kind of want to play it again.
I forgot. I was like, what the fuck happened in The Witcher 3?
I fucking love that game so much, dude.
Yeah, I don't love the Witcher universe as much as I want to.
I love it.
I don't know.
That's kind of how I feel about it. It's like I want to, and I'm really willing, but like I just haven't.
You're getting it at the third one, unfortunately. Throughout 1 and 2, it does a lot of lifting for what the universe is.
Right, but 1 and 2
but
are
1 and 2
worse.
are so hard to. Even 3 is kind of hard to play, but
A
1
little
and
bit.
2 are so hard to go because I played 1 in 2012 and I played 2 in 2012 as well. And then I played 3. I finished it when we lived together in like 2017.
Did you play
Probably.
the enhanced edition of 1?
No. I played like
No, that was later.
You played
That was
the
later.
OG?
I played the original.
Holy
one.
fuck.
Yeah, my friend let me borrow it and I played.
That was on
it.
PC only, right?
Yeah. The
Remember,
OG,
fuck,
I remember everybody being like, yo, this is rough. This is fucking
But
rough.
the lore is really interesting, right? It's a really cool universe. It's not as glitz and glammy as other fantasy universes. Though. That's the thing. It's kind of grungy. It's a really grungy, dirty version of like the fantasy world. It's like, oh, this is like not as magical, but it's really interesting morally. It's like a very like, oh, this is a lot of like.
I liked it. I liked it. Of course, I spent time.
it?
I spent time even modding it and stuff. The interesting thing was when I thought the game was almost over, there was still so much more.
No, that's what happens. You have the first ending where you're like, oh, the big fight happens, right? And you're like, oh, it's over now. And it's like, nah.
Yeah.
You got like 20 more hours.
There
of
was
gameplay
that
left.
got me. I was like, holy shit, there's so much more in the game. But the thing is, why I'm bringing this up is because there was a lot of people talking about a Siri, and we
Becoming
even
a
said,
Witcher?
yeah. And the thing is, because even when we talked, you were saying like you mentioned something like she wasn't a Witcher. And so I was like, it's interesting that she became one.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was weird seeing now after that, seeing the discourse online where a bunch of people were complaining about that, and then seeing other people being like, if you played
If you played the DLC, they talk about
Like
the fact
the-
that they
like-
made other female ones.
Like they even like
That's
it's
where
like
the argument came from me because I tweeted, right? I tweeted that like there's lore about there being female witches, right?
yeah, but even her herself, like where it's like
There's like
Where
they
is
talk
it?
about it, right? They talk about lore being female witches, right? And I was incorrect because I remember there seeing something. There's like a fan made. It was a fan made thing for the TTRPG where there are female witchers throughout the canon. Always women have tried to become witchers, but it hasn't worked on them yet. It just hasn't worked.
they're too
Like
gay.
House of the Cat in the DLC of Blood and Wine, they reveal that they made female witchers.
Yeah.
They made that.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that
And what happens
series' entire arc is
that she's
building
gonna
up to that
become one.
anyway.
Yeah,
Yes.
of course. And if anyone's going to become a female witcher,
It would be
the
Ciri.
character that has ancient blood that can jump between dimensions, that is the main. She's more important to the plot than Geralt is. That you experience the game through Geralt.
Well, I just thought it was weird that if you played, even if you didn't finish Witcher 3, you played a significant amount of it
To at
as
least see
Ciri.
her, yeah.
So because I remember even I was, I thought it was going to be like a God of War experience where I was like, I don't want to be this bitch. Like say when you're
She's
like
more fun to play than
you're
Geralt,
helping
low-key.
like
Oh,
there's
yeah,
that
yeah,
girl
yeah.
in the forest
Yeah.
or whatever. I was like and I was like it actually wasn't bad at all. I was already preemptively like, oh God, here we
Yeah.
go.
Well, they know how to do it.
Yeah, they know how to not make you want to kill yourself by being
I think she was more fun to play than Geralt. She could teleport and shit like that.
She was
hilarious.
fun. I don't remember being like I remember thinking I was going to be annoyed and actually being like, oh, that was fine.
Dude, I'm excited about the gameplay implications of that chain
Oh yeah,
in the trailer because I'm just like,
yeah.
You used to yank motherfuckers out the air. I can't really do shit like that.
Yeah.
Pull motherfuckers out the fucking sky.
Dude, the discourse online sucks, man. Like it really is unfortunate how like the profit motive is just completely destroyed all sense of like you really just have to meet people in person and talk about shit because
even-
otherwise you're just not gonna get any.
Yeah.
Dude, like the discourse about like the even just like ask her about winning game of the year and like all these like all these streamers being like, how did Black Myth Wukong lose to this? And it's like,
One's more of a
brother.
game. One's more of a
Bro-
video game.
Look. Let me say this: there are games that I play only a little bit of, and I can tell this is game of the year. You know what I mean? Like I remember playing through a little bit of Baldur's Gate, and being like, even though this is not my style of video game, I can tell like this no shot that any other game is going to win game of the year other than this one.
Yeah.
You know, by the time all is said and done, and all the nominations are picked, and you look through them, and it's like, oh, Baldur's Gate is going to win, like very clearly. And you can usually tell. Like sometimes you could feel it. Elden Ring was another one where it's just like I played that. I didn't even finish Elden Ring, and I was just like,
Oh, it's over. Yeah.
this is clearly going to win because this is next level good. I played 15 hours of Black Myth Wukong. I knew for sure that it was not going to win Game of the Year. Not that it's bad. It's fine. It's entirely good.
Do you think it would have won if Astrobot didn't come out this year?
No. I
Metaphor. What do
you think
I
would've won?
actually think
Metaphor?
I think it would have been Metaphor, and then after Metaphor, I think it might have been Seven Remake, or what is it, Rebirth, or Balatro actually, because Balatro is a fucking sensation. And then I think it's Black Myth Wukong, and then Shadow of the Erdtree because it really shouldn't be there. I'm still really annoyed that's even there.
If I be honest, I think Shadow would have won if it wasn't for Astrobot. I think Shadow probably would have won. It shouldn't be there. I agree, you guys shouldn't be there. If they let it be there, it's there. You know, I guess.
I guess for me, it's just taking up a spot that could be.
it totally-
like I could think of like at
100%.
least I could think of a handful of other games that probably should have been there. I think of like even something like Stellar Blade could have been there, or
Tekken
or
8.
Tekken.
People love that game.
Helldivers was like
Helldivers
a fucking
2 would have been good.
Helldivers
A lot
being
better.
not
A
being
lot
there
better.
is very confusing to me. Because that was a genuinely massive dude. That is the first Sony multiplayer game that splashed in that way. That was their like Halo moment. It was crazy.
That's true.
Like, everybody was talking about it. It was the biggest fucking thing in the world.
Was it made by Sony directly or no?
Well, it was made by Arrowhead, who I think works. I don't think they don't own Arrowhead, but they work really closely with them because I think Helldivers 1 was also PC and PlayStation.
It was PlayStation. I know that.
Yeah, because it wasn't on Xbox. I know that. But yeah, man, and that being excluded, even dude, Space Marine 2 was fucking sick.
That game's so fucking cool.
Yeah,
They're making the Turok game. Did you know that?
What? Okay, that's cool.
That's the tour. That's so like that kind of changed my mind entirely. Because
Oh,
I was just like,
interesting. Okay.
Because I was like, oh shit, they're making that. That's okay. Well, I don't know if I'm sold on that quite yet, but that's cool.
Space Marines Christian Boner music, bro.
What'd you say?
It's Christian Boner music.
Boner music.
Warhammer?
Space Marines, yeah.
Yeah.
I just it's so weird, man. I'm really I wonder what the politics were what were the motivations to say for Shadow of the Erdtree and some other things that were definitely not on there that should have been on there.
Yeah.
Like to me, I totally agree with the Black Myth
You just
thing.
have to choose. You just have to choose stuff. You have to choose.
You have to choose things, but I feel like there's some things that are pretty.
I think
like
Erdtree shouldn't have been there.
like to me, that's the thing that's weird. It's when there are some clear other.
Yeah.
Like say, like you said,
Shadow Erdtree was
Helldivers
amazing,
or
though. It was. I don't. Would I say it's better than those games you brought up?
It's not a game.
it's not a game. You can't fucking play it without having the game.
I agree. I agree with you 100%.
I think that should just completely disqualify it.
I still agree with you every word you're saying. But
So what do we? What is there? Why is there a buff? It should not be allowed.
Yes, I agree.
What's your thought? Finish it.
My thing is that like if you're gonna allow DLC in a place where it probably shouldn't be, but if it's there, then that game has to be up there.
What are you talking
Shadow
about?
of Erdtree it's amazing.
Yeah,
It is fantastic.
But your argument, your thing is that you don't think it should be there. So what are we doing?
So my argument is just that like I guess like I think it's better than the things that you maybe not Helldivers, but I think I'm in a myth space where I'm like I don't know.
It's not a game.
I know that. That's what I'm thinking.
So I don't know what we're talking.
I agree with you. I agree with you. With
Like, I just don't think there's any reason to philosophize over it.
If you open that door, unfortunately, to that place, I think an Elden Ring DLC would have to unfortunately be allowed in a toxic game of the year.
But wait, what are we? Wait, hold on. I really need
I just don't understand. I just don't.
If the door was open to, if the door was open to include DLC as a nomination for Game of the Year, then it should be open to being nominated for Game of the Year.
Yeah.
That's redundant.
I know it is redundant.
What are you
but I'm just
saying?
trying to think of like.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think there's any reason to philosophize over it when we all agree that it just there should just be a caveat of that it needs to just be an actual game. It needs to be a game, and it can't be. You can't I would even maybe give it a pass if it's like, hey, you can play this fucking thing. If you and like we said, Blood Dragon or whatever.
Yeah, if it was a standalone DLC, then yeah.
Yeah, like something like that to where it's like I can just download this motherfucker
and even get to it. Yeah,
yeah. It's one of those things where I'm like, bro, you can't have to purchase something else to play that. I feel like it should be a simple. There aren't very many rules, right? Just it has to come out within this year, and then it has to be a game. Like there's just to be
it's
some
particularly
simple rules.
egregious this year because there are other games that really clearly belong there. Like I think Helldivers belong there. Like I don't. You can make an argument about Stellar Blade or like Space Marine, whatever, but like Helldivers was unequivocally a game this year that kind of shook everything up and was a big deal.
I'd say Helldivers 2 for sure, above the other two that you said, like Stellar Blade and
And
Space
Stellar Blade's
Marine.
wishy-washy for me.
Yeah, I didn't see the amount of like because like even with the like Black Myth where there's people they're like oh I'm like. But so you felt it. So many people didn't fucking play it.
Dude, it got like in mid 80s.
Yeah.
Every other game on that list is like 90, mid 90s.
Yeah.
9 lowest.
I know a lot of people that either didn't play it or they didn't finish it.
Yeah.
I mean, there are people that are just like, I'm be honest, I kind of got bored after a while.
Yeah.
Because there's like 100 bosses and they're like, after a while, they're like, oh, I kind of get it. And the lore, unfortunately, for a lot of people, actually even including myself, wasn't nearly as interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It was interesting. I guess that's the wrong word. Captivating, I guess. To where like I'm like, yeah, that was fun, but I don't really care about the mystery of like when you watch YouTubers that really try to piece things together and you're like, oh man, that's really fucking cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's me being racist.
No, look, Black Myth Wukong is entirely good. It's fine. Like there's nothing. There's nothing. There's no. It's not like fucking Bad Rats or like some piece of shit.
Bad Rats is a fun fucking game, though.
You're insane.
It's dog shit, but it's fun as fuck.
But like, dude, no. Let's be serious. I will say this year I wasn't sure what was going to win. I felt like when I played Astrobot and when I platinumed it, I was like, that's my game of the year easily. But I think there could have been I look at Metaphor and I think that's possible. I don't like that.
Really
I don't like those games.
I would
but
have been
like,
upset.
yeah, but I could see it. I could see it happening.
I would have been mad, but I would have had to deal with it.
Astrobot, I feel like when I look at people celebrating video games, I had not seen. That was the most glowing response I've seen in a very long time. Look, obviously Baldur's Gate 3 was something. But like seeing people celebrate Astrobot in a way that, because I didn't play it, I don't have PS5.
Yeah.
But it was just like, oh wow, this game must be really fucking good. Because I didn't see people are having fun with Helldivers 2, but they're not being like, this is the most amazing, like, this is such a, like, what is Helldivers 2? It's fucking Starship Troopers, right?
Yeah.
It's just fun to do that.
Exactly.
That's great. But Astro Boy, I get, like, how do you not get it?
It's confusing to not understand.
Yeah.
I think. And I think it's exposed a lot of people because it's like, these aren't people who play video games. These are people who play video game. These are people who it's like, I play Apex. I've played Apex and Fortnite for the last 15 years, and I played Wukong and only Wukong, and like, I think it clearly should have won Game of the Year, even though it's the only game. Dude, I played all of these games, actually. I even played like, I think 2 hours of Metaphor, and I was like, no. This is not for me. But even when I was playing it, I was like, this is probably going to be a Game of the Year contender, because I just know, based on the people who love that kind of stuff, how that game hit them, and just the style of it. Is like, I could tell, like, this is in content, this is in the running. I thought Helldivers would have been obviously in the running because of just what a splash it was. I think Astrobot was obvious.
I think if
Rebirth,
Helldivers didn't have that whole stupid thing about the PSN shit for PC, I think it would have probably won Game of the Year.
I really think it really just came down to politics about Erdtree. I think if Erdtree wasn't there, I think Helldivers would have obviously been there. Because I don't think any other game would have justified being there, really. Like, Stellar Blade's good. There are other games too, like, and there's some games that come awkwardly late where they're not. I don't know why we don't do these in January, but like, there are games that come because like Indiana Jones probably should have been there.
Yes.
in realistic terms, because it is really fucking good. Even Marvel Rivals like could have, I don't know,
won some
really
stuff possibly
could have won some multiplayer stuff for sure, but like.
No, that's how
it's
fucking
so late.
That's why it's so stupid. That's what the Oscars. That's what every other award show does that essentially. Where the Oscars,
because they do it in like from February or March or something.
Yeah,
right?
it's in the first quarter of the year, and it's the prior year, so you can at least include everything that came out in December. So it's a little weird that it's like that, but hey, this really comes down to developers needing to figure out, like, how is it possible you can drop it right before? Like, can you drop your shit in November? It would be smart if you want to be included.
Right.
But ultimately, who cares at the end of the day? Really, you just want to put out a good game, right?
That's
for
true.
sure. Yeah. Anyway.
It's like, do you think
these names?
Real quick, do you think no matter what, GTA 6 will win Game of the Year?
Yes.
I think
no
so.
matter what.
So. Well,
yes. Unless a game that what else is coming out next year that's like, comparable.
there's kind of a lot.
Like what? Like what's going to be compared to GTA 6?
Compared to GTA 6, probably not a lot, because GTA 6 is like a behemoth.
But
there's also a chance. There's also a chance that it could be like really disappointing. It'll be successful. It'll be like absolutely successful. It could make like billions of dollars on the first day, which it probably will.
Yeah, absolutely.
But whether or not it's like it's good, that's another question. I think it will be. Because I think too much is riding on it for it to not be.
I haven't played a terrible GTA game. You know what I mean?
No, there's no not decent, at least pretty decent ones.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't think of.
I just
Really
wanted to
so
be
excited.
hyper woke. I want everything about it to be gay and trans. I want everything. I want those people to be so mad.
That wouldn't be against Rockstar. They're very like a conscious, like they're meant to insult all that dumb shit. That's what they do. People just don't pay attention.
See, people
don't have media literacy. It's a media literacy thing.
Yeah.
So they're like, this is dumb, and it's like, do you not understand that the most piece of shit person is a racist cunt piece of shit the whole time?
Well, dude, even in GTA 4 with the radio, where that had some of the most out of pocket radio in the fucking world. The GTA 4 radio stations are the best. They're so good, but they say like really off color, like offensive shit. But like the people that are the joke are the people saying it
100%.
And it's just like I really hope they don't shy away from that stuff. I really hope they keep their edge a little bit.
They did in Red Dead too a lot. So
what do you mean?
Not
radio stations?
Not radio, but like just the comments of people that are fucking morons.
Yeah.
You dial in your horse.
And then Arthur being like, you're
crazy. You jam like a metal rod in your horse's head. And just like, I think I hear a fucking gramophone somewhere.
Your horse just falls over. And Arthur's like, you're a fucking idiot, aren't you?
Damn stupid horse. Type of dummy, aren't you, horse?
Get up, Twinkle. We got more.
I want to hear K-Rose. What's going on?
Hey, rolls as it storms.
I'm gonna turn you into glue soon.
He's like,
I don't even know how I know that in this
I don't
time.
even know. What even is that?
what's glue?
Isn't it crazy that if you blend a horse, it just becomes glue?
Yeah,
Not exactly.
That's it.
true,
No,
but
it turns into an actual gallon of Elmer's glue.
Yeah.
If you blend it enough, you dig in there to take gallon. Like it's not.
Oh, I
it's
just realized
not
that's why.
easy to
I just
take.
realized that's why the horse is on the logo for Elmer's.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if it is. I
It's a
don't
cute
remember.
little horse.
It's a horse.
Little pony.
Horse.
little
It looks
pony.
like a Rainbow Dash.
Dang, dude.
Yeah.
I pulled that one. I was like, shit. I was like,
Do I know
Yeah.
any? Do I know any?
I was like, do I really know Rainbow Dash and that's it? I know that one. I've heard that name a lot.
I know two, maybe.
What's the other one? What's another one? You don't know.
Nice.
Read the fucking
It's Apple something Apple. I know that. That's it.
Apple products.
This is my son Apple products.
Yeah.
Let's get the fuck out of here, man.
Can we just say, we'll read this one and then we'll go. And then we'll start reading the names. Slowed down Scatman is just Joe Biden wrote in. He says, hey, Guido. Guido.
Guido.
I read Guido immediately.
Whoa.
Hey, Guildo Jason Raccoon.
Nice.
Just thought you'd want to know that JonBenet Ramsey. So this is a confusing one because I don't remember this exactly being said, but it's written out here, so it must have been said in some way. Just want you to know that JonBenet Ramsey is not the woman Bill Clinton had sex with. She was a 6-year-old girl who got murdered, probably by her brother. You guys were thinking about Monica Lewinsky.
Yes, we were.
Did we make this
Yes,
mistake?
we were. Yes, we were.
Look,
Yeah, we did.
When was this? I don't remember this conversation.
You were like, who's John? Like, what does this person look like? And I was like, they're like a white person. And you were like, yeah, I don't know what they look like, even though they're important to history. And like, oh yeah, okay, you're right. Is Monica Lewinsky the one he did fuck? Yeah, that makes sense.
No, but did we?
no, but see, like so here's the thing. If that happened, was it said as a joke?
Yeah.
Because
I know who Monica Lewinsky is.
like if there was the famous one, but if say that happened, my brain was probably like, oh, there was other girls he fucked, and so I didn't even know the JonBenet Ramsey or whatever the fuck. So I just accept if that happened, my brain must have just accepted that. Oh, sure, Bill Clinton fucked that girl too. That's just another one.
Yeah,
I guess.
my mistake was I never saw JonBenet Ramsey written, so I only heard John Benet Ramsey. So I thought it was a guy.
Sounds like a guy.
That's what you meant. Yeah.
That's what I said.
I remember that.
So I'm confused by this, but
Yeah.
like I hope we addressed whatever the fuck happened. Anyway, yeah, let's read our $25 and up patrons and get the hell out of here. Let's leave. No, I'm scared.
As he gets blown away.
It has been a while.
I hope GTA 6.
It has been a while since that.
I hope they show up in there.
It's just them.
I hope like for some reason John's voice actor's in it.
Yeah, I mean they
That'd
might.
be great.
What the hell?
They'll probably invite,
That would be cool. I
They'll
would like
invite
that.
him back on.
Yeah, it's like his son or whatever. The not his son,
Descendant.
but like descendant. Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
that'd be cool.
It's really funny because his character,
Chilling in Vice City.
his whenever they do interviews, like with their voice actors are there, he's just John Marston.
Oh yeah, he doesn't put on a voice like Roger Clark does a voice when he does Arthur, but like
Yeah, I made myself sound a little like this, and John's like, I sound exactly like this. This is how I talk.
yeah.
He doesn't seem the same. He doesn't use the same words, but he
Yeah.
sounds exactly.
I joined
like
Rockstar. I love it.
I fucking love them, dude. Oh god, that game's so good.
7-Eleven, so I got shot.
Yep.
Crazy.
Dutch, he says Dutch quietly.
Duchess is my dog.
I named my dog Dutch. This is a fuck up.
Anyway, we're gonna read our $25 and up names now. Count me down.
3, 2, 1. Wolf.
Racial slur, a Snark Tank themed tattoo of Fred Flintstone. You do not want that. Man.
Oh shit!
Upside down, shitting all over his belly.
That's fucking
Like
phenomenal.
It's like a fucking chocolate fountain, but it's this shit in front of
That's
it.
phenomenal. Get that shit, bro.
Right, here's my plan for me and my sister's wedding. I want a chocolate fountain that's just it looks like a chocolate fountain up close, but actually when the fountain turns off, you realize it's an upside down Fred Flintstone with his ass spread agape. It's actually 17
black people.
When it spreads, when it sprays everywhere, it smells yamma dabba doo.
It splats out to the beat of Yabba Dabba Doo.
That's so insane.
Yabba dabba doo.
Ew.
Imagine getting fucked by a swarm of locusts. No, it's
No.
big white cocks, man. Fuck that shit.
it's Emma throwing in dollars.
They gotta have some white skin, don't they?
I'm thinking locusts,
Wasps?
like the birds, the bugs.
The birds. So
Oh, I thought
I thought
bugs.
it was the swarm, like the locusts and GTA. What the fuck?
What the?
It gives, yeah.
I read that wrong. I did read it. Imagine getting fucked by I read a swarm of locusts, but it just says by swarm locusts. But like,
okay, but
So they got it
so it
wrong,
is
too.
gears for sure.
I don't know actually.
Well, swarm locusts, right? It has that.
Oh, swarm. The ones that are called swarms. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the 4, I think, right? With a swarm
Yeah,
and 5, I think.
I think 4 and 5.
I actually can't. I don't know what you mean. I'm gonna give up because as I'm looking at it, it keeps recorrecting itself. It says because now I'm seeing it. All right, this
What's
is
it
what it
say?
says.
What's
This
it
is what it says verbatim. It says,
Okay.
"Imagine getting fucked by a swarm locusts, plural locust." So like I don't know. I don't know.
Oh,
what you
so
mean.
I think maybe it's just. Oh, that is interesting.
I don't know. I don't know if he means a swarm of locusts.
Do you
I don't know
say
if he means swarm
There's
locust.
an A in there?
A by a swarm locust. God bless you. Thank you for your money.
A is not supposed to be there. I think that's what it is.
You've confused us.
It's
You've
wrong
hurt me
in two
deeply.
directions. It's wrong consistently.
Yeah, the answer in both situations is ultimately no.
No.
But yeah, good job. It's raining in here.
It is.
Imagine. All right, it's Emma throwing dollars, flexing being a day one listener, like a Destiny veteran flexes playing the D1 beta when sharing a bad opinion. Sweeney accidentally circumcising Lily's chode with the gap in his teeth. Bussy music.
Chode.
I don't know, man.
The fuck is that about, my guys? What the fuck is that about?
Bussy music.
a lady boy?
A whole new meaning to. A whole new meaning.
Maybe.
A whole new meaning to scatting on her face. Metal Gear.
I'm the fat man.
Metal Gear.
Shit, man.
Metal Gear Tau.
What are you
tank-
saying? What?
Metal Gear Tau, but like Tau is written in a different fucking font.
Tau.
That's weird.
I feel like
It looks like it's Russian almost. Metal Gear Tau, the tank that shoots women in the face with nukes. I don't know. My uncle's fentanyl themed funeral.
That's crazy.
Having a themed funeral, first of all, is insane.
That is. I mean, that's what we got to do, right?
Do you think Disney adults have like Disney themed funerals?
Yes.
ask Lily.
Yes, they do, and I think they should all be like just bathed in acid.
Yeah.
Like you just douse it and just fucking
Like their
sulfuric
favorite
acid.
Disney character, Acido.
Yeah. Disney's Acido, yeah. I remember.
He's like a puddle of acid. It was around the same time as Brave Little Toaster.
Yeah. Brave,
A brave little
It's
puddle of
like- 'cause
acid.
so not clever at all. It sounds
It's a brave
little puddle of acid.
jeez.
Lily loves
Sizzling
Disney.
the
It
whole time.
bothers me so much because she loves Disney, but she hasn't gone in a while, and she's so like longing to go.
Oh,
and
she like fucking like
and I'm like
Jonesing
Lillian,
and shit?
I'm like Lillian. I like Disney, but I don't want to go there more than like once every few years.
I gotta see Minnie Mouse get sexually harassed. I have to see it.
yeah, that's what you-
I must be there.
I must be there to witness fucking beauty
I want
incarnate.
to. I want to go. I want to see another Toontown incident. I want to be there for it.
yeah.
Toontown.
You guys know about
There's an incident in Toontown?
You guys don't know about the Toontown incident?
I don't know. Of course not.
Lily, I can't go there anymore. They banned me for sexually assaulting the Indiana Jones impersonator.
I can't go there.
Twice.
I can't go there no more. I'm too tall.
I can't go.
And they only let people in there if they got their colons.
I can't.
Is that Shaq?
I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking I can't even.
Look, I understand why I can't be in here, right? My colon fell out on the ride last time. Hit a little kid in
Colin
the
got
face.
ripped out on Space Mountain.
We've got your colon.
You come back here with that.
Get back here, Mikhail Mouse.
Come back here, Mikhail Mouse.
Miguel. He doesn't know how to pronounce it.
Mikhail.
Oh
he
my
knows how to
God.
pronounce it, but he knows Mickey's
McKay.
real name.
Come here.
Miguel.
Come here, Mikhail. You give that colon back.
You bring my colon back, or else I'm gonna shoot you in the back of your fucking head.
My uncle's found all the sneezing so hard your urethra shoots out like a Nerf dart. It feels like that happens sometimes, man. Sometimes
No, it does not.
dude. Sometimes I sneeze so hard and then like my whole body hurts.
Yeah.
like it's crazy.
I've sneezed so hard my arm hurt once, and I was like, what's
It feels like my nervous system is being dislocated sometimes when I sneeze.
It's like,
Yo, Mickey Mouse, why you be stealing? Why you be stealing Shaq's colon?
Mickey,
I'm desperate for money.
Mickey, you can't outrun me, Mickey. Come back here.
I don't think that colon's worth that much, man.
The Marvel Cinematic Universe is expensive to uphold.
That's why they stopped making movies often. Isn't that crazy? They fucking stopped. They went from making...
How much that colon going for, man?
$40 trillion.
Shaq's colon is a wellspring of DNA.
It's a wellspring.
We can make several giant niggas with this DNA.
That is crazy.
And then Shannon's just finishing Shaq's colon. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
He said, I love me some
He
chitlins
just
and colon.
fucking ate the shit out of it.
Donald Duck's like, he's freaking the fuck out in the corner.
Donald Duck is on a fucking fed trip.
I've never had duck colon before.
Rips it out him raw. Rips it out him
With
raw.
his like this.
Pop.
He got a corkscrew colon. Get the fuck out of here.
That's our Shannon.
Stealing his
sneezing.
colon.
That's our Shannon.
Sweetie's trigger words are now colon and gap. Broly sticking his berserker penis in between Sweeney's gap. Cat black, I was wrong. And gay, I'm sorry. Have a nice day. Stereophallix. Stereophallix. Ooh, rar XD. No, I'm not gay. My colon just fell out like that Dutch. That's just beat. I couldn't make sense of that sentence.
Red colon redemption.
Ew. That implies his colon is red.
It'd probably be red, right?
It'd be more red than it would be blue, I guess.
Yeah, I guess
Or any other color.
whatever. Yeah, it's probably inflamed. It's red for sure.
Yeah, it's if you can see it, it's inflamed. If you can see it, there's a problem.
Yeah.
Just beat Stevie Wonder in a staring contest. Sweeney's Downsy Kid Peasantston wearing a flour bag. That's crazy.
Flower bag.
We dressed our son Peasantston in a burlap sack.
100. That's. It can only be that way.
It can only be that.
Bro,
way.
that's sad. We give him Viagra pills. So he's just a fucking tortured little boy.
Oh my god.
That's not a name. That's just how I actually feel. Damo Nation, Vaughn of the Dead. We all look at the same moon. That is true.
My friend told some girl. I heard that one way from some girl, from like some girl I knew was like, my boyfriend told me that like the moon that we look, even though we're not together, the moon that I look at when he looks at, they're the same one. And I was like, wow, you're fucking stupid.
You didn't know that, idiot? Kill her. Bring the vaudeville gun out. Kill her.
Somebody throw a fucking banana pie in her face that has explosives in it, so it kills her.
That's a crazy way to die. That's a crazy way to die.
Expect it. You don't even say your goodbyes mentally. You just die abruptly.
That's crazy.
Dude, you're probably gonna die too, aren't you?
Yes, I would.
If you're that close to throw someone a pie at someone,
it's fine, dude.
Alright.
You gotta be able to take the damage.
That's true.
You gotta throw it and immediately ball up and break yourself.
A clown that just has like all this fucking like metal like fucking plates on it.
No metal plates. He's dressed up in fucking typical clown attire. He's in fact wearing less. He's a little skimpy on his attire.
He's like Jared Leto's fucking Joker.
Yeah.
He just has like a fucking trench coat on, and it's
He's like Jared Leto Joker, but a skimpy clown, and
Yeah.
he has a pie explosive, and he just is overkill. Absolute overkill.
He absolutely enjoys getting hurt from the explosions.
It's like setting lava on the ground and then putting banana peels on the lava so people slip in the lava.
You see a bunch of banana peels. You're like, what's going on here?
Like, why are they not burning?
This guy's alternate universe, but it's fucking stupid. He's like, this is gonna get him real bad. They're gonna fall in lava and slip.
and slip.
Which is the most embarrassing part.
That's the part.
Yeah. I listen to that Gabe and Shapiro verse every day. Mr. Electric, send this N-word to the penis explosion chamber and have his penis exploded immediately.
Nice.
I love that clip.
I haven't heard that in a while. Yeah.
He spills those words out his mouth. That's why he's like saying all of them as fast as he can.
He's so upset. You know, he's like he's on a fucking mission.
Furious.
It's when you trigger someone, you get somebody really, really angry, and they're just trying to hurt you. You know,
Yeah.
like they want you to feel not good. It's like me for real.
Yeah.
It is like you. First line of Sweater Weather by The Neighborhood is all I am is a man.
He's
Yeah,
a gay man.
I saw
sex in my hand.
Daddy reaming Santa. It's fucking beautiful to see Ben Shapiro fans gaining consciousness when he defends health insurance CEO. That was a nice little moment. They're so close, man. It's so funny how close people are. They're just like right on the. It blows my mind that you can't see
Yeah.
the obvious shit.
Yeah.
Because like, how are you still watching?
It's
But whatever.
fucking amazing.
Astronomically confusing.
Cognitive dissonance, baby.
Yeah.
The worst.
Astrobot canonically banging haters with his astrocock. Will change your fucking name. It's been forever.
That's insane.
What?
Using your fucking periphery. Focus on the names.
I keep switching to it when he takes a bite. All right, all
It's
right.
so good.
We need adjuster copycats now. Will Graham pissing in Hannibal's mouth and giving him a piss kink. Fix the Patreon RSS feed, please, you stinky butt fucks. I don't know. It seems fine to me.
Nigga, I don't. Everything. Apple is fine. Spotify is fine. You can
Yeah.
use the Spreaker app. That's fine. I don't know where you're trying to listen.
Yeah, I don't.
Is gay and dumb.
Are we
and it
seeing
can
any
be
like
Is it like-
shift in numbers that would indicate that something's
not
wrong?
to
I
numbers.
mean,
they've
things are-
only gone up, literally.
So
So stop listening because you're making it worse. Because you're not listening.
no,
Because
it's authentic. Like, because I've seen these comments every now and again, like fix the RSS feed, and I just don't know what you're. I respectfully, I just don't know
hey,
what's
bud,
going on.
why don't you contact us? Let us know what platform you're listening on, and we'll go from there. How
One
about
thing I
that?
will say is
That's
that
the thing.
one thing that I've noted, and this might be true for some people, although like it would be curious for this to only be coming up now, is that I saw a report from somebody who screenshotted and it said that they were using an RSS feed that was old. Like, because I think it was like the Podbean, or do we still use Podbean? We don't.
No, we
right?
don't use Podbean.
So I saw a screenshot recently of like Podbean / whatever isn't working, and it's like if you have that plugged into your RSS feed, that's not the RSS feed.
Yeah.
anymore. We've switched.
We've
We
been on
switched the whole thing.
Spreaker for a while.
We were on Spreaker for a
We switched
while.
off of we saw Podbean a while ago. We went to another one. Now we're
I
on
went to Spreaker.
Yeah,
And,
so
No, we were on Red Circle before that.
yeah, that's right.
Oh,
But I think
fuck.
that was that.
It was still via Podbean.
Podbean.
though.
Yeah. So maybe double check that. Get the new RSS feed. I think it's. I forget how you do it because I don't do this often, but like I'm pretty sure it's available on the Patreon itself, literally.
Yeah.
So that might be your issue. Check it out. If that fixes it, that's the only thing that I can think of is maybe
Yeah.
it's an outdated RSS feed.
I'm just really also wondering when they have the RSS feed, what are they plugging it into?
Right.
Because I'm just like, bruh, there are so many apps available that you could listen to the podcast in so many different areas. So I'm kind of like, say for example, I hope they're not like, damn, it's been so long since I've listened to the podcast. So it's like, nigga, we're on YouTube, we're on fucking Spotify, we're on Apple, we're on everything. So
Yeah.
even if like that one thing's not working, it's like this cognitive dissonance. I listen to sometimes I listen on YouTube, sometimes I listen on fucking Spotify. You know, it's
Yeah.
one of my favorite podcasts.
Yeah. So
You can find us. Just look.
So I don't know. Like, respectfully, I think that might be an issue with some of you.
Something like that, yeah.
Check it and to see if that's what it is. If not, I don't know. Like I literally before we started the show checked on like an incognito browser on all of these things just to make sure they work and they're working fine. So I don't know.
Yeah. it's,
Anyway.
hope you figured it out.
Yeah.
I don't.
Death. Jack the world's fastest Maori. Theory Nouvelle world champion. Wake up in the morning sucking off P Diddy. Damn. Some people.
Like Gesha.
Yeah, some people, man. How long until porn stars get Fortnite icon skins? Dude, a Riley Reid skin in fucking Fortnite? Be insane.
Is she still relevant?
No.
She doesn't support anymore. She quit.
Oh, she did?
Riley Reid is like the Jenna Jameson of, I think, my generation. Where
I
it's just
think
like,
so.
that is an unmistakable. She's out of the game now. I think she's married and everything.
She's one of the few that I know. I don't really know very many porn stars.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that new bitch that fucked 100 dudes? That OnlyFans chick? And she was all like kind of...
Oh,
it
right.
was
We didn't
kind of
talk
a-
about
It was
that.
kind of a disaster. I think we'll probably
Well, she
mention on
fucked
the
100
next
guys
episode.
in one like interaction.
Yeah, in one
One day.
session. Yeah,
One
one
day.
day.
That's too much. That is just like
It's too much, but also there's women that have done way more, so it's actually kind of like boring.
I guess
think that's
Like
that's
it's
a lot.
obsessive, obviously.
it's crazy.
It's obsessive to the average
yeah.
person, but
If
if she's trying to do like some incredible
record.
thing in the realm of porn, it's kind of like, bitch, that was like forever ago.
Like,
there's a
look-
chick that like almost did 1,000.
Look,
Like,
that's insane. That's
yes, it's insane, and it's like, bitch, like I was just
Why
like,
even do it? At that
Yeah,
point?
I could at my most sexual like
He's having a stroke.
at my most horny, I could not imagine someone fucking 100 of me. That is so just
fucking 100. Are you
What
talking
you
about
saying?
you getting plowed 100 times?
like me fuck like a girl fucking 100 of me. You know, like me having sex with like 100 of me having sex with someone. That's what I'm saying.
Why would you even imagine that? That's not a fucking thing that can ever happen.
That's not
I
what
don't
this
But the,
is.
understand.
idea, but the idea is 100 people, like a girl fucking 100 people, it's like, dude, that's crazy to think that, like,
But that's crazy in and of itself. Why'd you make it 100 clones of you?
because of the fact that what I'm saying is like, I don't think I'm like a sexual phenomenon, but these guys probably are like 100 sexually prepared fellas.
The worst part of it was why the only interesting part about this was this chick is really fucking stupid. So first of all, she didn't even know that it's possible that you can get HIV or through oral sex. She was just like the guy. So they didn't even do a lot of vetting.
They didn't vet them.
They did some. Basically, the people who had like tests or recent tests would get front of the line, but it wasn't a requirement. First and foremost, insanity.
What are you doing, my lord?
Criminal record stuff, not necessarily a requirement. So basically, the people who could prove themselves had front of the line shit. But she wanted some real average people as well. And so the interview guy, this was like in UK. The guy was like, "Aren't you worried about like contracting HIV because they can bust in your mouth or whatever stuff like that?" And she was like, "Getting HIV through spunk." Like, is that even a thing? Like, like
How would...
she was like, oh, getting like she didn't think, obviously it's
Well, clearly she didn't think.
it's it is highly unlikely that you will get HIV through oral sex, but it is fucking possible. It's not a 0% chance.
Especially if you're going numbers like that.
So
Dude.
stupid as fuck. And then it was a bad experience because completely obviously underprepared. They were underprepared. Some people went on too long. Everybody was supposed to have 5 minutes. And then some people went on too long. She didn't get breaks exactly at the time she wanted to get. So there was just like,
Look,
That's what I'm saying.
a
Like, that's what I'm
disaster.
saying. Like, if
no
she
one's
just-
scheduling that time.
she's a fucking idiot because like
did she
there
get
are
sick? Did she get sick or anything? Did she contract anything?
I don't think so. But like
pray to
she
God
was
she
very upset, and I don't know if I believe this part. They showed a guy that interviewed after the fact, and they blurred him out, but he was traumatized. And I'm like, what happened to him? He was like shaking giving this interview, and I was like, nigga, did somebody rape him at the fucking
Somebody was
thing?
fucking, and one guy was like,
Somebody-
"I'm done waiting.
I will fuck her through you. And then
I'm getting there."
because I was like, if you there, you know what's gonna happen.
I think
How
you-
did
I
you
don't
become
think-
traumatized?
I don't
Here's the
think
thing.
you do.
Here's-
That's the
I actually
thing.
don't think. I think
Yeah,
you're right.
I don't think you
I think
do.
there's
Wait
a
a
lot of.
minute.
I
Okay,
think there's
I
a
wanna
lot
hear
of
this,
people.
yeah.
I think there's a lot of people who thought in their heads, "Man, that sounds great."
That's
And
what
then they go, and then they're in it, and then they're too meek to speak up and be like, "Actually, this isn't my thing anymore." They're just too like, "I'm here now," and like I have to do this, and they don't want to do it.
I have been there way more times than I'm willing.
There's
to
100
admit.
people, so you have to figure like, dude, not all 100, because you have to realize too, if you're a confident guy, you're not going to this thing. You
don't
know,
need this.
like you don't need this.
You're going for you are a sex addict,
right.
or this is like say a milestone. Oh, I've never done anything that like you're one of those weird people. Like I've never done anything this
Yeah.
crazy before. I want to add this notch to my belt.
It would break my heart seeing a woman getting fucked by that many people. It would make me like feel sad. I'd be like, "Oh, poor soul."
Here's the thing.
I don't know.
About it.
It's not even wrong to do that, right?
Eh.
It would just. It's not.
It's not morally wrong.
There's nothing wrong.
I think
with
it's
that.
mega stupid.
I think. Sorry, the way she went about
I
it.
don't think a person's really built to handle that.
That's what
personally.
I'm saying. That's what my
Yeah.
brain is. But like,
That is definitely the vagina is gonna get absolutely destroyed.
that is what.
That is
That's what
gonna
my
be-
brain is saying.
That's gonna be like what, like at least like a week's worth of recovery before you're able to fuck again.
That's why my argument came from the beginning. It's like I'm no sexual fucking leopard prowess creature, but I could fucking 100 people. Like if I was there, if it was like 10 of me, that poor girl's in trouble already. If it was just 10 people like me, I'd assume. But my most like diabolical, like I gotta fuck something now, like on 3 of Viagra, I'm going bananas. You
Yeah, I
know? But imagine 100 people. That is damage to you. I'm sure of it.
Like, I imagine she's at least somewhat seasoned, you know, to where to even
Must
attempt
be, to even bother.
to attempt 100.
Yeah, you can't be like, I've had sex 3 times. Let's go.
and then let's do
let's jump
I
to
imagine
this.
she's
Yeah.
pretty seasoned. So like, I just think the way, because if everything would have went swimmingly, if everything would have been great, I think she would have been like that fucking ruled, right? It just her dumbass not planning things out meticulously, which obviously you have to in a situation like that. It was 50-50. It's either going to be good or bad. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but most, I would say actually, let's say 30-70 is going to be good.
Yeah,
and then bad.
I would say, dude, I don't know, man. I think everybody involved in this story is fucking stupid.
It's
and insane.
stupid.
Like,
It's
I think
a wee
the
bit
100,
stupid,
the
yeah.
100 guys who lined up for this are freaks. This woman's insane.
Yeah, I being in a room full of 100 guys that are probably all naked and jacking off, you know, like getting ready.
Or getting fluffed.
No, they probably didn't have that.
Yeah, I don't think they had it. No.
I'm sure they were on their own. They had to pop their own pills and they just had to jack off. Like, first of all, I'm not, dude. I don't want to be in a room with other guys with
hard dicks.
and also hearing them like that's my big thing. I don't like hearing dudes moan. That shit turns me off so fast.
Well, the thing
That
about
shit
it too,
that shit bothers me
like
pretty
that is
quickly.
a propellant. Like there's just
yeah.
I think it's people. A lot of
Repellent.
I've experienced
Is it
this.
repellent?
Repellent. Sorry,
Repellent.
I said
repellent.
propel. I was like, what the fuck is
I
that?
thought I
Propels
said
you the fuck out of the room.
I mean, yeah.
One of the things with me is like I've been in situations where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go do this. This sounds like a good idea, and then I go do it, and I'm like, I probably shouldn't have done that. That's happened to me a lot of times. Not a lot of times, but like
You saying
a
sexual
handful of
situations?
times. Yeah, 100%. I talked about one of them already.
Yeah.
but like,
Right.
But I'm just like,
Right. yeah.
just not that one.
I
But,
haven't
but
had-
sort of. No,
so
two of them,
different.
I guess. then,
Okay, so a
technically.
couple of them then, yeah.
But it's like sometimes you gotta just be like, you know what? I'll just go beat my dick. Maybe I'll just go
Look,
do this.
My
instead.
situations weren't crazy. It was just like one of them, a girl was. I should have known better. It was just she was she worked on the show on Netflix, so she was on set for like fucking 12 hours.
Right.
And then so she was like, "Hey, can I come over?" And I'm like, "You're fucking like you want to go home first? Maybe shower." You know, like you literally were working all day.
Just shower off at my house, I guess.
Should have. She didn't have a change of clothes. It wasn't like that. It wasn't
Right,
like
right.
oh, you know, it was like it was just
If she's coming over if a girl's coming over to fuck me, you know, like I definitely like
it was just more of like I'm
Bring clothes.
no bring clothes or like you can take a shower and
change.
chill in my shit, you know.
if she would
Chill
have
in my
like
shorts
thought
and
ahead
shit.
in that way, that would have been great, you know.
Yeah.
Like, but it's one of those things you also don't want to be fucking rude and be like, "Hey, bitch, I need you to shower," because at a certain point that could ruin the mood. Where, you know, it was one of those things where I'm just like, all right,
That's
whatever.
when you gotta be like, you want to hop in the shower with me? And you
I don't
You
like
want to have a shower by yourself?
in a
hop in the shower with me.
just like
I've said that before.
you want to hop in the shower by yourself? That's crazy.
King
That's
shit,
like
bro.
the implication is just like, oh wow, okay. But yeah, I mean, I wish I was more of a dick like that. Well, I guess retroactively it doesn't matter anymore. But back then, if I was
Yeah,
more
those
like,
moments. I wish I was more assertive
Hey,
in
bitch,
moments where I
you
was.
stink,
It's like, it
take a
doesn't
shower.
matter, you know. It's like
take a shower, you stupid bitch, you stink.
you stupid
Like you
fucking
should be
whore.
able, you should be able to say that like
should.
and not feel like I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
hurt this girl's feelings because that's a really sensitive subject or whatever.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that was like I got
You have to be more assertive sometimes. Like I hollowed out the bottom of my shower, my bathtub, and have it had like a trap door with like spike pits in it for people who like stunk.
That is.
so they're showering and then they
Yeah, and then they fall and die.
they fall.
All right. Some stupid pussy asked me to ask y'all why the RSS feed for the podcast is busted.
I found this and I was grinning. I had a huge smile on my face.
Big meaty stinks.
Did you see the one of that guy where it's a football one and his ass is kind of showing and there's like a trainer or something, like it looks like he's jacking him off and you can see the top of his ass. Did you ever see that one?
He's getting a cramp out probably, but like that's
But
hilarious.
it looks, dude, the way that it looks is like he's definitely jacking this guy off, and you can see his ass.
The idea of LeBron
Kid Flash
jacking his
as an
dick
adult.
like that in front of you.
And is still referred to as Kid Flash. Andy the man whose handies in our back and S tier and Forever Dandy.
My ritual.
Louis Armstrong playing Shadow the Hedgehog.
Louis Armstrong playing shot.
Sonic, you're out of time. Fuck you, Tails. Knuckles, you're black. again. Hope everybody fails.
Knuckles, you're black.
And I think
you see the movie yet?
myself, which new Sonic movie?
Yeah, is
it
it
came
out?
out already?
Oh, I don't know. I saw people. I saw. It might have been like an early preview or
I'm
something.
gonna watch it probably, but
I don't give a fuck.
I have no idea.
I didn't watch the second one yet. I'm gonna watch the second one.
I only saw the first one. I actually don't even remember if I finished it. I think I did.
You probably did, and it probably just was not memorable.
Yeah, because I didn't.
They're not bad.
I
But
didn't
they're not
dislike
like,
it.
They're
I
not
just
like, oh, I have to watch this
I
movie.
personally never
fine,
gave a
yeah.
fuck about Sonic in that way. I liked. I feel like a fucking old guy. I'm you know a millennial in the way that
you're late gen millennial.
Sonic and Knuckles was it for me.
You're
you
an
know?
early gen millennial. You're a proto millennial. You're like
I did play the one on Dreamcast, but I also was like, I don't like this 3D shit. It just kind of. It's not. I was not saying it was a little janky, but it was like, to me, the pinnacle of Sonic and Knuckles. That was so good.
game
So
is
like
mad fun.
playing the fucking what was that game? The Mania.
I don't know.
That was cool. Sonic Mania.
You're asking the wrong
Mania.
person.
Oh,
Like,
oh,
like,
That's when it came out,
you're
like,
I don't know. What the fuck-
2016, 17 came
That
out.
was fucking cool as shit. I was like,
Pretty much Sonic. It was Sonic 1, 2, and 3 pretty much.
yeah, just all meshed together. It was really cool. I love that.
anyway,
But yeah, I'm sure the other like Sonic Frontier and all that shit was probably really good, but I just don't care.
I can't play a Sonic game again. I have love for Sonic. Like
Yeah,
I
you
did
don't
when
want to
I
be
was
autistic
younger.
anymore. I get it.
I like Sonic. I think he's cool. I just don't,
Sween canonically blasting a unicorn child, an unborn. Keep saying said unicorn, blasting an unborn child in Caribbean. I don't know. Stop! Why are you showing that again? Like it was.
It's perfect.
You're such a shithead.
You're telling me this is not the funniest thing fucking ever, actually.
No, not at all.
Ever?
Anchorman's funnier than that.
This until after when we interviewed him about not feeling well.
It's funnier with the sound, to be honest. All right, you don't
Not
have to hear it.
feeling well.
He's not feeling good.
He's jacking.
The announcer kind of makes that clip, to be honest. Heath Smoker is off to Vegas. She Parker on my Peter with great power and responsibility. The in-game currency of Call of Duty is called CP. Gids, Sweeney flossing his tooth gap with Shannon Sharp's colon. Sween come back as Mario Judo already. Big Peepee, Big Pimpin' by Jay-Z, but gay. That is crazy.
He is cheeked up too. God damn.
That is a crazy fucking shot.
Dude, it's
That is outrageous, man.
like it's fucking that's so nuts.
Send me that. Send me that. Send me that clip because I've been posting
Kendrick-
like that all day. lately.
Kendrick punching Drake's colon out his asshole. Scatting in the Holy Ghost as the abyss takes you. Gay men cream, are you listening? In the drain come a glistening.
What's that?
I don't know, man.
What's come?
He didn't even put spaces between these letters, so I don't even. All right, Kevin Durant's feet. Dr. Manlover, how I learned to stop worrying and love the cock. Fuck you, I ain't paying my TV license, bitch. Mr. Pants. I want to see Ben Shapiro get gang raped by clowns. Gay clowns. Fuck face.
Gay clowns.
Yeah, it's as if
As if it really matters.
I want him to be fucked by straight clowns that are doing it begrudgingly.
yeah,
That's what I want.
That's
yeah,
worse.
yeah, that's way. Actually, it is way
way
worse.
That's worse. Fuckface Unstoppable Paw Patrol counts as propaganda. Cardboard Pie. Longtime question asker, first time listener. Backshotting Squirrel Girl until all liquid leaves my body.
Holy crap, dude.
Good luck. Jolly old dipshit Ghost of Yo DEI. Gangrene Peen. Got a 2-month free trial for premium. Holy shit, I am never going back.
You damn right.
Yeah, it's
Once
hard.
you taste it, man, it's like I can't.
Dude, going back to ads on YouTube was fucking
Yeah, my ass. Fuck
impossible.
That.
Yeah.
Never.
Even I do it now. I can't have ads.
I can't do it, man.
Yeah, and
I
they're getting tricky with the ad blockers. YouTube's trying to like go hard in the paint.
It's
And,
been a
like,
while because ever since I've had it over a year and they were like already like really anti it already. They were like, you can't have ad blocker on. I watch it. I'm like, fucking
Yeah. To me, I'm like, don't matter. I've had YouTube back when it was YouTube Red. You know,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, me too. What a terrible name, man. Crazy.
I was like, how the fuck did they
How
not?
sheltered are you?
Yeah, like for real. It's just so dumb. So
Crazy.
dumb. Not one person said anything.
Not a single person. Because well, the thing is, it's just like nobody wants to be the one. It's like, doesn't that sound a little bit like RedTube, the porn site that I use all the time?
It's just backwards, essentially.
It's YouTube Red, but I want to RedTube you.
Yeah. RedTube.
RedTube was. I haven't been on there in a while.
Yeah,
That's like
it's been well over 10 years for me. Like,
yeah. I
Probably nearing. Yeah.
I go to, like I've gone to RedTube maybe to like if all the links are down, and I'm like maybe
RedTube.
there's a Hail Mary here.
RedTube. There was another one.
The idea of
Oh, there used to be YouPorn.
YouPorn. I remember that
YouPorn.
too.
It's
There's
so
X. There's X. There's X video.
Just all
There's
like
YouPorn.
It's all
YouTube.
YouTube,
It's all-
stuff.
YouPorn,
X video.
RedTube,
RedTube.
TubeU.
What was that?
There's obviously Pornhub, the classic.
Yeah.
There's RedTube, YouPorn, X video, X Hamster was another one.
X-Hamster.
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 Oh my god, yeah.
And then I think those are all the ones
Yeah.
I had.
There's one
and
more-
there's Spank Bang. That was like the one I had. That was like
Spank
Spank Bang. That was
Spank
my
Bang, yeah.
personal
I didn't know
special
about
trope.
that one.
That's why I saw Dragon Ball Z Broly a day after it came
I know
out
Spank
on
Bang.
there.
On-
and I was gonna beat off, and I was like, "Oh shit, Broly's on here."
The one
and
that
I watched
looks-
the whole movie.
The one that looks funny is XNXX
yeah,
because it's just blue.
yeah.
Like it looks insane.
It's X video, but it's blue. Is this?
XN. What is it?
XNXX, I think, is what it's
Yes,
called.
what it's called.
I'm not super sure.
XN.
XX.
I typed in XNXX and Google suggestions. I don't know what the second thing is, but the first one says mom and son.
I
Like
don't know.
it says mom and son.
Oh,
And
okay, weird.
I sure. What does that say?
Look, God bless. I have no idea.
What is it?
What the fuck?
Is that like a porn star? Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, I wonder. I'm gonna type on
that
it.
site looks really funny. Like
It's
because it
blue.
but it looks blue in the same way that like I don't even know. It feels like an old.
It's blue like Sonic's blue.
It's just weird branding.
Oh, let me.
Yeah.
Type
It's just
it in.
weird site design.
XNXX.
Anyway,
Oh
Gangrene
yeah, I
Peen.
see it.
It's very funny looking. Got a 2-month free. Okay, yeah. Hope the 10 grand was worth it. You burger flipping
Oh, you
slur.
piece of shit faggot.
Did they get the money? I thought they didn't.
I don't know if they got like. I wonder if they supposed to get like.
They maybe
60?
just got the 10 grand
instead
just
of
so
60?
like all right, we don't kill us.
Yeah, don't get, fuck that. Ah, God damn it! I hope it not panned
did
on
you-
me. Yeah, accidentally.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're fine, probably. Whatever.
Well,
That's crazy. They snitched. They were like, I'm gonna get money for
there
it.
we go. Tube 8. Tube 8.
Tube 8.
Yeah, because I remember I was like, "There's another tube." And
Yeah,
it's
I forgot
8.
about Tube 8.
I put in tube porn, and then it. And it just-
I remember too. It's just an 8-ball, right?
Oh,
It's just
yeah,
two
there's-
eight
I
ball?
think so.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that.
Those cylinders are really going at it. I love tube porn.
God damn.
You know what I haven't been on in literally 10 years? E-fucked.
It's been a long time.
I'm never going back to eFuck. I think I'm done.
I thought
think
that
I'm
was so
done.
funny to me back
I'm
in the
curious
day.
to me, like the content on eFucked would update so slowly that like I got into a normal habit of waiting
Yeah.
years.
I was curious. Yeah, that's why at a certain point I just never went back and I was like, "Fuck, it's been too long." It's been 10 years. It was 2014, 2015. I remember I was living at my friend's house the last time I went on, and I haven't been on since. And I'm like, you can't go back. Yeah, I mean, I think it's still all archived, but still, you ain't gonna go back that fucking
saw
far.
A woman get slapped in the face with a dick saw. They busted it up and knocked out one of her teeth. And I was like, "What?"
Was he Crash Bandicoot spinning?
He had like a baseball bat like dick, and it just.
But that only matters in so much as how quickly you're swinging it.
He did the lean back and pop.
She must have had a loose ass tooth from like meth or something.
They're clearly there's clearly more lore previous because no one with a dick like that's walking around healthy. You know?
Yeah, all right.
You know what I
All
find
right.
interesting about that website? There was this like giggly girl, it was this giggly girl Star Wars whatever. She was in a fucking what do you call those things with the holes? The people the their dicks
Glory
through them
hole?
glory hole. I couldn't remember. I was like,
The things with the holes.
she was in a glory hole and she was just like the giggliest girl in porn or something like that. And like I was watching it and it wasn't necessarily funny, but it was interesting. But it made me realize this is so much better than like because I said I hate dudes and hearing them and shit, and then this basically eliminates them. And I was like, this is kind of cool, actually. I was like, I think I found something that I can actually work with.
My 404.
I found like just
I think this
these chicks
works.
can like fucking back up on it and shit, and the guy's gone. It's
You gotta
awesome.
start doing glory holes, Derek. You gotta start doing glory holes.
I guess I should. I should really specialize in glory holes from now on.
Yeah.
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 Anyway.
Hey, shout out. Anybody know any glory holes?
Yeah.
Hey, glory holes in general area. Shoot me a hit, bro. Shoot me a hit.
Come to George Lucas's Glory Hole Emporium. We've got all your names.
Emporium.
If he had
There's
that,
holes in walls.
I would totally go. I have to see what it's about.
It's just a building that's falling apart.
With a bunch
got a bunch of
drug
holes.
It's gonna
addled
be like
people.
fucking like C-3PO dicks or something at least.
Bunch of drug addled people making fucking Star Wars quotes of they're sucking your dick.
Come on down. Come on down. Do you see that photo of him like eating? He's like eating Panda Express.
He's at like, I think it's like a
like a
Thai
food
place
court.
or something. He's at a food court.
Yeah.
This billionaire is just
That
eating.
must be a crazy experience to be in a room like that, because it's like everybody in that room knows the thing that he made.
Yeah,
Like everybody, but none of them know that that's him.
that's very true.
It's fucking interesting.
That's very true.
I would love to talk to Lucas. That'd be really cool. I'd be like, okay, so
Did you say you would love to torture George Lucas? Is that what you said?
That's what it literally sounded
I
like
would
you
love to
said.
talk-
That's actually, I'm not even joking. That's what I thought I heard.
I would love to talk to him. That'd be interesting for sure.
I mean, it would be cool to sit. I mean, clearly, he doesn't mind being bothered if he does stuff like that.
Right.
You know, because like, there's no. If I was that fucking famous,
There's
I would
that clip of him walking in the background of that documentary too. You remember that?
No.
There was like it was a completely unrelated documentary, and just like in the background, George Lucas is walking into like a building. Like actually,
He's just such a normal guy.
he
That's
just
crazy.
like
I would love to ask him what his sequel trilogy was going to look like. I would love to talk to him about that.
and then torture him if he doesn't tell you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't torture him. I would just be like, you should tell me.
it was gonna be Child
Or else.
Yoda. I was gonna make a Child Yoda trilogy.
His name was going to be Chioda. It was gonna
Chioda.
No,
child
it was just gonna be
Yoda.
called. It was simply gonna be called Kid Yoda, and it was gonna be his adventures in Dagobah as a little young.
He wasn't in Dagobah as a young kid.
He was.
He's now.
He was as a child. He left to do political things, and then he came back when he was old.
Shut up, you're
He wanted to die. He wanted to shut up.
Shut up, Mace Windu. Shut up, Mace.
Shut up, you. I would watch Kid Yoda, the trilogy.
I would.
I'm at the point where-
I would. I'm lying like
You
I won't.
would.
I
Shut the
would.
fuck
Yeah,
up.
I
I'm at the
would.
point where I want media that's just gonna upset people.
Yeah.
Like specifically,
Absurdist
that's what-
media is funny, dude.
It's,
I
it's,
don't
what,
care.
it's gonna be woke Yoda. It's gonna be
yes, that's what. Dude, that's what some devs are doing now.
pregnant.
You cannot convince me. Pregnant man. That's awesome. You can't convince me that Intergalactic is not a fuck you to like those people, man.
What do you mean? Oh, the Naughty Dog game?
The main character.
Probably.
You can't.
You know what's crazy? Her actual actress is bad as fuck.
She's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's fucking a dime piece.
And the way the design.
people's reaction when it's crazy. Though.
I
I feel like-
really don't think she even looks that bad. Really.
I don't think she
Like
looks-
there are definitely some trailers where I like Fable when that was first shown. It's like, they really botched that kind of. But it was an early trailer, whatever. Like I actually think she looks pretty okay. Like I don't really see the problem.
I'm
And I-
not so
We're
we're not
adults.
weird.
We're
not
adults,
like
that's why.
we're not fucking freaks, right? Let's
That's
be
true,
real.
yeah.
We're weird. I should take that back. We're weird, but we're not freaks. I just think the design, just objectively the way I'm looking, I'm like, oh, this is gonna really upset them. They obviously know that. So I feel like it's more of a, and I'm actually at the point where I'm like, I didn't want to hear it. I was like, oh God, I don't want to hear these people chirp. But at a certain point, there's a part of me I'm like, yeah, just go. That's why I said GTA 6. Just make it literally so woke that it's damn.
Well, they were already so mad.
Druckmann.
They're already so mad that it's
Druckmann.
like it's a Latino fucking people and it's a fucking
Yeah, and a woman.
and it's a woman
for the
what
first
fuck?
time.
That's
woman.
the thing that bothers people more.
Yeah,
It's just weird.
they finally put a woman here. Oh, it's so woke. It's so the times. It's
don't-
Western gaming.
There's so many guys already. Like who cares?
I was like,
also the thing to me is like,
Don't care at all.
well, the thing to me is just like, imagine you're a woman who plays games, right? And you've been playing games forever, playing as like male characters, and that's fine,
Yeah,
right? It's not a problem to do that. So then, like the second it's the opposite for
Can I-
just a little while, it's like,
Can I tell you?
how
what,
fragile are you?
Can I tell you what it is?
right.
What it is? It's the fear of replacement bullshit.
Well,
They got fed that fuck shit, and now they really believe it.
well, you know what?
and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, but like, also shut the fuck up. It's life.
I
you
think
know?
it's
That's
tourists. I think it's people pretending to be in this hobby for money.
100%.
Because, dude, we had this isn't new, man.
Mostly,
We've
yeah.
had women in video games for fucking ages. Yeah,
Yeah, but now they're like unattractive ones, and I can't like a woman
Yeah.
character if I can't jack my
Think
cock
about
to
look
it.
at- think about if they chose, so it was Intergalactic, and they chose a model of so let's say they didn't know who Sigourney Weaver is, But like,
Oh, dude.
they would be like, "Oh, who's this ugly bitch?"
Sigourney Weaver would be cooked
Yeah,
if she was
Is it
like
now?
the lead
1000%.
Those
in,
games
like,
came out now,
They
or
would be
movies come out now.
like because and they like to pretend like they wouldn't do that.
They
shit.
would.
They totally would.
Dude,
Even
Mirror's
with-
Edge. If Mirror's Edge came out, I'd be like, "Oh, a fucking woman
If 2B
in a
if-
fucking action game. What the
If
fuck?"
2B wasn't a fucking clearly mad after a porn actress, they'd be like, I fucking hate Nier Automata. This game's so dumb. It's like,
Yeah.
of course
Yeah,
you do. Of course you do.
They're such fucking cowards.
It's predictable
man.
too. That's what's a shame. Like I remember streaming the Game Awards.
The Siri thing drove me
The Siri thing was
insane.
crazy because the Siri thing's specifically insane because she's pretty. So like I don't.
He's
I
objectively
really don't-
attractive.
So that didn't. I didn't under. I will say I didn't predict that angle. I thought people were going to be more upset, like, oh, it's a woke Witcher because they made a female fucking Witcher. Because to find her unattractive or like particularly unattractive to the point to point it out was so beyond impossible to me. I actually remember thinking like, oh, they actually like she's pretty attractive in this. You know, like noticeably
To me, she just looked thicker, like she's stronger
and older.
and older, and well, definitely older.
Yeah,
but
like-
also like. I feel like if you're gonna be
She's
fucking
not
up
12 anymore.
monsters-
She's not hot anymore. What the fuck?
That's what I saw somebody say. She looked like a grandma, and I was like, "Whose fucking
Bro.
grandma looks like that? Bring her to me now."
Yeah.
Find me her grandma.
that was like Peter Parker's
Like
grandma.
fucking Grandma and Dandadan
It
or
was like
something.
fucking Aunt May in the new fucking
May?
ones where I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
that ain't our Aunt May.
That's
Grew up
not-
with.
yeah.
I mean, I'd fuck the other Aunt May too. But still, I'd fuck all of them. But still,
My Aunt May looks like a topographical map of the Adirondacks.
jackpot.
Yeah, dude, I'm so glad. I watched that thing all by myself. I missed it since I was late to the party,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't see any discourse or anything until way after. So I watched the Witcher trailer, and my objective, normal thoughts, I actually didn't. I literally, for some reason, didn't see that there was going to be a problem at all. When I watched that trailer,
It
I
looked
didn't.
cool. You're
There
like,
was.
oh.
I was like, oh, that's really cool. I'm like, I'm excited to see what the game plays like.
Yeah, you're normal.
Yeah, I didn't even. So what you're saying about the ugly one? Yeah, of course that was not even.
Dude, that wasn't. But even in my
I
prep,
thought she was hot. I think I said
too.
that.
Me too.
When she took her shit off, I was like, oh, it was good. No, but dude, I was like, what the fuck?
even in my prep, understanding how stupid people are and that they would react negatively to it, I did never would I have thought like, oh,
Yeah.
she's too unattractive. Even the still image that they use to say like, look at what they
They
did.
keep,
It's
like-
she's pretty.
She's not. I was like, bro, you guys could
She's just
not
not
pull
12.
this girl. Even if like I'm like you.
Yeah, their wives or girlfriends or whatever they end up with are going to look 15 times worse than Siri does in this
There's
trailer.
no fucking way. There's like
Undoubtedly.
do you see a Sydney Sweeney is playing a role for some movie where she looks like
A regular
not
girl.
ultra hot, right? And then they had a picture of her like in a bikini or something, looking
like
a little
normal?
unflattering. Yeah. And then just a sea of people shitting on her, and I'm like, this isn't. I was like, these are the same people. These are the exact same people that are saying Siri looks ugly. I'm like, you guys.
Well, people have always been dumb about that stuff too. Like
They have.
because I see this all the time where it's just like, oh my god, I can't believe she looks fucking normal. It's a fucking lie. How lame. But then it's the same thing. Like every time a celebrity couple breaks up or something, it's like, oh, I can't believe she ever got with this guy. And it's just Sabrina Carpenter in her perfect, like most made up, most like perfect
Oh, with
outfit,
the guy
and
that
then
was-
just a guy. And it's just like
the dude that was dating her, the guy that was
Yeah.
that's Joker technically.
yeah. And so like you have to what you have
He
to
cheated
do.
on her, which is crazy. Just I think it's hilarious.
That's always
not
weird.
surprising
It's
to
like
me.
it's like fucking Beyonce getting cheated on.
Yeah.
Like by that fucking mutant. Like,
fucking black Draugr. Fucking
But this is what. But that's what I'm talking about. Beyonce. That's first of all, Black Draugr is fucking insane.
I've never heard him called that before.
he look like a Draugr at all.
But I understand the representation.
Yeah.
I understand.
It's
But
this
that's the thing too.
Ugly thing.
But that's the thing. It's like Beyonce and Sabrina Carpenter look normal. They're normal looking people.
They're not like there's not.
They're not exceptionally like they put makeup on and they dress like in $1 million clothes, and then they're put next to like normal people. It's like, oh, I can't believe this person had the nerve to cheat on that person. It's like, what the fuck
Yeah,
are you talking? Are you stupid?
There's the prestige.
For
that
me, it's the
obviously-
relevance. Obviously,
and-
like I'm not for prestige. It's like you're dumb for doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, you're done for doing it
Also,
in general.
don't get caught,
but like,
dude.
you're done
Don't
for
get
doing it in
caught.
general. You're done for doing it in general. But the conversation is always like, he looks normal and she looks fucking perfect.
Yeah,
It's
they
like,
don't-
I got news for you.
They don't understand. It's one of the reasons why, like, say, men when men look stunningly handsome, you'll celebrate them more because it's very little makeup or something on it.
Right.
Than like say, like there's a lot of women that are just as beautiful as a really handsome man, but women usually always have makeup on, so you can't really get to see that often.
Right.
I agree. I think especially in modern time, I think that was the thing prior, probably a little before. Men be putting on makeup out the fucking ass. Male movie stars like that, like male attractive people, they put on fucking Of course. Once upon a time, it was much less so, but now they put
some of them, a lot of them do
shit on.
There's a lot of brush stuff. Like, look, there's.
Which is also fine.
I think there's also a lot of things that people don't understand about like what makes someone even attractive in the first place.
Yeah.
Where one of the reasons, like say, like Sydney Sweeney, one of the reasons why people like her so much, not just because big tits and everything, but also there's a if you were using sliders and you were creating a character, she has her symmetry is really good. Like, so her eyes aren't too far apart, they're not too close together. She doesn't have a bulbousing fucking forehead. You know how people have like something unique about them.
Right.
My forehead actually has there's things unique about me, but somebody's making a slider, they're making everything just very symmetrical and nothing's protruding too much. And people value that as like, oh, that's beautiful. And so if you look at her, study her face and see like she's a very pretty person. And then now we put her on a pedestal because she's famous,
right,
and she has big tits. And so now you see everything together. And now people act like she's kind of like a goddess.
And she also and there's the makeup on top of that. And there's the hairdressing and the makeup, and the expensive clothing.
The money.
Yeah, the money.
So it's like you have all these things that dress it up, but like there are regular people out there that are very symmetrical in that way. Their symmetry is just as good. Maybe their makeup isn't as precise, but the real thing is they're not famous. You know, people are getting weird, and I didn't know people cared about Siri this much, to be honest. The way that they're reacting, exactly. I'm being facetious. Like, I'm just
and the people that like I play Witcher and stuff, and it's like you play Witcher, and then you're disrespecting the fucking linchpin of the series.
No,
all of Witcher is based on Ciri, literally the whole story.
I think they just like.
Well, is that actually true?
It's the whole. You played as Geralt, but Geralt.
I think the original books aren't though.
I'm pretty sure they are. I'm pretty
sure.
sure.
That doesn't need to be true. Is what I'm saying. Like even if the books weren't based on Ciri,
that's true.
The game was clearly building that up anyway.
What people explored was the games more than the books.
Yeah, nobody.
Of course, niggas can't read.
Look, I didn't. All due respect.
Is there even I only saw them in Polish. I didn't even I didn't know those books.
English.
I'm sure they've been translated as a reason, but
you're not reading. The vast majority of American people that are mad.
Yeah,
a guy from Nebraska's mad about it. But you can't even understand why the sun comes up and down, bitch.
Yeah.
Like you're not mad about fucking this. Like what are you talking about, dude?
Yeah. I mean,
you think the seasons come because the gods get mad at you? Like shut the fuck up, dude. Like it blows my mind.
This is a bunch of fake gamers. You're right.
Bunch of fake ass niggas, stupid niggas.
They're not
niggas.
All right. Well,
they like
Yard
Geralt,
Dweller,
but they don't know anything about fucking Witcher. They don't know anything about the universe.
They don't know anything about Geralt. They're like, oh, he looks cool. He seems like a badass.
Well, yeah, they just like the idea of Geralt because he's just this masculine, like handsome, rugged-looking dude. But they don't know anything about. They don't know what a Witcher is. I guarantee you, they don't know what a Witcher is.
Lilacs and gooseberries. Yard Dweller, Daft Punk.
Why was I thinking that too? You just said it first.
It's happening, bro. The brain merge.
Daft Punk, into my asshole, penetration into my asshole, penetration into my asshole. I don't know what song that's supposed to be. Actually.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I thought it was Intergalactic Planetary for a second, but
I mean,
into my asshole, penetration into my asshole.
Are you sure that's not supposed to be?
It's not.
Did the person just have a brain fart?
Yeah, I think they think that's Daft Punk.
Can you imagine, bro? That fit way too well.
It is too good.
We need to follow up.
Is Daft Punk? What is Daft Punk's gay name? Black Spunk.
Why would black be
Why would
gay?
it be black?
Because it's spunk.
What the fuck are you talking
It's the
about?
spunk part.
Dick spunk? I don't
Cack spunk.
Whatever. Defeating Rabbit Sweeney with a fire hose of cum melting him like Roger Rabbit's dip. Chaozu's wife isn't canon and is a doll. Chaozu. Mr. Beastmister curing cancer to spite Jimmy.
yes.
Waluigi the corporate assassin. Smitchy the kid. She Pipkin on my Pippa. Possum was actually homeless, but now they're back. Okay, welcome back.
Awesome,
Let's go.
Congrats,
Let's
man.
go.
Best wishes.
Yeah, congrats. Snark boys, come to Tijuana. I'll show you around.
No.
Sweeney flosses with his own piss. I'm just here so I don't get killed. Did you hear about Lucanus's new brother? Suck on his.
Suck on this.
Suck on us. It's so dumb. Star Coffee. I'm white, but my dad left after going to prison twice. Can I say it? Chris was right.
Did you finish it? No, you
American
didn't
Dad is
finish
pretty
it.
funny.
It's
Roger's not
section.
annoying as you said, IMO.
Oh, you're still playing.
Transfem Gremlin. Yush off work for a month, going full Hunter Biden.
Nice.
That's the move. Chris barely starting to read when there was a knock at the door. Derek rose to answer. OMG, Willem Dafoe is here, he shouted. You writing a fan fiction and then compiling all of my voice clips to make me ultimately read a complete fan fiction? Is that what's happening?
Did that happen already?
I hope
That
so.
happened with the lyrics to
What was
I think
it?
Imagine Dragons.
Oh, was
I think to
Imagine
Radioactive.
Dragons. That was awesome.
Craig the Canadian. I'm Jimmy Olsen.
God damn it.
It's your boy Shawnee D. It's your boy Shawnee D. And rest in peace, Jeff the Shark, from dying from a cocaine overdose in Long Island. Cerberus Agent
much
267. The Rizzler found dead after being shot 25 times with cum bullets outside a McDonald's play place in northern New Jersey.
Very specific.
That's mega specific, geographically and
Is this going to be like
Violently.
the other Luigi? Like, is this the next Luigi?
yeah. This is
I guess what he's going to do.
Would
This
it
is
be bad to
Luigi.
name your kid-
Luigi?
Naming.
that's the male Luigi.
Louis? That's so
Can
stupid.
you name your kid Waluigi? Is that a bad thing? Can you name
Yeah, it
your
would be
Waluigi?
bad. It would be bad.
That kid would be bullied relentlessly.
What if he's like a nefarious kid? Like he's like,
Was going to be one.
he's like, yo,
You're condemning him to a life of,
Yeah.
of notoriety in that sense. Like, he'll be a demon.
Like Waluigi, I understand the life you're gonna live now, right? We have to make you strong. We have to turn you into a weapon.
That's how he cries.
As soon as I name Waluigi, he's like, wah, he's a little fake mustache appears, and he gets the head
One,
fucking upside down hell.
I think
One day-
I'd be frightened. I'd kill that
I'm
kid.
like, let's go.
One day in the
Waluigi.
middle of the street, I saw a wheelchair with a bit of blood and a colon.
And
What do you think happened? I think Stephen
That's
Hawking.
a colon.
To know a colon sight unseen
right.
is kind of insane.
Whoa,
And not
that's
even
a
to assume
colon.
is that meat? Is that intestines? What is that?
Oh, that's a male colon.
That is a male colon. Clearly. Wow.
That's a
What the fuck
prostate.
just happened?
Shit. What happened here?
Getting jerked off to completion by an arcade claw machine. I paid like $500. It was not worth it. 3XO marveling at the number of old series and studios getting new entries at the TGAs. Yeah, shit was
Yeah.
crazy. It was cool. New Turok, new Okami.
This might be the start of the wave, man.
It's gonna be cool, man.
Let's go.
Legend.
Next year's
man.
looking cool, man. I feel like this year people are like, oh, there's no games this year. And I really feel like people only say that because there's no obvious winner. Like last year it was like obvious that
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3 would win. But in some ways, isn't that worse? Like isn't that in some ways doesn't it speak worse for the year if there's no competition at all?
Yes and no. Yes and no. Because there could be great games that come out, but there's also like a rising star you can't deny. This is the
I
best
wouldn't say
game.
there was no competition last year, 2023.
Alan Wake, man.
There were-
Game was great.
I would say Baldur's Gate had it. Like
Baldur's
there was
Gate.
no part of me that thought
I
Baldur's
agree,
Gate
but I
won.
think
I just
Alan
felt
Wake
like, but
2
there was
was
there was
amazing.
games that came out that people really enjoyed, like say,
Well, they were great games.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
I finally finished it.
Oh, nice.
Ending's amazing, bro. Like the best Zelda ending I've ever experienced.
Oh, really?
It's crazy.
Jojo's playing through it right now.
It's my
It's
favorite modern
crazy.
Zelda game for sure. Like
It's-
that game's exceptional, I think.
It's like I finished it.
I
And
just
was
wish
like,
I can't play it though, man. That
oh,
hardware,
yeah.
the hardware.
It's
It,
I had to have it. I had to have it
pisses me
Nintendo
docked.
is so disrespectful in that way, right?
I had to have it docked. I had to have it docked. I was like, I have to play this docked. I have to play this when I'm just want to sit down and relax.
Yeah, you like it?
I finished
1080
ending of it.
fucking 30 frames.
1080p
like that?
stretched out on a 4K display.
Bro, it's fucking.
Yeah, I love it.
That
Isn't it
shit is.
Isn't it crazy? Isn't it
Dude,
crazy?
She took it back into because like the we have a 55 and a 65. And so she had to take it into the room to play it on the 55 because it looked way too bad on the 65.
Dude, it's rough.
You've seen my TV. It looks fucking horrible on my television.
I can't play that game on a TV. I have to play it handheld.
Yeah.
because it looks fucked. If it's not,
It's
so unfortunate.
It's
And that
really
new
fucking good.
there's a Switch 2 leak too of just like what it's going to be, and it's just like
we don't know if it's real or not, but it looks embarrassing.
I think here's why I think it's real. There are companies already leaking like the form factor because they got access to it.
yeah.
D-Brand I think is the one.
Oh, really?
They have like the case for it and everything. So it's like and it's in line for like what that looks like. And it's like all right.
It looks.
It's gonna sell a ton.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
It's gonna be stronger. It's finally gonna be as good as a PlayStation 4.
It's gonna be as good as a PlayStation 4 Slim.
That's
Yay!
just like, oh, this.
Just but the,
In a time, by the way.
think about it like this, right?
What?
PS4 Slim on Nintendo games, so they could do 60. They could do 60.
Maybe.
They
Could.
They could.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't care. It's hard for me to care, especially now when PlayStation and Xbox are both like confirmed to be making.
That's true.
And I think the PlayStation is like, I think Sony's like, yeah, the baseline is PS5 games on portable.
We'll see.
Which is just like, no, okay, well,
But what that does is this, right? What is this, right? All that does is this makes the Steam Deck have to make a better console.
right.
That's what makes me happy.
Well, not really, because Valve really doesn't care.
Well, but by nature
they
of competition, they'll be like, oh, I guess we can make this better.
We'll
then
see.
we'll get a Steam Deck that's even fucking crazier because I love that console so much.
It's
and I have it modded till the sun comes home. My fucking screensaver is Homer Simpson beating his dick and busting in his own face. It's amazing.
so dumb. Anyway. Don't.
It's just his dick has Duff written on it.
Why?
He thought it was a beer.
It's a beer, so he's like,
And then
Oh, Marge, I drank my own dick, Marge.
they find him bent over with his cock in his own mouth.
His back broken. He's paralyzed. He can't move.
I did it again.
Marge, move my hips for me, please, Marge.
I snapped my spine again, Marge.
How, ma?
What? Is that Lois?
It kind of sounded like that.
It was. My bowel movement was so bloody, I named my toilet Sandy Hook. Slurping, stroking, smoking,
that's
joking.
crazy.
Emoticons going like this. Goku and Chi-Chi both speak with Hick dialects in Japanese, hence being dubbed with southern accents. Halen Hake Lalan Lake. Wait.
They're summoning something.
Holland Hake, Lalan Lake, Jalen Jake, Kalen Cake,
Babylon.
Leyland Lake, Malin Make, Nayland Nake.
Oh my god, he's doing the thing I did remember when I was like, it was bake, cake,
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Olin Oake,
Olake.
Quaylin Quake,
Quaylin
Quaylin Rake. What are you doing? Fuck you. Get out of here.
man? What you doing?
You're banned. Obi-Wan should blow me.
It's Alan Wake, Alan Ake, Balin Bake, Kaylin Cake.
I hate that. Obi-Wan should blow me.
Bake.
Waiting for the Sween Hunter tier. I want his pelt. Kremlin the Gremlin. Amanda. What? Shut up. Amanda Hug and Kiss. Yeah. Okay. Great.
Classic.
Classic.
I like it.
Stupid.
Amanda sucking dick.
I'm looking for Amanda Hug and Kiss.
Classic.
I'm looking for Amanda suck my dick. Is that her real name?
Nice.
Como.
That's Dutch.
That's Dutch.
That's the thinking. I love that. That's the immediate assumption is that that's Dutch. It's like, oh, the character.
Yeah, but yeah,
Certainly not the place.
Absolutely not.
Drinking Squirrel Girl's colon sweat. Jesus Christ.
God damn. What?
Bister Meese to blinding kids. Lee Harvey Oswald right before the shooting, yelling, "If they set that Kennedy free, it'll be the end of all of us." No, I saw Daddy sucking Santa under the mistletoe. Walter White voice, Jesse. Why did just eat? You're good. I'm not gonna do it again. Jesse, why did you do a Korn music video? Walter White voice, Jesse, why did you do a Korn music video for Thoughtless? That song is S. We need to cook. Stupid. Wage slave
that song is
583.
S?
Ass.
Oh, ass.
Wage slave 583.
That song is an ass, man. What the fuck are you saying?
Stupid. Walter White doesn't have good taste, I guess. Papini Brothers.
Oh, my hate cannot be found.
All I want's another cocktail. Fuck. Papini Bros. Dude, I heard Stupefy for the first time in years.
I can
yesterday.
tell
It's so
that.
funny. It is so fucking funny.
I can tell because you brought that out of nowhere. And I thought it was funny. I was like, I have never literally ever heard anybody reference Stupefy at any point in my life.
Because it's fucking insane.
I've been waiting my whole life with this one.
And to La Gente in the barrio is what he says.
At one part, yeah.
What? Why?
All the
Disturbed?
people in the high rise.
I haven't heard that song in like
What is that about?
Plane. So I thought it was about. It's
not about anything.
I don't think it is. Yeah, I thought it was like something about just saying because the chorus was like, "See, but I don't get it. Don't you think maybe we can put it on credit? Don't you think it can take control if I don't let it?" And I thought it was like, I thought it was about greed or some shit. I don't fucking get it, dude.
Cringe when you grow up.
Their old stuff.
I like them what they are, but like it's really cringe.
They have moments where it's like, oh, that's kind of good, but you have to if you're a casual music enjoyer, you would never try to deep dive into them because what's the fucking point?
The thing for me is like I like the melody. I like what they do melodically. But the things they shout over the melodies, like just don't like Into the Fire. I think is a dope song until you hear them what they're saying.
Damn it! 11 killed herself. She's a dumbass bitch. But like they actually like if anybody wants to, I'm gonna put together a Disturbed playlist on Spotify. I'm gonna make it public.
Yeah,
and then. I'm gonna be like, all right, people, come back.
What are you doing? He's laughing like a fucking vampire.
I'm laughing because of the fact it's like someone kills themselves and then you go to their fucking funeral. This is a dumbass bitch. Everyone's like, what are you saying that right now?
Right? Did he go to that funeral? Is that like, and then he was singing that song?
Who, Devin?
Yeah.
Devin!
Devin! We go to 7-Eleven. Bag of hot dog and a big gulp.
We have to finish this, guys.
I know this is actually getting.
Devin, he went to heaven. He died at 7-Eleven with the boy named Kevin. He was
also 7.
He was 7. Oh my fucking god.
Oh god! Shout out to Kevin, dude.
Yeah, shout out to Kevin. Devin, 7-Eleven.
Kevin at 7-Eleven. Yeah.
We gotta get the fuck out of here. I saw Daddy sucking Santa under the mistletoe. Walter White voice Jesse. Okay, I read that already. Wait, say 583. Papini Brothers. Carl Urban daring Jack Quaid to stick his hand in a deep fryer for the Novocaine movie.
What?
Oh yeah, that's right. There's that weird movie.
Yeah, they're in Novocaine. Yeah.
Jack Quaid, where he plays a guy who can't feel anything.
Oh, and
it looks kind of fun. It reminds me of Nobody, kind of.
Yeah.
I didn't see any of the trailer.
Have you seen
but
The Boy vs. the World? We sort of like that. It's like an action movie.
What are you talking about?
The Boy versus
is he
the
in
World.
that too?
I thought you
not.
said Napoleon versus the world.
Well, I was like, sequel?
Yeah, Napoleon Dynamite.
No, it's like another action movie. This seems like a fun action movie for the sake of being a fun action movie.
I'm gonna kill the president.
Right now, I have several lasers fixed on the president's location. You think I'm kidding?
I'll do it.
Uncle Rico, break in and slaughter the president.
That
And he
Pedro guy's
does
around?
easily.
Easily?
Uncle Rico's so strong.
Eat the food. Eat the food, Mr. President.
Eat the food.
Eat the food.
Uncle Rico, dig your hands in concrete and create an earthquake.
Dude, that scene of him that scene of him throwing the
Can you
steak.
imagine?
That scene of him throwing the steak is so fucking hysterical to me.
I can't remember
Because
the scene.
he's like trying to prove how well he could throw.
Uncle Rico,
And then Napoleon's
yes.
on his bike and he's Pedro's like on his back. And then he really throws a real steak in the John Heater's face at like Mach 10 and it knocks his glasses off and he goes, "Oh!" But it's like a real reaction. It's not like him doing the stupid voice. So stupid. Donk Donkerson, UAB, good coming, bouncing me cock in the back of the boot, in the back pow. Gade 6, PP sent my t-shirt submission to Snark Tank Gmail. Let me know what you guys think. Subject is verily.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I saw it.
Oh, you saw it?
I think I saw that email. I didn't look through the email, but I saw the email where you saved it. I'm looking at it right now.
That's what they're for, just glancing
Yeah, I
at it.
did.
We get like ads that I don't know if I can trust.
No, I know. Sometimes I just I think of what's the meanest thing to say.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, Gaylords. Me be fishy. Jay Leno witnessing 9/11 turning into what?
That's fire.
What is it? That is awesome. Is that the email?
Yes. Dude, this is amazing.
That is fucking incredible, dude.
This is a shirt. This is a shirt. We're making this a shirt for sure.
What reference did he use?
I mean, it's Beast Swing, and then that fucking bit
I don't
about
remember making that
you
face
getting
ever.
Yeah, I guess not. But remember,
awesome. I love it.
What was it? The Ren Fair or something? You getting
Yeah, the Verily. Yeah.
the Verily, and then
This is crazy good, dude.
That is easily the best shirt I've ever seen.
very cool.
This is crazy good.
We gotta put that on tote bags.
You
Did that
what-
convince you to put the face on? Is that so good that you like that a character needs to be on a shirt?
I really think that shit is terrible, but like at the same time, I'm like, this is really
You
good.
think it's gas?
It's
dude.
kind of there's artistic liberties.
But send me your information. You are absolutely getting paid for this, and we're making it a shirt. Thank you so much. This is
Thank you.
amazing.
You got 75 cents coming your way.
You are getting paid for this. Absolutely.
75 cents. Well, it's in perpetuity. So 75 cents every year. So it's a good deal.
It's a very good
It's
deal.
a good deal if you live, I don't know, at least 2 million years.
Don't worry, we'll make sure our estate gets around.
What is that
it.
like $600,000?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm
I
not
was
into
trying
the math
to
instantly.
do the math, dude. I was trying to do the math of like how many billions would it be? It was like, okay, if how many billions could you have to like what was the number if you were giving every person on Earth $1 billion?
Oh my god,
And I was-
that's inconceivable. Actually,
It'd be 8 billion times a billion.
But
it'd
it's
be such a big number that it's like whatever. Dude.
That's the thing. Timing that by $1 billion, I was like, what do you even call
A
this
million
number?
is already a crazy big number.
yeah, 1 million is already $1 billion is kind of inconceivable. Actually, like truly.
Yeah.
For sure.
So the idea of like 8 billion millions is fucking that's too much for me. Let's get
What's
Neil
a
deGrasse
bil-
Tyson on the Dinosaur podcast.
Well,
to explain it. Well,
actually-
we'll actually talk to her.
So there's
He
infinite.
calls her talk to her. He doesn't even. Well, talk to her. Here's the thing. It's so
We're all
inconceivable.
space dust.
We're all space dust. Also, just wanted to remind you of that.
I don't know how to. I can't do the.
That was pretty close. It's hard to do that.
it's a hard fucking noise to
That's
make.
closer than it should be.
I love that noise. It's great.
It's great. I love that it's entirely made up.
Yeah.
Me be fishy
Yeah. 1E
plus 18.
plus 18.
That's the answer.
I know exactly how to say that.
I fucking hate that.
Forgot what E means in mathematics.
Math is so fucking dumb.
This is what makes me like it grounds me, and I'm like, I'm stupid.
I am
don't
stupid,
know
yes.
shit.
It's so good that I figured out how to make microphones profitable. Because I would be fucked. I can't do math.
Right.
For anything. I couldn't be an accountant. Couldn't do it. Numbers, in fact, piss me off.
Yeah, it's pretty much just an irrational number that repeats consistently.
Yeah, I don't need the.
Where you can, yeah.
I don't need the lore of the number. Gate 6. Okay. A Merry Christmas, Gaylords. Me be fishy. Jay Leno witnessing 9/11, turning. Jay Leno witnessing 9/11, turning to the person beside him and saying, "You seeing this?
See, he probably literally did that.
Are you seeing this? Look at that. That's crazy. That building was there. Now it's gone.
I should probably run.
It's probably wrong, but I kind of don't want to. Something draws me to the explosion, like it's my fate or something."
He's just going towards it.
John Strickland Mercs. He's drawn like a moth.
Sir, you have to get out of here. Building 7's about to come down. I just want to see. I just want to see.
I just want to see. Is there a car there that I can?
Is there a car in there?
Mercs 1889. Sween takes bendy straws to bathrooms because he likes the taste of piss. That's insane. First church to keep David.
Dude, putting a straw in your pee hole is wild.
First church to keep David. Fun fact: people who collect Pez dispensers are called Pezdophiles or Pezophiles. That can't be fucking real. I can imagine that though, to be honest with you. That's like in that weird realm of like I could see that.
They didn't give themselves that name. I imagine.
They might.
It was given to them. You know, that's one of those things where like, hey,
You are knighted pedophile.
yeah, pedophile. I imagine that is because like, oh, are you an audiophile? Or you?
Yeah.
So yeah, I imagine if they name themselves that, they're fucking stupid. That's just the height of stupidity.
Sween carries a
Pedophile's
Sween
awesome.
carries a Falmer in the gap of his teeth. Limoncello makes a man scream and kick a man's head off. Pre-Roz, I can.
You think we can get Skyrim remake?
What? Again?
You think no remake? Not even
Oh, like a
remaster.
proper remake?
Do you think we'll get a Skyrim remake?
Why are they just not?
They don't
released
even do.
Skyrim
They don't
yet?
even do Elder Scrolls 6. They give us
Like, why have
Skyrim
they not
remake.
revealed Elder Scrolls? Like, come on, like what the fuck?
They're working.
It's
on
been
it.
way too long.
You know what I think though? Actually, is that I think they're. I do think it's probably the main thing that's happening right now is that they're working on that game. But apparently, because Obsidian is working, they're doing Avowed and Outer Worlds 2.
Yeah.
And they're both coming out next year, which is crazy. That's like nuts. But that means Obsidian, they're gone. They're not busy. They're probably going to do Fallout, I think. I would imagine. Like ever since the show, they're just like and Bethesda's not going to do it because they're working on Elder Scrolls, and they'd be stupid to delay that.
That's true.
So like, I think they're gonna get Obsidian to be like, you got to do.
That's smart.
Yeah, which it'd be super smart.
Yeah. Why is it still on?
That's the fourth time.
Just turn it off.
Just put it on like sleep. Oh my
Literally
god.
just that one little, and then it's done.
Somebody in the audience is like, oh. I thought people loved me. I can definitely impregnate Sween's tooth gap. Man, it's really.
What is up, man?
Let's
Holy
go.
shit.
Because we drew
go.
attention to it. That's the problem.
Holy shit.
Blake 896. Who do you think you are? I am. Who do you think you are? I am. All right. Team
Just,
R.
I am.
That's it. That's
then
it.
it just stops?
That's it. It just stops.
That's pretty
Team
good.
R. Do you think Brian Thompson's last words was wow?
Wow.
Please don't take our Discord. It's finally good. Hey man, I don't,
Is it?
I don't go there no
Yeah,
more.
sorry about that, bro. Sorry about that, brother.
I don't know.
Oh, it's actually like someone made Discord great again. Is that what happened? Midgar. There we go.
Like the
Yeah.
MGTOW people.
Oh, I forgot about
Me
MGTOW.
too.
I'm surprised you even know what that is.
MGTOW there on the internet for a little while. It's so funny because they're so upset. I think it's so cute. It's like, oh, you're a virgin. Look at you.
Please don't take our Discord finally. Alaskan Roadfield trash. Kazuhira, most of MGS5 is filler Miller. Texas Tater
Men
Salad.
growing tits on.
Annually.
Damn. Manual. No. MGTOW. Men
annual. He's like
growing tits.
You threw an A in MGTOW.
That's what I was like.
Annually.
I was hoping somebody was going to give me a fucking layup, an assist with the W because I couldn't think of anything.
Men growing tits on women.
Yeah, I was thinking women, but I was like, what does that mean? They're they're manufacturing
on
women?
walls?
Is that what's
On walls.
on walls? Men growing tits on walls. That would solve the problem.
Outside.
Yeah.
Men growing tits outside Walmart.
Young Sheldon being swang into Sween's fat head.
How's this still going
Steve
on?
Urkel viciously raping Johnny Five for science.
It's still
Plankton, owner of the Blum Bucket. Nikki Ziggy.
the Blum bucket.
Blum is such a gross concept.
I like Clum.
Do you
for
think Nikki
clowns.
Ziggy it would change her name to like
Nikki Ziggy.
Hard R Zigger?
I've asked her to turn it into Nikki Ziggy, but like nigger zigger, but the thing is that she won't do. I said it, damn it.
He just said it.
I just said it because I'm conversating. I'm saying a word that I'm thinking.
Yes.
My apologies, all my fellow black
So
men.
she
out
won't-
there.
she won't-
That's
do
a
it?
problem, by the way, that like low life forms have.
I know.
Like I can't separate my
know.
mind from my fucking actions.
Well, it's because of the fact it's nothing ill. I'm saying a word. It's a word to me at the end of the day.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
But it's like I just bleep that out, please.
So
No, it's
what-
like 3 hours in. We're not gonna believe it.
You got it. We're at the end. Bleep it out.
I'll think about it.
50 Shades of Gay. Paul Joseph Watson's hands here. Dennis Prager ain't doing too well. He is next. Oh yeah, I wonder what. We haven't had an update about him
Oh yeah, like
in a
yeah.
while. He's probably comatose like a fucking idiot.
You're not.
I watched a
You're so
lot of
stupid. You're choosing to be uncautious.
I watched a lot of PragerU content like just a couple days ago. Wait, that came out wrong. The YouTube poops. Yeah, I just sat and watched hours of his videos.
It's so insightful.
What I do is I get real hungry and watch PragerU and don't
Yeah.
eat.
It is.
I just sit there hungry, absorbing it.
Yeah, if I want to find out how to end up in the hospital, I'll watch some PragerU, I guess.
Welcome to PragerU. Wait, how does he sound? Welcome. How do you? I can't do PragerU.
He's impossible to impersonate
PragerU.
because there's nothing about him that is.
But it's quite easy. It's all you have to do is like he has this stupid
Yeah.
whimsical like he sounds like he's intelligent.
This
He
would
tries
drive me mad.
This would
That's
drive
my
me mad.
favorite line. That's my favorite line of his. This would drive me mad. It's
I
good old
like
PU, right?
Good
Is
old
it-
PU.
Good old PU is like one of my
So
favorite
fucking
YouTube
good,
poops
dude.
ever.
That is probably
The
top
baby
5.
fucking dies. It's so good.
I like murder. I like to kill people for fun.
It's so good.
This is the shit that he says. He has so much
Imagine
to
a
work
world without murder. A world without guns. This would drive me mad. The tone of it is so crazy. Preheated toast. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Badly brave. Dog the baby hunter.
That's awesome.
Aetherian needs help lowering his weapon in Halo 3. Orange Man Hunter. Nafram. Melphis 1. And rounding out our list as always.
Let's go.
King of Haphazard.
Yep.
Look at you guys. You got a bulky little fucking
got a
holiday
fucking
episode.
You got-
fat
yeah,
little-
You got a
fat little-
chonker. This is as long as a normal one should be.
This is way longer.
This is what. Yeah.
That one we recorded has to be the extra ammo because this is way too long of an episode.
no.
That makes no sense.
No,
We
let's
can't
just-
It
do it.
does it, but it's also it
No.
does
We
it.
can't do that.
Let's
But
just
that's
give them. It's well, you know what? Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
You don't get another episode ever.
Yeah, fuck you guys. You better keep paying me or someone to come to your house.
Yeah. Nobody
come to your
drop
house and
off.
I'm gonna have sensual sex with your father while you're under the bed.
While they're under the bed.
I'm gonna put him under the bed. And
Put
get
him
in
under
here.
the bed.
Get in
and
here,
then he starts
Dad.
Making out. Get in here, Dad. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Kingston.
That's so.
Oh, Kingston.
Oh! I'm your dad. Oh!
It's such a beautiful sight. It rhymes.
He's just in there in the corner of the room. It rhymes.
I'm doing
writing a
research for
script.
my next film, Kid Yoda. I want him.
And then action.
Action.
Oh, son, he's fucking me. Oh,
This is the scene. This is the scene where Kid Yoda's dad, Yo-Dad, goes in.
yo, Dad. Turn it off. Turn it off.
Bye, everybody. Bye. Merry Christmas. Get fucked.
Yo, Dad.